Good, but welcome into the divisional round for your Los Angeles Rams versus the Chicago Bears. Josh, how are you feeling right before the Rams are set to kick off in Chicago? You can see their breath in the tunnel already, by the way.
Yes.
So a little bit cold out in Chicago. A lot of people, we're going to talk about that. But how are you feeling right now in general, Josh?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling good, feeling good. Obviously the weather going to be a factor right now. I'm going to pull up the weather report actually right now in Soldier Field. Actually, if you go on to AccuWeather, you can look at the weather right at Soldier Field. So right now, according to AccuWeather, it's 18 degrees with snow, real feel of 16. I heard on the broadcast earlier they were saying a real feel of 7 degrees. So definitely some differing forecasts there. But no matter what, it's cold.
Yeah, and it's just been funny because seeing what a lot of people in Chicago have been saying, right? A lot of people in Chicago have been, the reporters and everything, been acting like, oh well, these people in LA, right? They can't handle cold. They're gonna come out here, and we have this already in the bag. I've seen literal news reporters saying stuff like that. I obviously see a lot of Bears fans in the comments saying, please stop trying to jinx us. But I mean, truthfully, it is a thing, right? It's a thing to acknowledge
Yes.
that it's cold, and it's not as cold in LA, and it's going to be a factor in this football game, especially when you see some numbers. I don't have the graphic for you right now, but I've seen numbers about Matthew Stafford potentially being 1-9 or something like that in
I
cold
saw
weather
2 and 2.
games. Yeah, it's been all over the place. You know how social media can be. But what is up, Ramley? Everybody in the chat, welcome in. Let us know how we sound, by the way. Want to make sure that my audio sounds clear. Josh sounds good as well.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's live to play another week, says ESG. Floyd says, I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams won by 10 or more. Agree with you there, actually. I'm actually in the same boat with you on that one. Andres says, Ramley, playoff football. Let's go. Should be a fun one, Andres. And St. Louis Rams fan says, come on, Rams, let's get to the NFC Championship game. And I just talked about this with Josh, and Mace Windrew says, sup Ramley, and Brooks, unfortunately, says bear down. But I talked about this with Josh. It feels so wide open. Am I right, Josh? It feels wide open
Yes.
right now to win the Super Bowl. How are you feeling about the potential path to the Super Bowl after if the Rams can obviously win this football game?
I mean, the Seahawks again. The Niners were very injured this week, so it is a little bit tough to say the Seahawks beat an elite team. That defense is legit. We know that. The thing is, though, the Rams have had success against Sam Darnold in terms of figuring out his weaknesses, getting all the sacks as a Viking. He's thrown a lot of picks against us as a Seahawk so far. So I do think those things do play well. And then the AFC side, the Broncos, unfortunately, without Bo Nix for the rest of the season, wishing him a speedy recovery, obviously. But and then for the Patriots, I mean, they're a solid overall team. They are inexperienced, and the Rams do have playoff experience on their side. Mike Vrabel's a great coach. Josh McDaniels, great coordinator. So again, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's certainly not like you don't have a Mahomes that you're facing. You don't look like, oh, we got to beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs this year.
No, exactly. And going back to our brackets that we had, which I know you didn't want to talk about too much because we didn't look too good with our predictions for this playoffs. But ultimately, I thought Josh Allen was going to have a clear path to the Super Bowl. And if the Rams are going to eventually get there and have to win the bowl, it was going to be against a quarterback that good. And that's not the case anymore. Now you're talking about Caleb Williams and Sam Darnold, and potentially it looks like Jarrett Stidham in the Super Bowl, or realistically Drake May, right? And so now you're talking about
Yes.
Matthew Stafford, 37 years of age. He's the most experienced quarterback left. He's the only one with a championship, obviously, under his belt. And on top of all of that, he's the veteran versus all these guys who have never even been here really in the playoffs, let alone the Super Bowl. And so that is kind of key for the Rams. It's like, yes, every year you want to win the Super Bowl. Every year you got to win. Like, this is a must win, of course. Obviously, you can't lose this game if you're the Rams because the season's over. But this feels like more than ever a year where your team is not only had been favored earlier in the year, now at this point, you're probably, like, if we're being honest about when the Rams are at their best, probably the best team left in the bowl with the best quarterback the race for the bowl and with the best quarterback. And am I
Mhm.
crazy to say that the Rams at their best are the best team left?
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, the Patriots, I mean, I think it's pretty clear that the Broncos are the worst just because of the quarterback
Unfortunate.
situation. Unfortunately, again, it's very sad that the Broncos got to that point. You have your biggest win in 10 years, and then unfortunately, your QB gets hurt. May says Josh Allen seems to come up short when it's on the line against AFC West teams. He chose against the Chiefs and now the Broncos. The Chiefs thing to me is a Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
thing that's not a. I mean, the 13-second game, Josh Allen should have won that game.
Yeah.
We all know that game was not on Josh
I
Allen
mean, that
whatsoever.
was like just unreal, like unbelievable way to end that game.
Yeah, but the Broncos game, yeah, bad game. The Broncos defense is legit. We know that. I mean, Bo Nix had a pretty good game as we're going to get underway here shortly. Let's turn our attention now more so to this game.
Yeah, and
I know some of you in chat are saying you can see the Rams winning by 10 or more. They could. It's a possibility. Again, the Bears defense, besides generating turnovers, not good. In my video on Friday, I talked about how the Bears actually lead the NFL in forced turnovers by a large margin on the defensive side of the ball. So Matthew Stafford going to have to play clean football today.
yeah, we've been saying that.
Sure.
We've been catching ourselves saying that a lot as of late, right? He has not been playing clean football. The Rams in general, still, it's been about 5, maybe 6 weeks. The Rams have not played their best football, looking like the best team in the NFL. And so that's where I'm a little concerned of how the Rams have been trending lately, but they've been picking it up a little bit. Obviously, Davante Adams returning has been a huge help. But speaking of Josh saying that we should turn our attention to this game, I want you guys to turn your attention to this game and let us know what you think. What is your score prediction for this game? Drop a comment down below in the stream. We'll try to call some of them out. I think my prediction yesterday on my video, I don't know if you saw, Josh, was 34-21. I thought the Rams could win by more than 10 as well, and I thought it would be more of a close game early and the Rams pull away late. That is my thought on this game. How are you feeling, Josh, in your mind? What is your score prediction for this game?
Okay, well, I do not believe this is going to be a blowout game. Again, it's the playoffs. I don't come in expecting any blowouts. My score prediction was 30-24. The Rams get this win. I think it's going to be a close game again. I think what needs to happen here is the Rams kind of stay up the whole game. Or honestly, I kind of want to see what the Bears can do playing with a lead. Not a huge lead, but if the Bears get up 3 late and the defense doesn't force a turnover, what can they do?
Yeah.
Because we haven't really seen that at all this year. And we know what Matthew Stafford can do when it comes down to it. And Caleb Williams, going to give him some credit, second-year quarterback, being extremely clutch throughout the entire season, obviously. So I have it 30-24. The Rams get the win. So make sure to put some score predictions in chat right now. We're going to try to read them out before the game starts because we're in a commercial break here on the NBC broadcast, so we can really focus in on some chats right now. But some other things that I do want to make a note of is for the Rams, Kevin Dotson is back from his injury on the O-line. I talked about that in my last video. That is going to be key.
Huge.
In terms of being able to run the football to that side. We saw against the Panthers that couldn't really run on that side, as well as Terrence Ferguson being back too from his hamstring injury. The Rams couldn't really get tight ends involved against the Panthers. I think a big reason why is Terrence Ferguson being out. And Gulf Coast podcast says Rams 31, Bears 24. Pretty similar to my prediction.
Yeah.
Hey, if you get it right and I don't because of one extra point, fair enough. I definitely think it's going to be around that range. The 34-21 score, I don't think is... I mean, if the Rams do win by double digits, I can definitely see that being the score, but I just don't see that happening. But Josh, what are some things you're looking out for here in this game as well?
Well, like you said, having those guys back is key. Kevin Dotson now you have an opportunity to run the ball on either side, right? It felt kind of like just run the ball left at some point versus Carolina. We started saying avoid even attacking the right in general, but the interior of the offensive line is now going to be a little bit stronger. And then obviously in terms of Davante Adams, another week back. I mean, that's a factor, right? Coming from that hamstring injury, he was gone for a couple weeks. And so to see him and Matthew Stafford almost have that like early in the season, not really connecting 100% yet because he's returning from injury. Maybe you could call that excuses if you want, but I do feel like that is a factor, that another week of practice with him healthier again and him and Stafford getting back on the same page, that is going to be key here. And I think you'll see a couple, if not at least one, Davante Adams touchdown in this football game. That's what I'm out here looking for. And then the defense. Get to the quarterback and hold on to him for dear life. Caleb Williams is the most improvising of quarterbacks that we've ever seen possibly in the league, especially right now, right currently, right in the league. Yes, Mahomes-esque, but honestly, Caleb Williams is like, a little shiftier at times than Patrick Mahomes. And so that is the key. If you don't finish the sack, he is going to get out. He's going to get out wide and he's going to run down the field. And can you trust your corners to cover? Right now, I would say not really 100% to cover when things get out of the plan, right? He's out of the pocket, but don't even put yourself in that situation. Keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get outside of it. And then obviously, finish when you guys get an opportunity to get a sack. That is key for this D-line. We haven't seen them come out and dominate in a while, and that's the key for them in my mind. So more score predictions here down below as we see Johnny says 34-17. Wow, pretty incredible blowout for is it the Rams winning the game? I'm hoping, Johnny. Let us know who you're rooting for in this one. Carter C says Drake May the GOAT. He's a buddy of mine, big Patriots fan. I've been a big anti-Patriots guy, but I've been joking with him too. Patriots fans, I'm like, this is the easiest path for the Super Bowl for Drake May and company in terms of the regular.
Well, if Bo Nix was healthy, it wouldn't be so easy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but
he's not.
It seems to be an easier path for them. Floyd says 35-17. Rams beat the Bears by a lot. Shout out to you, Floyd, for that guess. Vibe and Fresh says 34-23. Glad to see a lot of people are on the similar boat of me. Not to say that that's what's going to happen. I'm nervous for this game. This is a talented team out there in Chicago, but definitely, I think if the Rams, again, it all goes back to if the Rams play their best, which they haven't been doing a good job of lately, that is where I think the Rams could definitely win this game by more than 10. Jerry says so tired of the bias Collinsworth, had to turn off the volume, hoping for an upset. That's why he's pulling for Caleb. Collinsworth is not going to say that word. Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting. How do you feel about this, Josh? Commentators and the way they're getting so much kind of hate, right, as of late in terms of the last couple of years. I've seen a lot of social media disdain for commentators in general. I disagree with it, but how do you feel when people say they don't like Collinsworth or they don't like Romo anymore, or they don't like, this Charles Davis, for example? Shout out to Madden, right? How do you feel about them not liking these commentators?
So, I mean, the Collinsworth thing, I think, is very real. I'm going to point to the Chiefs-Texans game when the clock was at 0 and Chris Collinsworth said the game's still not over, Mahomes can still win. And the clock was already at 0. Like, he's just such a Mahomes glazer that it gets tough to listen to him. And I'm not surprised he's pulling for Caleb because he's the closest quarterback to Mahomes. So he can say it reminds him of Mahomes. That's why you should watch us. You won't have to hear us talk about Patrick Mahomes in this stream. You won't have to hear that. You'll just have to hear this game. And if there's any news that comes out from any other games, like, for example, if the Bo Nix thing did happen, during our game, we would have broken that, as it looks like there's chicken broth available on the sidelines.
And some hot chocolate as well, yeah.
Yeah, and some hot chocolate. I mean, if I'm on the sidelines, I might be having some hot chocolate in between.
I, as a non-football player and not athletic person anymore, as much as I used to be, I would go for the hot chocolate. But I think as an athlete, chicken broth does make some sense. Something light, right? Something you can kind of take down real quick, warm you up, and then not necessarily be as thick. Because for me, after a cup of hot chocolate, I do not want to go out there and get hit in the stomach by a safety running downhill. Z-Main says 22-13 Rams win. And that's interesting, right? Not much of a factor in a lot of our guesses. A lot of us are having this game being a little bit high scoring. Snow's coming down slightly, just a little bit. Very cold out there in Chicago could be a factor in how high of a scoring effort this game is for both teams.
Yeah, Ben Johnson looks like he's chilling right now, though. on the broadcast, he looks like he's in Zen mode here. And some players to watch heading into this game, more so on the Bears side. Rams side, we know who it is. I'm looking at Kevin Dotson. How does he look? Jordan Whittington as well is back. Special teams is going to be key as a blocker and return man. On the Bears, obviously, Colson Loveland, DJ Moore, Luther Burden, all the offensive guys. But on defense, Montez Sweat, number 98, D lineman. I feel like he's kind of forgotten on this Bears defense. And he's a very good edge rusher. Nashon Wright, the corner, number 26, has multiple interceptions. Kevin Byard, he's been an interception guy for years now, even going back to his Titans days. He's one of the leaders on this defense. Jalen Johnson's healthy at cornerback. Austin Booker as well, another young defender for this Bears team. Those are really the main Bears defenders that you're going to want to look out for while watching this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think key there, you said Montez Sweat, when he got traded or ended up in Chicago, I forgot if it was free agency or via trade.
I think he got traded there and then he re-signed.
And it was from Philly, if I'm not mistaken. I remember thinking, well, he's going to be, that's it. He's lost in Chicago and going to be there for the remainder of his career, it seems like, and not necessarily, when he signed that extension, I remember thinking like, oh, it's a bad team. Why would you stay? And now he's obviously part of a good playoff run. And then there's some other pieces. If that defense, like you brought up right now as we're about to see the kickoff, that defense, if they play the way they played in the second half versus Green Bay, this is going to be a tough game for the Rams to score.
Yes.
Here we go. We have Ethan Evans, actually, the punter out there with the ski mask on, ready to send this football away. A lot of people were hyping up this wet weather. A lot of people saying it's not going to be that bad. It looks pretty cold out there. Ethan Evans with the kick. It's up. It's going to be in the landing zone about the 10-yard line. Returned all the way past the 20, 25, 30. Breaks off a tackle. 35. Going to be about the 36-yard line after it looked like Devin Duvernay was the one returning that one down the field.
Yeah, good return there for the Bears. Josh Wallace, another guy returning, got the stop. And by the way, something else to note about Collinsworth, I don't know if you know this, Josh, but PFF, Chris Collinsworth is actually a part owner of PFF, which is the rating system they use on Sunday Night Football. Just something else to point out a little bit as well.
Super interesting note for sure. Caleb Williams coming out in this game in the shotgun. Pretty good offensive line they've invested in Chicago. He's going to start under center. We got a lot of motion going on the Chicago offense. Caleb calling some plays here. Under center, sends a guy in motion. It's Loveland, cross the formation, fakes the handoff or the toss to Swift, ends up passing it wide open. DJ Moore across the formation and keeps going down the field to the 40, to the 30, and it's going to be about the 28-yard line. Huge gain already for the Chicago Bears offense. Not what you want to see there from the Rams in coverage, Quentin Lake.
No, that was not a good play whatsoever. Again, I sent him a video, might need a quarterback spot. Jared Verse kind of falls for the fake there, and again, DJ Moore just gets wide open. Nate Landman looking a little bit slow early on there out in the open field. And DJ Moore just goes right up the sideline.
Yeah, and then in the second play here, we have DeAndre Swift. Oh, he fumbled the football, it looked like. They're going to see if he's down. DeAndre Swift may have fumbled this football. He's screaming. He's a little bit upset. Rams say they have the football. They do have it. Officials saying he's down. Second down. We'll see. Lands on Nate Landman. And, yeah, the ball is knocked out because of the ground. So DeAndre Swift, luckily, fortunate there to not have fumbled that football and lost it already early for the Rams. But, just kind of really early attack from the Bears. Aggressive, quick, already snapping here on 2nd and 5. Caleb Williams drops back, pressure in his face, finds an almost open receiver, hit by Durant and Kitchens at the same time. And it's Odunze, incomplete pass, I should say.
Yeah, that should have been a touchdown. I mean, that is a miscommunication by somebody. Odunze starts off one-on-one with Durant and just kind of gets him on the stutter step, and it was thrown a little bit behind Odunze. I still think Odunze could have caught that. He did take 2 shots there after the ball went through his hand, so maybe he was a little concerned about that, but that was a missed touchdown for the Bears there.
Yeah, it could have been a touchdown. The ball floated in the air a little wobbly because of this cold possibly. So here we go, 3rd and 5, huge third down here. Hand off to DeAndre Swift. The Rams stuff it for a gain of 1. Decision time for the Bears offense. Do they go for it on 4th and about 3, or do they kick the 3?
I think we know where they're going. We know who their coach is. It's Ben Johnson. For right now, he's still looking at his play sheet here, and for now, the Bears are staying on the field. Again, we'll see if they actually go for it. But for right now, they are still on the field. I think it's the right move early on, though. We know what Ben Johnson, how he coaches. I'm not surprised one bit.
With how his offense can move the ball, I would go for it myself. Here we go. Caleb Williams in the backfield. Nobody behind him. He's in the shotgun. 4th and 3. Snaps the ball. Looks over the middle of the field. Pressure. Throws it. Intercepted. Intercepted by Kobe Durant. He's running back at the 5. At the 10. Holds on to the football. Gets dropped at the 15-yard line. And almost like a mini punt for Caleb Williams if he doesn't complete that pass. He's grabbing at his hand, actually. If he doesn't complete that pass, Rams get better field position. He throws the interceptions like a mini punt for Caleb. But either way, Rams pick it off. 0 points. Could have been 3, could have been 6. Instead, it's 0. The Rams get the early turnover in this football game.
Yes, and didn't Kobe Durant have the interception last week, too, against Bryce Young?
I'm not sure, actually. I mean, he might have. The Rams definitely got some pressure.
I think it was him, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to look at that. But yeah, a scary way to start there for the Rams defense with the DJ Moore play. But we saw this in the first half in the Packers game when Caleb wasn't good. He threw an interception, and then the second half he was awesome. Yeah, the hand TD is definitely something to watch for sure. We'll see what that is. We're going to keep you updated on that, because this could be a similar thing to Stafford where it hit the helmet, hit the arm of somebody. I want to see a replay.
And I think
when this game comes back, because I am looking at the Rams box score here.
I think when it's cold too, right? Hitting your hand on someone's cold helmet might actually hurt a little bit more than any other day. So definitely going to be something.
It was Kobe Durant, by the way. It was Kobe Durant last week as well with the interception.
Well, there you go. And like Andres says here, pick for the land shark. Yeah, great interception there. Like I said, you almost look at that as like a mini punt if you're Chicago. Going back to last week versus Green Bay, he did a similar thing. Now, I'm not saying he's throwing these interceptions on purpose, but it's kind of like ends up becoming a nice punt for the team because the Rams would have had maybe like another 10 to 15 yards if he would have just turned the ball, probably like 10 yards if he would have turned the ball over just on 4th and 3. But overall, overthrow doesn't look great on that, and this has kind of been a theme for the Chicago Bears team, right? Having moments, having flashes, and then a bad decision from Caleb Williams, slight overthrow from the quarterback, or a fumble, and all of a sudden they fall behind. If the Rams do find a way to get ahead early, they got to keep their foot on the gas. But let's go Rams. Interception, Kobe Durant. What a pick.
That was a big play. My Bears fan friend, I sent him the stream. I don't see him in chat yet, but he said, I can't wait to watch your reactions to the Iceman going off. And so far, it's early, so we're not going to say anything. So we're not going to say anything yet. Obviously, it's very early. We know what happens in the second half.
Yeah,
and whatever happens in the first half, I honestly wash it away in the start of the third quarter. Seriously.
No, it was
this Bears team has done all year.
It was what, 6 points? I think it was that they had after 3 quarters last week.
It was 20. I think it was 24 to 6.
Yeah. And they still found a way.
No. It was 20. No, it was 21-3, and then it was 27-6.
Something like that. Yeah. So you see this replay here. Not on a helmet. It looked like Caleb Williams hit his hand on Kobe Turner's hand as well. So we'll see about that. Stafford under center, snaps the ball here, drops back to pass, floats it a little too high past Puka Nacua. There's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Rams.
Didn't like that. I did not like the way this drive started. Well, and we're seeing a replay again of Caleb. Yeah, his finger hit directly on Kobe Turner's hand. And Kobe Turner actually hits him in the face. Lucky didn't get called for a flag there.
Yeah, it could have been a series-saving flag there from Kobe Turner. Defensive line has to be careful here in this football game. Stafford here, 2nd and 10. He's got to figure this out, and the run game has to be involved early. Stafford in the shotgun with Kyren Williams to his right. Puka Nacua in motion. Stafford drops back, looks Puka's way, over the middle of the field, gets to Puka, gets past the first down marker and a few more yards. Going to be a 1st and 10 for the Rams past the 30 in their own territory.
Yeah, that was a nice way to get back on track. We know the Stafford-Puka connection is not going to be missing like that very often. And again, some soft coverage there from the defense. Gets right by the linebacker. Kevin Byard kind of lost out there. So, again, Stafford with his eye manipulation, able to find Puka for an easy first down, get the drive started, get the Rams settled in here offensively.
12:15 to go. Rams with the ball at the 30-yard line in their own territory. Puka receiver in motion again. They fake the handoff to Kyren. Stafford steps up the pass, a little bit of pressure, throws it a little bit outside the outstretched hands of Kyren Williams. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 again for the Rams.
Yeah, as Floyd says, of course, we come out passing. Andres saying, like the stream, folks. I agree, Andres. You should like the stream. And I disagree with us coming out passing so heavily. I mean,
yep.
I don't mind throwing to Puka. Throw to Puka all you want. That's fine. That is totally fine with me. But for the rest of these receivers and Devontae, I do want to see Kyren get involved. I think Kyren and Corum need to be more involved here. It is early, and I think it'll happen, but I'd like to see it.
Yeah, here we go. Shotgun for Stafford. Drops back to pass. Looking. Finds Jordan Whittington for another Rams first down and a few more yards as well. About a 15 on the play. It's going to be at the 45-yard line in Rams territory still. And Jordan Whittington hasn't really been involved in the offense as of late. He gets a nice first down catch early.
Yeah, I like to see them throwing to other guys. I mean, Jordan Whittington, another sure-handed receiver. He's a guy who I highlighted in my last video more so about being healthy for the special teams than being healthy for the offense, because he's a good blocker and a good return man on special teams. But I like to see him get involved, get a touch. I would like to see the Rams run the ball more. I would like to see it. 1st and 10, looks like it could be a run here. Bears look prepared for it. Stafford sends a man in motion across the formation, does hand the ball off to Kyren Williams, who shimmy shakes, gets about 5, 6, maybe 7 yards on first down. Yeah, see there you go. That was good defense. That was good blocking, I should say, by the Rams O-line there. As I just realized Grady Jarrett is actually still on the Bears. I didn't know that until just now. But
Yeah, that's a good defensive player for them in the interior. And yeah, like you said, and we've said this in the past. Last week, someone brought it up in the chat. Might have been Floyd who mentioned the Rams like to see maybe pass to open up the run as opposed to run open up the pass game. That's what they did early in this game so far. Nice first down run, gets 6 yards on the play. So it's gonna be 2nd and 4. Rams at about the 50-yard line, just pass into Bears territory. Stafford under center. Kyren Williams looked like he's still the running back in the backfield. And either a delay of game or a timeout early. And I see a flag on the play. And it looks like it's going to be timeout Rams to save themselves from the violation. So Rams spend their first timeout early. That's okay. That's okay. It's first quarter, first half. These timeouts mean a lot less in the second half timeouts. But obviously a little bit weird to see them not be prepared with the clock coming down there on the play clock.
Yeah, no, that is definitely interesting here. Sean McVay looking at his play sheet, not in too many layers though.
Yeah, no, I think he looks ready to go. And by the way, a little personal vendetta here for Sean McVay, as his buddy, his pal, LaFleur out in Green Bay might have been a little disrespected by Ben Johnson with a quick handshake and the F the Packers in the locker room afterwards. We'll see what Sean McVay has to say after this game. As Stafford under center here, he's going to have Kyren again in the backfield, sends a tight end Davis Allen in motion, hands the ball off to Kyren Williams, who gets hit behind the line, ends up pushing forward for about a yard or so. Looks like Nashawn Wright coming off the edge there to slow Kyren down.
Yeah, Nashawn Wright, he's a guy you got to look out for. Obviously, the multiple interceptions. Floyd saying to please run the ball. Well, on third down, I don't know if we're going to here, but yeah, that's just a great tackle there from Nashawn Wright. He kind of gets unblocked in there. Kyren had really nowhere to go. That's a bad block. Someone missed their block there, I think.
Might have been Puka right there. Should have chopped him a little bit better than that. So here we go. Shotgun, 3rd and 3 for the Rams, right about the 50 at the 49-yard line. Puka Nacua, receiver in motion. Stafford in the shotgun. Drops back to pass, looking, throws it to Puka Nacua. 3rd and Nacua, first down, Rams.
Yeah, again, I mean, you're going to find Puka on first down. Just runs an easy little quick route, gain a few yards. You need a 3, gains about 6 there. So you get further into Bears territory, and Deuce was saying it was Davis Allen who missed the block. Yeah, it did look like someone missed the block. So thank you for sharing that, obviously. So, yeah, as you were talking about with the Packers game, I don't think the F the Packers was about LaFleur. I think that was a Bears-Packers thing, but the quick handshake was interesting.
Very interesting, to say the least. As Stafford's under center here. Ball is still in Bears territory. Hands the ball off out wide to Kyren Williams, who gets 5, 6, 7, 8 yards as he's powering through some Bears defenders. Going to be a 2nd and short for the Rams.
And they ran the ball on Kevin Dotson's side there. That's what having Kevin Dotson back means. Is look at that. They just circled it on the broadcast.
Yeah, and all of a sudden,
Kyren Williams able to find that hole. Warren McClendon gave him a nice spot there as well to run on down that right side. Has a nice gain. It's going to be 2nd down and short here. And I like this drive for the Rams. They're taking some time off the clock after getting an interception. The Bears are moving fast. Rams kind of slowing the tempo down a bit.
Yeah, run at your own pace. That's what the Rams should be doing here. They're the veteran team here. They know what they have to do. They should be moving comfortably here. Stafford under center, drops back to pass. A lot of pressure in his face. He finds Jordan Whittington over the middle of the field. Puka blocking for him. Blocking. And Whittington gets to about the 15-yard line. Great blocking from Puka Nacua. He does it all for you. He'll make the catch and he'll block down the field for his receivers.
Yeah, that was a great play. That was a great play. As TD just said, 2nd and short, playbook wide open. And it definitely is there.
A lot of pressure.
Kevin Dotson being healthy helps out, although he kind of missed his block. And Whittington just wide open, kind of crossing over the middle of the field, goes to the sideline. Montez Sweat, by the way, was the guy that got pressure there. That's definitely something to look at, see if we may need to try to double him a little bit more.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on Stafford. 4 for 6 so far. 55 yards on this drive. Stafford drops back to pass. Interesting snap. Fakes over the middle of the field. Nearly gets Colby Parkinson just outside of the outstretched hands. Could have been a touchdown for the Rams. I thought that it was an interesting looking play off the snap. Fake screen to the right. Down the field to Parkinson, who beat his man. Just a slight overthrow out of the outstretched hands of Parkinson.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that there. Colby Parkinson had 9 touchdowns since week 10, including postseason, which is actually the most.
Insane.
Yeah, that is pretty insane. I think Stafford actually faked a little too hard there.
Yeah, right.
On the screen.
Interesting there. Stafford in the shotgun. Ball is now at about the 16-yard line in the red zone for the Rams. Stafford drops back to pass. Looking, finds Kyren Williams, who has to drop down to the ground to make that catch, but he does make the catch. It's going to be 3rd and about medium for the Rams on this final play here.
Is Z-Main saying they missed an offside? I did not see an offside. I do want to see a replay if they show it of what you were talking about, because if they did, by the way, I saw an ESPN article say the Rams have a ref who's actually thrown the most flags in the NFL this season, reffing this game.
Love to see that, especially after what Puka said.
Teams.
what Puka said a few weeks ago, that doesn't help. So 3rd and 4 here. Stafford, nobody in the backfield, drops back to pass. Quick pass out to the running back, Kyren Williams, who makes a quick out route. It's a 1st down, Rams, 1st and goal. There we go. Jonah waves at us. We'll wave back at you, Jonah. Appreciate you joining the chat.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jonah, for waving TDs, saying Williams, Kyren making some plays. It's red zone time. It's 1st and goal time. It's Devontae Adams time. Yeah, I want to see the Patriots fans get angry that Stafford's going to have another 3-yard touchdown to Adams, but hey.
Yeah, ESG says we are in Devontae territory. Let's see if the Rams can make it happen. Here we go. Stafford under center. Kyren is the running back. Fakes it to Kyren. Looking to his right. Rolling. Fakes. Stafford still pumping. Throws out of bounds. Finally. A little dangerous there. I want to see him throw it away. Maybe a little bit earlier than that, but he tries to make a play happen. Doesn't. It's 2nd and goal now for the Rams.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay. I mean, again, throwing the ball away, fine. Nothing's open. I'd rather you do that than try to force something. This could also be 4-down territory for the Rams here. You're inside the 5. If you're close enough, you can get something easily on 4th down. If you go backwards at all, then you probably kick. But I could definitely see this being 4-down territory. Maybe
a run here is what I would like to see. We'll see Stafford changing the play at the line. On the shotgun, 3 receivers out left, sends Puka to his right. Cross the formation. Kyren gets the handoff. Puka blocking for him. Kyren Williams, touchdown Rams. Despite the face mask from the Bears defender, Kyren Williams powers through the end zone. Touchdown Rams. And the Rams start with the lead 6-0. 14-play drive. 6:33 time off the clock.
Yes, that is exactly what I wanted to see. A drive coming up. A drive taking time off the clock. Kyren Williams again. Puka with the block once again. We talked about it earlier. Puka blocking again. Blocking Jalen Johnson, too. One of the better corners in the league. Yeah, Brisker in there with the easy face mask. I mean, if it's a touchdown, I guess you don't really have to call it. But that should still be at least noted as Mevis for the extra point.
Ooh, right down the middle.
Yes. Like to see that. That was one of the other keys to the game was how will Harris and Mevis perform in this weather. And so far, he is 1 for 1. And this is what I wanted to see heading into this game. And by the way, if you watched my video on Friday, my Couchy prediction was a Kyren Williams touchdown at any time for the Rams.
There you go.
And a Colston Loveland touchdown at any time for the Bears. So I'm 1 for 2.
There you go. We're going to root for that Colston Loveland touchdown in the 4th quarter when the Rams are up 20, of course.
Yes.
But shout out to everybody in the chat. Drop down the chat. TD's in the chat. Kyren in the chat. 23 in the chat. Whatever you want to do, drop it in the chat right now. Make sure you guys like the stream. Appreciate you all for joining in. But the Rams start this game off exactly how we wanted them to. The offense slowly, methodically working their way down the field, whether it's Puka, whether it's Whittington, whether it's Puka in the blocking game, right? Obviously facing the blitz. I think Stafford handled all of it extremely well. We haven't even seen Devontae Adams get involved yet. A lot of weapons still for this Rams offense, and still the Rams start off extremely strong with a touchdown and 6 minutes off the clock.
Yes, they do. And we'll see how Caleb looks this drive with that little finger injury. I think it did affect Stafford a little bit last week, so we do have to wait and see. Z-Man, we have to play like this all game. Yeah, we do. Again, as I said, the 3rd quarter, it's 0-0 against this team. I know it's a bit cliche. A lot of teams say that, but against the Bears, it really is 0-0. Honestly, if you're a Bears fan, I feel like if you're down 10 at halftime, you're like, okay. You're kind of ready for it. Yeah, you're kind of ready, man. Well said. Let's go Rams. Thank you, Manuel, for being here in chat once again. Yeah, make sure to like the stream, everybody. Like the stream, share the channel. Do all of that good stuff. Subscribe, obviously. So definitely do all of that for the Rams to win this game. Off to a very good start, but we saw this last week too, Josh. We're against the Panthers. They went up 17-7 midway in the second quarter, and the game almost got away from them.
Yeah, exactly. So the Rams need to continue to, again, I said this earlier in my video yesterday, keep your foot on the gas. You cannot let up on this team. And if you're the defense now, this is your time. Rams have the lead. You know what Caleb Williams is going to go out there and press maybe a little bit. Start going after the quarterback. Pin your ears back and just go get number 18. That is your number one goal here on this drive. Nice 3 and out would be a huge start.
I love this. I love this commercial. But TD, first TD for a $1.99 donation. Thank you so much, TD. Have you seen this clip, Josh? This commercial of the guy celebrating while his baby was sleeping?
I have not seen that. It looks pretty cool for sure. Look at he celebrated the Bears-Packers game just last week.
You hadn't seen that before? Oh, that was a great one. I saw that one on an Instagram reel. I saw that last week. That was a great clip. That was a great celebration.
TD, appreciate you with the $2 dono. 100% love your guys' support. Always just love you guys being here in the chat, but always appreciate any types of donations as well. We'll definitely read any questions you guys have, if you have any, as this kickoff gets all the way in to the end zone, but actually right in the landing zone. So Duvernay has to drop back and kneel it in the red zone. So in the end zone. So the Rams will have to come out on defense and see if they can slow down this offense a little bit. You didn't like what you saw necessarily early in that drive for the first drive for Chicago. Can the Rams turn it around and show them how dominant they can be on defense?
I think that they need to. Yeah. I think this is kind of a need that they have to have right now. Obviously, they got the turnover, which is key. Juan saying, get the defense more to play in the second and first quarter, and the offense to play well for the Rams to win versus Seahawks for the championship for Super Bowl 60.
You got it. Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. As we're looking at Chris Shula wearing some more layers.
Well, could be
Sean McVay.
Could be the next coach for, speaking of not liking the cold, could be the next coach for the Miami Dolphins. We'll see if that's the case. It's Caleb right now in under center. He sends a receiver, looks like a tight end in motion, pitches out to DeAndre Swift, or it's not DeAndre Swift, it might be I forget the running back's name, how to pronounce it, but it's going to be stuffed. Manungai, stuffed by the Rams, loses 2 or 3 yards on the play. And right now we're seeing, that replay earlier in the game, Kobe Turner putting some pressure on Caleb. Caleb hit his hand on Turner's hand, and so pitch first. We'll see how his next throw looks from Caleb, because right now he's running the ball so far.
Yeah, he's still shaking that hand out. He's still kind of moving that hand a little bit. So it is definitely something to look at. We'll see at halftime if we have an exact injury on that. Second and
12, ball to 18. Caleb drops back to pass. Quick pass out to his left. Looks like it's going to be Luther Burden, who's shifting, shaking, and actually gets himself near the first down marker. So gains about 11 on the play. And the rookie making a play early. Shifty out in the backfield.
Yes, but Luther Burden did do the first down celebration, even though I don't know if he got it for sure. So you kind of lose some points there for that. But yeah, the reason why the Bears drafted Luther Burden, I thought he was a first-round talent coming into the draft. And obviously, Kobe Durant tries for the low tackle, doesn't work. Quentin Lake and Jared Verse both got their ankles broken. Don't think we missed that. But he kind of reminds me of Jameson Williams a little bit. He's kind of the Bears version of Jameson Williams.
3rd and inches here. Caleb actually hands the ball off to Manungai, who powers through the Rams D-line for a first down. Just barely gets it, about a yard on the play. So first down, Bears, and the Rams got to wake up a little bit. Got to wrap up on your tackles.
Yes, you do. I mean, we saw the Packers struggle to do this all throughout the second half. Manuel saying hopefully he won't be a big burden in this game. I like that one. I like that. That was a good one.
Yeah, like that for sure, man. Well, appreciate you. Floyd says need to tackle better. Yeah, I think Kobe Durant has to wrap up on that one. Caleb under center here, snaps the ball, 1st and 10, fakes the handoff to Manungai, drops back to pass, all day to throw. We need some pressure here. Runs out to the left, then finally throws down the field, and it dropped by Colston Loveland. Kobe Durant is livid at the ref, telling him it's a push-off. Either way, it's incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 for the Bears.
I didn't like that coverage, though. I didn't like that Colston Loveland was able to get open there. Obviously, Caleb had all the time in the world to throw it in the pocket. This is something everyone's been talking about all week here, is that he kind of prefers to move outside of the pocket. And for Colston Loveland, it's a little low, but at the same time, you got to catch that, though. You got to catch that. You get open for your quarterback. He puts it somewhere near you. You got to catch it. Rams catch a lucky break there.
Ball at the 31-yard line in Bears territory. Caleb drops back, tipped up again, but caught this time by Zacchaeus. he actually gets a nice gain of about 8 or 9. So it's going to be 3rd and short now for the Bears after he tipped that ball up and nearly dropped it.
Yeah, nearly. TJ says rare drop for Loveland. Yeah, that's a very rare drop there for Loveland. And the Bears kind of opening up the playbook a little bit. Though Caleb this time staying in the pocket pretty well. Amanda Forbes kind of had a chance to bet that one down, but didn't. 3rd and short here once again.
3 and 6 for Caleb Williams on the day so far. 3rd and 1 early in this game, 40-yard line for the Bears. Handoff to Swift, who easily gets a first down and more. Breaks off past the 50, a little bit past the 50, going to be about the 48-yard line for the Bears. Just wide open space there for DeAndre Swift, who still has the shiftiness as he did a couple years ago.
Yeah, it looked like after last year, it was looking like he was almost done even. And then this year with Ben Johnson comes right back. Cole Kmet laying a pretty good block there on the Spates. And again, on Byron Young to give Swift some room there down the right side of the field. The Lions, not the Lions, the Bears do this so well. They're able to gain rushing yards, gain passing yards, because Ben Johnson's just so creative as a play caller.
Yeah, looks like Jared Verse might have jumped off sides there. We'll see if they call it. The flag is down. So Caleb says free play. Throws it all the way down the field to Colston Loveland, who makes the catch. So the Rams jump off sides. Jared Verse jumps past the line. They end up finding Colston Loveland down the field. Take a chance since they saw the flag on the field. And it is going to be a first down for the Bears.
Yeah, as Manuel says, number 4 is very swift. That's another good one.
There you go. Like the puns, Manuel, so far in this game. But the Rams defense, again, not coming alive here. Jared Verse, I mean, not getting pressure early and then jumping off sides. It's just very frustrating. If you're going to jump off sides, you better go get that quarterback, right? And then Jared Verse, like, stop playing because a flag was on the floor. I mean, I don't understand that. Go get the quarterback. Make sure that, okay, they're going to call a flag on you, then make sure he doesn't throw it down the field.
Yeah, that is definitely something that they need to do here. Already almost in the red zone for the Bears.
Yeah, handoff to Manungai, breaking off tackles left and right and keeps it going all the way down to about the 9-yard line. Just unable to make a tackle. And this Rams team, we know how cold it is. You still got to play this football game. You got to make these tackles.
Yeah, you do. You do. There's nothing more to say except you got to tackle better in the open field. The Bears getting some extra blockers in there. TJ saying our defensive backfield is a problem. Yeah, it is. It's a problem. Again, Amanda Forbes, you got to make that tackle. Manungai is not a huge guy. You need to be able to bring him down. It's already 1st and goal here for the Bears.
Yeah, 1st and goal, 9-yard line for the Bears. Caleb Williams hands off to Manungai yet again right up the middle. This time he's stuffed quite a bit, gains about 1 yard on the play, but runs into a brick wall, and that brick wall might be named Kobe Turner.
Yeah, he did. And both these running backs showed a lot of flashes. The graphic here says only teammates each with 750 plus rushing yards. Manuel saying this is going to be a good game, a great game. Yeah, I think it is too. I definitely think that this will be the Rams. If they can get another stop here, another turnover even, that would be great.
1st and goal, ball at the 7-yard line now. Caleb under center, calling plays out. Tight end in motion. Hands off to Manungai up the middle of the field. Gets stuffed a little bit. Pushes through the line. Gets a gain of about 3 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and goal with about 2 yards to go to score for the Bears.
Yeah, the Bears just kind of running up the middle on the Rams. The Rams run defense actually did a pretty good job against the Panthers. They kind of played Rico Dowdle out of the game. Rico Dowdle was so ineffective. TJ says Byron has to set the edge. Yeah, he does. He does, and these D linemen so far for the Rams are not setting edges. They're not really coming off of blocks well whatsoever here early on in this game. 4-down
territory for the Bears, but first 3rd and goal with short to gain. It's going to be a timeout first before they get the snap off. Looks like the Bears didn't like what they saw, so they're going to go call their first timeout of the first half. Rams up 7-0, 32 seconds left in this first quarter. The defenses of both teams are not looking super great here. But so far, we'll see if the Rams can get a stop. 3rd and goal, and Manuel calls for Nate Landman to peanut punch a football out here in the red zone.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if he can. Landman's been kind of down a little bit lately, so let's see if he can. He can do that. TD saying need a stop. Blue says defense needs to make stops. Yeah, the defense, the first drive wasn't great until that interception.
Yeah. Exactly. So we'll see if they can respond here. So far have not. Again, 3rd and goal, ball at about the 3-yard line for the Bears. Caleb Williams under center. Expecting a run, but Williams calling things out here. Sends a tight end in motion across the formation. Hands off to Monongai up the middle of the field. He gets stuffed by the Rams. Gains maybe a yard on the play. Going to be 4th and goal. 2 yards to go. And the Bears have a decision to make on 4th and goal. Ben Johnson.
And they can wait till the second quarter to make this decision. They are able to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if they play out the rest of the quarter here. Don't run a play.
Yeah.
Don't kick.
Looks like
This is a big decision here. If the Bears don't get this, the positive here is you are putting the Rams all the way back pretty much in their own end zone.
Looks like that's exactly what they will do. So end of the first quarter here. 4th and goal when we come out into the second quarter. Caleb Williams, decent start. The Rams defense not playing great, but the Rams offense looked incredible to start this game. We'll have to wait and see. Can the Rams get a stop on 4th and goal, or will we see a field goal opportunity for the Bears? And while we have a second, go ahead, read some chat.
I was saying that was huge. Yeah, that was a big stop. You make them you force them to make a key decision here early. And again, if the Rams can get a stop on 4th down, you give yourself a chance to go up 2 scores here early on. And for the Rams offensively, you know you could score against this team. Z-Main, the Bears should punt. I think you mean kick.
Yeah, Bears should kick, not punt for sure. They actually, you know what? Bears should punt. Why not? Go ahead and punt here.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, man. Maybe they should punt.
Maybe they should punt in this scenario. But while we have a second here with a commercial break on the screen, end of first quarter, I did want to take a little commercial break of our own and tell everybody to make sure you guys consider downloading Kalshi. The link in our description is there. You guys download Kalshi. You guys get $20 when you trade your first 100, but you got to use code DIGEST-NFL. Let me make sure I pull that up for you. DIGEST-NFL for you, so you can start trading on Kalshi. Get $20 when you trade your first 100. Kalshi is a #1 prediction market in the entire United States. You can trade on all things, not just sports, but for us sports fans, you can trade on game outcomes, predictions, score predictions, who scores, props, all that good stuff. You can trade on Kalshi. And if you're concerned because you're in California or you're in Texas or any other state across the country, Kalshi is live in all 50 states. So do not be concerned. You can also download and start trading on Kalshi today. But if you're going to download Kalshi, you might as well use our promo code DIGESTNFL. Again, $20 when you trade your first 100. You have anything to say about Kalshi, Josh? What are you in on right now for Kalshi? Are you trading right now on Kalshi?
So for me, I already said Kyren touchdown anytime. I already got that. Obviously, Colston Loveland, need him to score a touchdown. Hopefully when the Rams are up big is when that happens. That's kind of what I'm in on. And for the tomorrow's game, the college football national championship game, I do have Indiana winning, but by under 8.5 points.
Interesting. Could be a game there. We'll see if you are right. I actually decided, and this was pretty cool about Kalshi, I was sitting there and I said, you know what? I'm a trade in on Matthew Stafford winning MVP. And then I sat there and said, you know what? I could cash out right now for more than double my money. That's what's cool about Kalshi. You can actually cash out at any time during, or for the most part, it depends on what you're trading on, but you could cash out sometimes at any time. And I was able to cash out over double my money on Stafford winning MVP before he even won it. I didn't want to have to wait for it. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to cash out and go ahead and move on. So let's go back to the game here. 4th and goal for the Bears at the 2-yard line, 2.5 maybe. We'll see what Caleb Williams decides. In the shotgun, drops back to pass, looking to his right. Some pressure, looks over the middle of the field. Caught, touchdown. DJ Moore over the middle of the field. Incredible throw from Caleb Williams. The Rams get lost in coverage, and when you give Caleb Williams time, he's going to have an opportunity looking down the field. You got to get more pressure on him, and the Rams don't. 12-play drive. Caleb Williams ends it with a touchdown.
Yeah, again, this is what the Bears do. The front four not getting home. Caleb floats it right over the hands of Spates. And is able to get right to DJ Moore. I think Spates actually may have tipped that a little bit. Darius Williams is just a little bit late as DJ Moore just running across the back end line of the end zone there. And the Bears have had kicking issues as well, so let's see if this one goes in.
Yeah, the kick is up and the kick is good for the Bears. So 7-7 football game in this second quarter. 14:55 to go in the second quarter. You see some Bears fans getting hype and excited in the crowd. I mean, here's one thing I am a little bit sad about as a football fan in general. The Bears have been bad for such a long time. And if it wasn't the fact that the Bears had to play the Rams, I was kind of rooting a little bit for this Bears team, especially against the Green Bay Packers. I was loving seeing the cheese grating going on in the stadium. Like seeing Caleb.
The cheese grating was great. That was great. That was amazing.
Like seeing Caleb get involved as well. And, Z-Main says Caleb is special. And truthfully, I mean, that's the biggest thing too, right? Say what you want about the fact the Rams are playing them. I'm not trying to overhype him or give him too much love here, but USC guy, right? SoCal guy for us, or what it feels like. And I think when you see a lot of the hate around him when he got drafted and the fingernail painting, all that stuff, I was happy to see some of the success of Caleb Williams with this Bears squad. But hey, not too happy to see that touchdown. Don't get me wrong. Just kind of wanted to point out that
that was not a good defensive drive
yeah.
for the Rams at all. So we have some more chats here. Manuel said, "Does anyone watch the Winter Olympics?" Sometimes. More of a Summer Olympics guy. Back when Shaun White was in the Winter Olympics, trust me, I was watching. Shaun White, San Diego guy.
I used to just watch when I was younger. And, now not as much anymore that I'm older and busy and don't have as much time. But yeah, definitely. If it's on TV, I'll definitely try to catch some stuff. So here we go.
Especially when Shaun White was on. You had to watch when Shaun White was on.
Kick is up and into the end zone. So the Rams will get the football here. 14:55 to go in the second quarter with a chance to respond. And we see a little graphic here by NBC saying 3 is a company for Puka Nacua, Stafford, and Davante Adams. 129 receptions for Puka on the season with 14 receiving touchdowns. First player to lead the NFL in receiving touchdowns for 3 different teams it was for Davante Adams. So definitely a great trio so far for the Rams on offense. Can they make something happen here on this drive?
Hopefully.
Here we go. Kyren is the runner back in the backfield. Stafford under center. Looks like they're set up to run. We'll wait and see what the call is. Puka, receiver in motion, cross a formation. Fakes the handoff to Kyren. Still gets pressure in his face. Stafford able to avoid it. Drops down the field. Nearly intercepted. Not sure what Stafford was looking at. There was 3 Bears defenders around Terrence Ferguson.
Yeah, I mean, I like them throwing to Terrence Ferguson, but again, that was actually Blake Corum in the backfield there.
But it was.
When Kevin Byard is on you, Kevin Byard is one of the best interception guys of the last 10 years on the defensive backfield. Just not a good play there whatsoever. I agree with you. I don't know what Stafford saw. Maybe he thought Ferguson was going to try to go over and then it was an underthrow, but I did not like that play call whatsoever.
Led the NFL in interceptions, did Kevin Byard, and Stafford just targeted him there, nearly threw one there to him. Stafford in the shotgun, drops back to pass, quick throw out to his right to Kanata Munfield for a quick gain of about 6 on the play. Nice little pitch and catch for Stafford.
Yeah, nice to see Munfield getting involved early. I want to see them throw to Adams. If you're going to throw, I want to see Davante get more involved. He's kind of been your guy. Again, third down, it could be third and Puka, it could be third and Davante. Either of these guys. Davante's healthier this week, as we mentioned pregame. I'd like to see them throw to him a little bit more.
Agree with you there. 14:20 to go. Clock is ticking. Stafford in Bears territory, calling out plays. 3rd and 4 for the Rams. Kind of a big third down here early in this football game. Stafford sends a receiver in motion. No running back in the backfield. Drops back to pass. Looking. Pressure to his left. And miscommunication with his receiver. Incomplete pass. And the Rams punting unit is running out on the field.
Yeah, I think you have to punt here. I think that is the right call. Unfortunately, your defense, after already being on the field for so long, is going to have to come back out there. Normally, I wouldn't like that. It looked like Kyle Gordon got a cornerback blitz there on Matthew Stafford, kind of unblocked. Normal weather, I wouldn't like this, but actually in the cold weather, the Rams defense is actually already going to be warmed up. So I actually kind of like this just because of the weather.
We'll see if they're warmed up enough to get a stop. Ethan Evans with a punt deep down the field. Great punt to the 10 and great punt coverage, but they don't get Duvernay down just yet. 5-yard line, gets up to the 10, to the 15, and gains a nice gain after nearly being tackled immediately off the punt.
Yeah, I mean, you should have brought him down there.
Yeah.
Again, with the tackling, you got to bring him down there. He would have been pinned back at the 5-yard. They're still pinned back inside the 20. So again, it's not like he got all the way to the 50, but there were multiple chances to bring him down, and they couldn't.
Yeah. The Rams defense got to come alive here. TD says, come on, D. Manuel says 3rd and 4, and McPass doesn't run the ball. 4 yards is always tough, but not having a running back in the backfield at all is interesting for sure. Z-Main says, don't go away from the run game. Yeah, Rams got away from it there. Blake Corum drive, and they don't let him touch the football.
And they don't even give him the ball.
Yeah, exactly. And let's go Bears from Sony. So, the Rams punt the football away. It's time for the defense now to respond. Yes. And we said this, right? This Bears defense can, at times, look pretty good out there, right? You saw that second half versus Green Bay. They were able to slow down the offense of the Packers enough to let their team come back on offense. So the Rams got to make sure they stay aggressive here. And I just, you don't like that throw over Kevin Byard's way, guy who led the NFL in interceptions, and you throw it into 3-man coverage there from Stafford, but hopefully he can kind of hone in on some of the play calling too, right? You got to just find ways to get, like you said, Devontae Adams involved, Terrence Ferguson involved in a different way, and keep the run game involved. Yeah,
just not great decision making from Matthew Stafford on that drive. The last play, I think, was a miscommunication. I think both sides there, quarterback, receiver, were not in clear we're not in clear communication. Floyd says Chicago scores too many points to be having 3 and outs. Yes.
Yep, exactly. And that's the thing here. And that's why both teams are being a little bit aggressive on 3rd and shorts and 4th down attempts early, because they understand both offenses are pretty good. And by the way, a stat I saw earlier this week is yardage-wise, I think the Bears are top 3 in terms of offensive passing or offensive yardage in general in the league. So kind of surprising when I saw that stat.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos back in the chat with the negativity. It's not a Rams Digest stream unless we have Carlos in the chat hating a little bit. Angel from...
It's funny, right after the Bears scored, he came in chat.
Angel from Madrid, says SC fan, but could care less about Caleb. Well, right now, I don't care about Caleb or the Bears or Chicago fans. I hate Chicago, hate the city right now, hate all their fans saying that Rams can't handle the cold. So we'll see if the Rams can prove them wrong here. Caleb Williams under center. All receivers out left. It's DeAndre Swift to his right. There we go. He goes to DJ Moore, who gains nothing on the play. Great tackle from Kobe Durant in coverage.
Yeah, we needed that. The snow is coming down a little harder now than it was earlier in the game. And that's definitely going to play a factor into these players' footings for sure out there on the field. But as we just said, great tackle there by Kobe Durant. Got to keep on doing that throughout this entire game if the Rams do want to move on.
Agreed there. Caleb Williams in the shotgun here. 2nd and 10, ball at the 20-yard line in Bears territory. Cole Kmet, tight end in motion. Caleb drops back, pressure in his face, throws behind Colston Loveland for an incomplete pass. And honestly, DeAndre Swift might have been wide open right to the right of Colston Loveland, but missed by Caleb Williams, I think.
Yeah, and Loveland again, technically another drop. Not a great pass there from Caleb, but still technically another drop. 2 rare drops for Loveland. CB said these 2 teams have the best offenses left in the playoffs. I would agree with you on that.
It's cold. It's cold out there.
Yeah, 3rd and 10, though. 3rd and 10. Got to get off the field here. Got to get off.
Caleb in the shotgun, 3rd and 10. Ball still at the 20 in Bears territory. Quick pass out to his left to Colston Loveland, who pushes and fights for a gain of 6, but not nearly enough for a first down. Rams might have forced a 3 and out. I doubt the Bears go for it here, and Caleb is coming off the field.
All right, so the 3 and out. But Rams have a 3 and out. Bears have a 3 and out. Rams defense comes in clutch there. Colston Loveland trying to go down the right side. Braden Fisk able to track him down. Nice to see Braden Fisk making an impact early. CD saying punt time deuce. Nice. Yeah, that is exactly what this Rams team needed. After having a bad offensive drive themselves, you force the Bears to have a 3 and out.
Special teams would be huge in this game. We can see some returns here with all the slipping and sliding from some of these defenders. Instead, this one gets punted all the way out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. The Rams should have the ball about a 23 and a half yard line. So Manuel says defense. Josh says Rams, Seahawks, NFC Championship game. We'll see after this game. Give it a couple hours and we'll officially know if that's the case. Deuce says nice. TD says punt time. Manuel says, hey, did we ever talk about how badly the Niners got beat by Seattle? We did not, and in all honesty, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. Loved it. Went out, was watching that game actually out at a yard house, and left, honestly, in the third quarter, like very early in that third quarter, because there was no reason to sit and watch that game. Although it was fun to watch the Niners lose in that fashion. I will also say, as a realistic fan of football, a lot of injuries. I didn't expect San Fran to be in that game. Didn't expect that much of a beating, but I didn't expect San Fran to really be in that game. Did you watch that game, Josh? And how good did it feel to watch the Niners lose like that?
Yeah, well, first off, shout out to the Niners for beating the Eagles. Thank you for that.
True.
And they did what they were supposed to do, lose in round 2. The Niners had, in my opinion, had the best playoffs of any team. If the Rams don't win the Super Bowl, the Niners, in my opinion, had the best playoffs of any team. They did what they were supposed to do. They beat the Eagles. They did the NFL a service because we needed to do that to make sure football was actually going to be played the right way. And then they get crushed by the Seahawks. So, again, it's a great playoffs for the Niners if you are a Rams fan. But, yeah, that game for the Niners, I will say, shout out to Shanahan. That team should not have been in the divisional round, and they got there. Shout out to Shanahan. I think the George Kittle injury really just lowered the spirits.
Yeah, I think San Fran's biggest mistake, and it's not a bad, I don't mean to say it too badly because Brock Purdy did actually have a pretty good rest of his season once he came back from injury, but I don't know, paying the guy $200 million is just kind of, what am I grubbing on? I know I keep eating, sorry. I ate some lunch earlier, and then I had some Ferrero Rocher chocolates. You ever had one of these, Josh? These are, obviously, if you had one, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're pretty amazing. That's what I'm eating, Manuel. Little snacks in the middle of these commercial breaks, but from the San Fran side of things, I think, Shanahan's a good coach, I think, but I don't know. You got to move. You got to change something, right? At this point, they're in a weird era where it's like Kittle's getting older, now has the Achilles injury, and, Fred Warner's older, and he's dealing with injuries, and you lost some guys on defense. You lost, some pieces on offense. You got to move on from Ayuk, and I just don't really see in their future like a success, which I'm fine if they keep everything the way it is, because I don't really think they're going to win with the way their team is structured. But we'll have to wait and see on what they do. A lot of changes around the NFL, though, and as we're saying that, we're already back. We'll go back to that game in a bit, but Stafford, 1st and 10. The ball is at the 24-yard line, and Kyren tries to shake and bake in the backfield, but does not avoid the Bears defense. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 for the Rams at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, again, just Kyren not getting anything brisker there on the tackle for the Bears. Like then, I think the footing there is a bit of a problem. It looked like Kyren couldn't really get his feet set to make that juke move. And it's going to be 2nd and long here early for the Rams.
Yeah, it looks cold and only getting colder in Chicago. More snow falling on the field. Here we go. Stafford in the shotgun. Kyren running back to his left. Stafford drops back, looking, and the ball is tipped up in the air. Could be a fumble, but Kyren saves it just in case it is a fumble. Stafford just not feeling the pressure right over his shoulder. Throws the football despite a defender being right on his back. Could have been a fumble. Either way, Kyren recovers it. And we'll see here if his arm was going forward. He might have been calling that a fumble. What do you think?
I don't know if there's enough there.
Yeah, I think it's a fumble.
Well, we recovered it regardless.
Yeah, but just, it's maybe...
Well, that means Kyren should still get yards, though, because he wasn't down.
I think it was loss of 1 or 2 yards, though, actually, in that case. I don't think he gained any. So Stafford, loss of 1. Stafford, 3rd and 11, drops back, looking, throws to his right, feeds Terrence Ferguson. What a dot. That's an MVP throw from Matthew Stafford right over the outstretched hand of a defender. 3rd and 11, he says, how about I'll give you 13?
Yeah, I mean, that goes right through Kyle Gordon's hands. I mean, I thought, as soon as I saw Kyle Gordon there, I thought, oh no. This is an interception, but no, it is not. T. Ferg, as Deuce says, Ferg in chat. He is back running that route, gets to the sideline. Huge first down for the Rams.
What a throw. What a catch from the rookie. Huge play there. Great to have Terrence Ferguson back. Stafford under center, 1st and 10. Drops back, looking. Oh, he's sacked. I mean, no one picks up Jaquan Brisker off the edge, wide open lane, directly to Stafford, and just Stafford didn't call it out. Running back didn't see it, and it was just no chance for Stafford to do anything there.
No, someone missed their block here once again. It was like Ferguson, McClendon. Somebody just missed him, and he just gets right there. And if you're Matthew Stafford, yeah, don't even try to throw that. You just got to take the hit, take the L. And Stafford, right when he got up, looking at his own line, saying, "What happened?"
Yeah, and I think might have been
where was the blocking? A 7-yard loss there. It's gonna be 2nd and 17.
Miscommunication there from the Rams picking up that blitz. Here we go. Receiver in motion. Stafford hands off to Kyren up the middle of the field, who gains a nice little gain here. Might have got the sack back. Could be about 3rd and long here for the Rams, right around that 50-yard line. Going to be with the 45 for the Rams in their own territory. Manuel says that's brisk, baby. And how many more puns can he make? Referring.
Yeah, how many more? I kind of want to see how many more he can make.
3 puns so far. 3rd and 11. Rams already up to go. Ball at the 41-yard line. Stafford in the shotgun, drops back, looking all the time. The world goes deep down the field, and it's nearly intercepted. Puka Nacua almost had to play some defense there. Jaquan Brisker all over the field. He says, I'll go ahead and sack a quarterback, and I'll also go ahead and cover your number 1 receiver.
Manuel says, I'm a dad. Hey, there you go. He's got the dad jokes on lock. And for Stafford here, I get what he's seeing. Puka's kind of open. That was kind of over. That was a little bit of a hold there from Brisker, but I don't think that ball was catchable anyway. Puka had to play some defense. Brisker kind of should have probably come up with the interception there. And after a promising start, the Rams do need to punt this one away once again.
Gonna be a tough game, man. Gonna be a tough game. Duvernay fair caught at about the, I'll call it the 17-yard line for the Bears coming out. So it's gonna be Bears football. 7-7 football game. About 9 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. And right now it's all defense for the Bears, and the Rams got to make it all defense for themselves coming out of this timeout.
Yes, and I believe we're still in the 2nd quarter here.
What did I say? 3rd quarter?
I think you said 3rd.
2nd quarter.
Yeah, we're not at halftime just yet. We're not there just yet. We're still in the early stages here of this game. But yeah, for the Rams, obviously, the defense played better on that last drive. We'd like to see him do that again and get the ball back, put up some points before half. Because the Rams do start with the ball coming out in the 3rd quarter. So it'd be nice to kind of score going into halftime, then score to start the 3rd. This Bears defense hasn't played that great all year. Besides their 1 touchdown drive, they've looked pretty good. And that cannot continue to be the case here throughout this game.
TD says, got away with the delay of game. I didn't see that, actually. And Andres says, yes, we did. Fudge. So, unfortunately, the Rams punt there. Kevin McCarthy says, TD. Not sure if he's talking about the Bears scoring a TD here or what. But the Rams defense has to come alive here. Nice 3-and-out would be nice. Josh earlier said, snowing out in Chicago. Yes, it is indeed. And you know what's funny? I thought maybe it wasn't going to snow that much. So some people were saying it was going to snow. Some people were saying it wasn't really. And so we're interesting to see how cold and snowy it already is out there. Nothing too crazy. Not a blizzard out there, but it's definitely getting pretty cold out in Chicago. Brian says, hate to be a broken record, but we just don't run the football effectively, and I don't understand. And yeah, I think the Rams do a good job of passing to go ahead and, open up the run, but you got to try to run, right? You got to try to run, and they're not really attempting too many runs here. Maybe pressing a bit from the play calling from McVay. Not sure how you feel about that, Josh.
Yeah, I definitely do agree with that they should run the ball a bit more. And by the way, Emmanuel Forbes, quick update. Someone said this in chat. Thank you to Anthony. Emmanuel Forbes has a shoulder injury and is questionable to return.
That's huge.
Yeah, that is huge. It's going to be Darius Williams, Jacoby Durant, and Josh Wallace is back as well. Josh Wallace is going to be heavy in that rotation as well as no more Keller Witherspoon back on IR. He's done it for the years. So essentially, a lot of Durant. It's going to be a lot of Williams, Josh Wallace. I'm sure Quentin Lake's probably going to have to rotate there in and out at cornerback as well.
Yeah, that's 2 of your top corners out for this game. Not looking good for the Rams, but we'll see what they can do here. Who can step up?
Questionable, to be clear.
Okay. Caleb Williams, under center. Hands off to DeAndre Swift, who shakes and bakes and gains about 4 yards on first down. Going to be second and about 6 to go. And yeah, with Forbes questionable, we'll have to see who can step up. Is it Roger McCreary, that trade deadline pickup for the Rams? Either way, whoever it is, it has to happen. It has to happen soon.
Yes, it does. Greg saying, where's Verse Young? Will they put pressure on Williams? The O line for the Bears is good. They have a better O line than I think a lot of people realize. They invested a lot of money into that O line for a 2nd down and 7 here.
Yeah, Caleb drops back looking, finds his tight end. Looks like it's going to be one of the tight ends. 81 is the number. Not familiar with the name. We'll see if we can get one here. But 8 minutes to go. 7-7 game and already a 3rd down here for the Rams defense. Everyone type your 3s down in the chat. Let's get up. Let's get it going here. 3s in the chat. 3rd down for the Rams defense. Can they get a stop? 3rd and 2 in Bears territory. I want to see some pressure on the quarterback. Stuff any run attempt if there is one. 2 for 5 on 3rd down conversions with 4 yards to go for the Bears. Caleb drops back. Quick out route. Very quick and easy catch for a 1st down. Colston Loveland. Sure-handed tight end.
He was out there on the field for that play, by the way, but kind of got beat there in coverage a little bit as we see this play again here. Just no one really getting to Caleb. Caleb, again, in the pocket is actually kind of a worse quarterback than when he rolls out, which is always interesting, but just wide open.
Yeah.
Most of Loveland's like, oh, hey, I'm wide open. Just going to run a couple yards, get wide open. Caleb, easily going to see that there for a quick 1st down.
Ball at about the 36-yard line, still in Bears territory. Caleb Williams in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Quick pass to Luther Burden, who says, let me shake and bake. Let's have his dance, Darius Williams. Shakes him off a little bit, breaks that tackle, but ends up only gains about 6 on the play. Still good, great gain for him. And that's a scary thing for him out the backfield. Just quick shiftiness.
Yeah, that's what he does. As I said earlier, he's kind of like their version of Jamison Williams, who Ben Johnson helped kind of bring alive last year. And as the season went on, Luther Burden got better and better early in the year, wasn't really used late in the year. He was used a lot more, and he was used a lot against the Packers as well. So I'm not surprised they're going to him a lot here.
Gain of 7, so it's 2nd and 3. A lot of pressure here from the Rams. They don't see Manungai in the backfield. He catches the ball and gets a huge gain of about 20 on the play, maybe 15. Either way, it'll be Bears ball in Rams territory around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, again, just the whole right side of the field there is just wide open. As you look at what they do, DJ Moore runs out. Quentin Lake gets some pressure on Caleb. Doesn't matter. Darius Williams kind of the only guy to that side of the field. Manungai just runs straight down that right side as Darius Williams finally brings him down at about the 41-yard line here in Rams territory. 1st and 10 now for the Bears.
Yeah, 41-yard line pressure from Byron Young. Caleb rolling to his right, fires that football into his receiver. It's incomplete. So decent coverage there. Caleb out of the pocket. Great job of putting some pursuit on there for Byron Young.
Yeah, finally the Rams are able to get some pressure there on Caleb and really kind of force his hand to try to get those throwaways. We do have David and Trinsha saying, let's go Bears for both of them. We got some Bears fans in chat here. 2nd and 10.
489 people here in the chat. Make sure you drop Go Rams. Whose house? Rams house here. As DeAndre Swift jumps over everyone, it looks like, just floats through the pile and probably got a 1st down on a huge gain for the Bears offense. And Stafford can only watch.
TJ saying, why were you playing 10 yards off in coverage? It does kind of look like that, TJ. I do agree with Swift. Pretty much just hurdles Quentin Lake as Quentin Lake tries to go low for the tackle, and he's able to just float his way there for a 1st down, running straight up the middle. The Bears being slow and methodical with this drive, like the Rams were on their touchdown drive. The Rams defense has not looked great for most of this 1st half.
Yeah, we've been saying that a lot last few games. It started in 1, so they say it's not a 1st down for DeAndre Swift. So the Rams can get a stop here and possibly force a field goal attempt, depending on how many yards they force them to lose, if any. Bears with the ball, 3rd and 1. The ball is at about the 32-yard line. Caleb Williams is under center. DeAndre Swift, the running back, in the backfield. Couple tight ends for the Bears on offense. Verse leaning over, ready to power through. Caleb hands it to DeAndre Swift, who's stuffed at the line. It's going to be maybe even a loss of 1. Going to be 4th down and decision time for Ben Johnson. But like Josh said, he's already calling the play. They're not even hesitating here. 4th and short, they're going for it.
Yeah, exactly. I knew they were going to go for this on 4th down. I'm not surprised they went for a run. Jared Verse almost gets in the neutral zone. Doesn't. It's actually Omar Spates that hits Swift first, running straight up the middle. Kobe Durant helps out with the tackle there as well. The recommendation, according to Next Gen Stats, is to go for it, and I do think this is the right move here. Still 4th and 1. Got to get off the field here for the Rams.
Drop the stops in the chat here. Caleb drops back, hands off to Monangai. He's stuffed. That's it. The Rams stuff him on 4th down. It's turnover. Turnover on down. Rams defense, Cam Curl, and many others involved. Stuffed the run game. 4th down turnover for Monangai and this Bears offense. It's Cam Curl, it's Nate Landman, it's others all in on the tackle. Huge stop for the Rams defense.
Yes. Yeah, that is what we need. The Rams, again, it's the bend don't break philosophy. They've been bending, they're not breaking. The TD saying stop, huge. CB said that I'd kick. It's Ben Johnson. I don't know if Ben Johnson believes field goals are even a thing. TJ Gregory saying nice. Z-Main, yes. Yeah, this is exactly what we needed. Let's go, Manuel. Let's go, Andres. We needed this for the Rams. Now, keep the ball for the whole half. Score.
Yeah, Floyd says
you
Rams.
Score. You got to score. I want to see them go to the run game more. Floyd saying the defense coming up big. We have, on my end of things, over 600 people in chat now. 637 people watching. Thank you to everyone watching. Like the stream, subscribe, share the stream,
like it
up, do everything you're supposed to do.
Like the stream, and if you're a Rams fan, drop a chat in below. Whose house? Rams house. Drop it down in the chat below. We got too many haters as of late down in the chat. Show us how many Rams fans are here down below in the chat here. But the Rams get a huge stop on 4th down, turnover on downs. They get the football back with a little bit of time here. They could actually run some clock down, score a touchdown, and then get the ball back coming out of halftime.
Yes, they can. They can, man. Well, that stop pumped me up, and I'm not even on the team. Hey, there we go. Love to see it. Andy's saying, let's go Bears. We have another Bears fan. Hey, for all the Bears fans over here, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Still.
Appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. We like when opposing fans, come in. We don't talk about opposing fans as being haters. If you're a fan of the Bears, you're rooting for the Bears. We expect you to root for the Bears. That's fine.
Yeah.
We have Original saying go Bears. Fair enough.
But
8 points here.
We do got some Rams people in the chat here. We got Andres says Rams house. Manuel says Rams house. CB says go Rams, Rams house. We have Biggest saying Rams house. We have Deuce saying Rams need 7. TJ says we need points here. Andy says...
One says there's an interception coming.
Andy says Hawks and Patriots Super Bowl, which is interesting because you said let's go Bears earlier. So are you afraid? Are you actually a Seahawks fan afraid of the Rams? Let us know who you root for, Andy.
He says I'm not a Bears fan. I'm a Cards fan.
That makes sense.
So why are you rooting for either of us? You should be rooting for the Bears to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if I were you, I would definitely root for the Bears to go to the Super Bowl. Maybe he's being real about his predictions, though. We'll see. Original says interception.
I would probably take the Seahawks over the Bears, but 1st down and 10 here for the Rams.
Yeah, Stafford fakes the handoff to Corum, throws to Puka, just a little bit overthrow, but also a drop from Puka Nacua. A very rare drop, but a drop nonetheless. And he hasn't been involved in a while in this game.
Ray Sean says, let's go Rams, let's go.
Yeah, you're seeing some replay here from the Monangai stuff by the Rams and just opening up. That D-line opened up some lanes for Landman and Curl to get in and get that shoelace tackle almost, getting them at the ankles there. So great tackle from the Rams defense previously. Corum in the backfield, Stafford under center. Stafford fakes the handoff to Corum. Need to get the run game involved. He doesn't. He throws a weird, wild throw to Colby Parkinson after Stafford stepped up huge in the pocket. Doesn't find anyone downfield. Just flicks one over to Colby Parkinson over way too high. And it's going to be incomplete. So 3rd and 10 for the Rams.
Yeah, again, just not even trying to run the ball. They fake it to Corum. You actually have some space.
Man,
and
so much space.
And again, why did you need to overthrow him there? He's right there. Just do a quick. You can even do a little basketball shot throw. And even the wrist, and he could probably get that to Colby Parkinson and gain about 5 yards there and make it and make it a 3rd and short. Paul's saying, is Devontae Adams in?
Yeah, he is.
Should be in.
He is. He's just not involved so far.
He is in.
And you see he was actually open on that last play that Stafford missed. A little bit of pressure helped miss that throw there for Stafford. So Stafford, under center here, sends a receiver in motion. Now he hands it off. Cool. 3rd and, first down. There's a flag. There's a flag on the play. So I thought it was 3rd and 10. Ends up, it was a flag on the previous play on Devontae Adams, which is why he was a little bit open. Actually got hands to the face on that last play. So first down for the Rams. They hand off to Corum. And this is why the Rams haven't been running much. There's no lanes there for the Rams to run.
No, and just unblocked. Austin Booker looking unblocked. He's a young guy the Bears really like. They're actually going to give him a gain of 1 there. A generous spot for 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Stafford drops back, looks to his left, deep down the field to Devontae Adams. Incomplete pass, and that is all over Devontae. I think that's Nashawn Wright as well in coverage, and he's just on him like he's his jersey.
Yeah, just again, a weird decision there to throw that. Nothing really open in that area. I guess Adams on a 50-50 ball. You'll like your chances there, but it's not even near him. TJ saying would like to see 3 tight ends. I would too. I talked about that in my video. I would like to as well.
3:40 to go.
Let's go Bears.
3:40 to go. Sorry to cut you off, Josh. 3rd and 9. Clock is ticking here on the play clock. Stafford drops back, a little bit of pressure, and he's sacked. Oh, would like to see unnecessary roughness, but they didn't call it. Stafford just nowhere to go, and safety comes on in, gets the pressure. Stafford didn't see it coming, and he ends up sacked on 3rd down. It's Gordon on the sack.
Yeah, just another DB blitz. That's what happened the first time. Colby Parkinson just decides not to block, I guess. He's just like, oh, yeah, I'll go run out. Someone's got him. No, nobody has him, Colby.
Rams.
No, again, some weird play calling. 4th and 22. The Bears are actually going to get some nice field position here, it looks like.
Yeah, punt is up. A huge, booming punt at the 30. We're caught at the 30, but going to be tackled at about the 38-yard line. Duvernay is. Troy Reeder is hype for making that tackle. But yeah, the Rams need to figure out how to pick up the DB blitz. That is an issue right now for the Rams offense. The defensive backs are just getting to Stafford, and there's a lot of pressure in his face, and then also in coverage. No one's getting open. Puka's not open. Devontae's not open. And TJ says this play calling's weird, and I agree. It just doesn't feel fluid right now. It's not fluid. It's just, I don't know. It's like they're hoping someone saves them every single drive, and it's not how you want to play on offense.
No. You need the defense again. And it says actually here the Rams are putting cayenne pepper in their socks to try to stay warm. So I don't know if that's making some people slip, not run their routes properly. Maybe in the second half, maybe change the socks.
Very interesting commercial we're seeing right here, by the way, of Fred Warner and Puka Nacua. I didn't know they had a commercial together for Experian, so that's interesting.
Hey, no free promo.
Sorry, I just want to call it out that that's a commercial. That exists.
Jimmy says no 13 personnel, no run or screens. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Jimmy. Roy says go Rams. I agree. ESG, are the Rams just going to abandon the run? Hopefully not.
I need more creativity on offense too, like some motion. The motion seems meaningless, right? They always have a receiver like slightly in motion, but it's not trying to trick the defense or anything. It's really meaningless motion before the snap, and I think we need a little bit more aggressive play calling, creative play calling. Got to try to get Devontae involved. He has 0 catches so far. I mean, Ferguson up the seam. You have more weapons now than ever, and the Rams are using less and less of them, it feels like.
Yes, Anthony says we'll love to see some screens and sweeps. I would too.
Yeah,
we would both like that as well. Manuel with a $5 donation, and thank you very much, Manuel. It seems like every game the Rams go through this period where they forget how to move the ball.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's a 4-quarter game.
Yeah.
I very much agree with you, Manuel, but at the same time, in a playoff game, you shouldn't be play calling scared. Jimmy said, where's Blake? He was on the field. They gave him 1 carry.
They're just not giving them the ball. They're not giving them the ball. But yeah, man, well, I agree with you. 4-quarter game, and this is how it's been the last, again, like I said earlier, 6 weeks or so for us. It feels like every single week we're like, well, okay, second quarter we'll get it. Okay, well, coming out of halftime we'll be good. Or, well, okay, fourth quarter we're still going to figure it out. And then they do. They end up figuring it out. But why is it taking so long for them to figure out this stuff on offense? And I think, again, if the Rams can play their best football, that is where they can win games easily, as opposed to like just stressful 7-7 football game for no reason, right? When it feels like the Rams should be able to score. But honestly, it's the other way around in my mind. If I'm a Bears fan, I feel pretty confident with this team being able to at least move the football against this defense. And as they've done pretty often. 2:54 to go in the second quarter. 7-7 game. Caleb Williams fakes the handoff to Monangai. A little bit of pressure off the edge. He throws it deep down the field to Rome Odunze, who catches the ball, and he's now at the 35-yard line in Rams territory. So a huge chunk play for Caleb Williams in this Bears offense.
Yep, just to gets wide open once again. Rome Odunze just able to run right in between Spates, Durant and Layman just stop. And they look at the quarterback, and not actually a great throw there by Caleb, but Odunze able to bring that one down, though. Already at the 35 of the Rams.
Yeah, Bears have the ball at 35-yard line in the Rams territory. Caleb Williams hands this one off to Monangai, gets stuffed for probably a gain of half a yard or so. So going to be 2nd and 9.5 for the Bears offense. Going to be a 2-minute warning here for the Bears in scoring territory and field goal range already for the Bears. We'll see if they end up kicking 3 or trying to go for 6 like they've been doing all game long. 7-7 game, 2-minute warning of the second quarter. And actually, Andy says, he's an Arizona Cardinals fan. He says, Rams have been playing poorly since they got beat by the Hawks, and kind of agree with that, actually. After they blew that game, kind of lost their way a little bit on both sides of the football, unfortunately. It felt like they were at their peak right in the first half of that game, and then just once they lost the lead, kind of really deflated the team in many ways.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. McVay taking his own QB out of the game. Stafford frustrated.
Definitely Stafford's frustrated, but there's nobody open right now.
The whole team's frustrated.
This Bears team is
though. Floyd saying it's amazing the Bears have been playing awful against the run all year. Suddenly look like a run stuffing defense. Yeah.
Well, they do, but at the same time, the Rams are putting zero pressure on their run defense to do anything.
No, they're not even trying. They're not even trying it.
Jared says Ben Johnson making McVay look like an amateur. I don't want to say that, but I will say this coaching battle is definitely closer than many would probably give it credit for beforehand. 700 of us in the chat. Guys, if you guys are here watching and you're just taking a chance to gander at what we got going on here, Rams versus Bears, are we frustrated? Sure, but we're still excited about this game and the outcome of this game. Fourth quarter is where it gets really exciting in these close, cold weather games. Drop a like in the chat if it's your first time here at the Rams Digest. Make sure you guys like the stream so we can know you like what you see. Jeremy says they're better offensive team. They're better offensive team. The Rams are, maybe. Yeah, I think so. Shannon says, will someone tell McVay simple screen will beat what they're doing? Yeah, that could be a thing. We'll see if they're running. That's the thing. The Rams are pretty good at running like a tight end screen or a running back screen at times, right? And so at least mixing that in there especially once you move the ball down the field a little bit, that'd be nice.
It would be nice. It'd be nice to see these things. Via saying, I don't care once a month. Huh?
Not sure exactly what you mean there, Via. And then let's see. Jeremy says Bears more used to the cold. That's a factor we've talked about. But
that is a factor. But at the same time,
don't want to overhype that. Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with cold? I mean, like not running the ball has nothing to do with it being cold. In fact, you should run the ball more.
Yeah. Agreed.
When it's cold. That's something that a lot of people were talking about heading into this game. Not just us. I talked about how leaning on the run would be huge. Look at what happened when you scored a touchdown. You leaned on the run, and it worked.
Ball at the 34-yard line here for the Bears. Caleb Williams fakes a handoff, fakes an end around, throws a screen to Monangai. Nice blockers, but Spates, huge way to make a tackle there because that could have been a huge gain for Monangai. Instead, it's only a gain of 5. So still a nice gain for the Bears, but at the same time, a huge stop for Omar Spates there. Third down and about medium for this Bears offense. 1:38 to go. This clock is ticking. 55 rushing yards for the Bears. Just 25 rushing yards for the Rams so far in this first half. 1:28 to go. Clock still ticking down. Caleb Williams reading the defense. 3rd and 4. Ball at the 30-yard line in Rams territory. Caleb drops back to pass, looking, quick pass out to Loveland, who drops the ball. Great coverage by who? Jalen McCullough. He says, no, incomplete pass, and I will be shocked if the field goal unit isn't out now for the Bears offense.
It's Ben Johnson.
4th and 4.
I would not be shocked if they stay on the field.
4th and 4. It is Cairo Santos out on the field. By the way, postseason career in his 8th season, 10 for 10 on field goal attempts, 9 for 9 on extra points out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Cairo Santos. The ball is going to be a 48-yard kick. This will put the Bears up 3. Santos, ball is snapped, hold is up, the ball is up, and I think it's good. Horrible camera work, by the way.
Someone totally lost the ball.
Ridiculous.
The camera work. 10-7, honestly, that's fine.
You live with that.
I actually do want to see how the Bears play with the lead. Here we go. We got the angle properly now.
Yeah. You live.
And that is in towards the right upright. Again, the Bears haven't actually had to play with the leads a lot this year, it seems like. So I'm actually going to be a little interested to see how they play if this is a 10-7 game going into halftime. And while saying Santos is a great kicker, yeah, he is. TJ saying 2 drops for Loveland. Wow, yeah, Loveland has not had the best game so far today.
That was a great a defense, I will say also, for sure. But yeah, he was there. The snap was there. The pass was there. You would expect a sure-handed tight end like him to go ahead and make that catch. As I'm seeing a notification here that we have a little bit of poor internet on my end. So if you guys are seeing us lag a bit, apologize. May have to deal with some buffering. We'll see if we can get that sorted out soon. But the Rams right now currently down 10-7. Can they make it happen here and actually tie the game at halftime? That'll be a W if you can go in to halftime 10-10.
Yes. It would be at this point. According to my end, we have 903 people watching right now. So thank you so much to everyone who's in here right now. Make sure to like the stream, subscribe, share the stream, do all that good stuff. Well, we just dropped to 750, so people did not like what I said there, it seems like. But yes, says SEA for Seattle. Again, for Seahawks fans, we don't go in your chats. I mean, I do find it weird how often other NFC West teams are in this chat. We like it. You can be here. There's no problem with it. But at the end of the day, you don't see us in Seahawks stream chats.
Yeah, it's always interesting to me. But hey, go ahead and do your thing if you're a Seahawks fan. I'm gonna try.
Seems like we're in their head a little bit that they don't want to play us, is what it seems like.
I'm checking on the stream here, but if you guys are here in the chat, drop some Go Rams in the chat. If you're a Rams fan in the chat, I hate seeing the haters and the NFC West rivals in the chat. So if you guys hate that too, drop down Go Rams. Whose house? Rams has dropped down in the chat just to let them know how many of us are here.
Another Seahawks fan from Bink. I feel like some of these Seahawks fans might be trolling, and they're not actually Seahawks fans, but they don't want to play us, it seems like. I'm a Colt fan, but they out. Bears are in. I'm a Bears fan. So what? Okay. My card chat, there are a couple Bears, and there's a couple Hawk fans there too. Makes sense. TJ saying we're in their head. I agree. Winnington on the return. Is Josh trying to fix the internet there? It'd be just okay.
I think they can hear us. It sounds like they can hear us, but the video is a little bit poor. So I apologize for that. Nothing much I can do here. I don't want to turn my internet off or anything like that. So we'll just have to hold through, hope that it comes through. If you guys are really having issues, let me know. It sounds like you guys can hear us, though, and that shouldn't be an issue. If you guys can't see us, we look the same. We haven't changed visually.
Nothing has changed. Nothing about our appearances has changed.
Here we go. 1:05 to go in this second quarter. Can we see Matthew Stafford throw at least 3 points up on the board to tie this football game? Started off the game 6 for 10. Since then has been 2 for 7. Want to see the run game involved, but maybe not on this drive because you need to score. Stafford, quick out route to Puka Nacua, who makes a nice catch, but stuffed for about only a gain of about 6 or 7 yards there.
Again, kind of just okay. Rod saying, got to get Kyren running up the middle. Not yet, because we do need to score quickly. So we are going to have to pass. But in the second half, I definitely want to see that more.
Stafford drops back and a huge catch by Higbee. He stays up from the tackle and he's going to go ahead and run it back to the line as a huge catch from Tyler Higbee. A little bit of an overthrow, but Tyler Higbee finds a way to make the catch, brings it down. A nice first down catch, and the Rams will call a timeout. So 37 seconds left. The Rams are approaching field goal range. Harrison Mevis, get that leg warmed up.
Yes. Get your body warmed up.
Drink some hot chocolate.
Not just as Steve says, go Cubs. Let's get some TDs. Think you mean go Bears. Big Rig Higgs from TD. Yeah, finally we finally got the tight ends involved. Getting Higbee more involved. Ferguson has had a couple targets. Well, look at that. When you get the tight ends more and more involved, they make great plays.
Yeah, TJ says Higbee is all reliable. By the way, the Wi-Fi looks like it's much better now. Or like exigent stream footage, it looks like. So Stafford, yeah, just a nice little up route out and up for Higbee, and great coverage from a defender, but still Higbee makes that catch. Stafford drops back, looking over the middle of the field, throws it over to Kyren Williams. Quick little dump off, gets a gain of about 4. So Kyren tries to hand it off really quick to Coleman Shelton. It looks like the Rams are going to call another timeout. Kind of interesting there to call it right away rather than try to get up and run a play there. So final timeout for the Rams in this first half. They're approaching field goal range, but right now you're nowhere near where you're comfortable with Harrison Mevis. I think you need about a 45-yard field goal attempt to make me feel at least comfortable for him to get a shot.
Yes. Yes, Z-Main, why do we always move the ball when the other team scores? I think it's just the pressure thing. It's pressure. They're trying to play better under pressure. Some teams play better like that. TD need about 25 yards. I do agree with that.
Here we go. 30 seconds remain. The Rams will snap the ball about the 41-yard line in Bears territory, but nowhere near field goal range yet for their kicker, Harrison Mevis.
No.
30 seconds to go, no timeout, 2nd and 6. Stafford drops back to pass, looking to his left. Pressure avoids the sack. Stafford finds Kyren, who gets it nice past the 30-yard line. Great way to get up. And Stafford saying, we're going to spike this ball. We're going to clock it. 18 seconds to go. There is a flag on the play. And Stafford's nodding his head yes. So I think that means something the Bears did is not a no-no. So that's going to be even more better field position for the Rams and their thicker kicker, Harrison Mevis, to possibly tie this game to end the half.
Well, depending on the penalty, do you try an end zone shot?
Unnecessary roughness, defense 99. It is going to be Gervin Dexter, young defensive tackle who actually was coming down here and unnecessarily just knocks down Coleman Shelton for no reason. So it's going to be unnecessary roughness as it's right in front of the official. And
you like that.
You like that play there. So the Rams get some help from Gervin Dexter with the penalty. 18 seconds to go. I think you need 1, maybe 2 shots in the end zone. And you got to maybe go ahead and clock this one for a field goal. Don't want to waste too much time. So we'll see what the Rams end up doing. Becca says,
I'd like to see an end zone shot here on first down.
Becca says 769 watching and 89 likes. Come on, y'all. Hit that like button. Even if you're a hater, hit the like button. Stafford in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Balls all the way at the 14-yard line now for the Rams. So great field position here. Stafford drops back, looking over the middle of the field, looks to his right, throws to his right, and out of the outstretched hands of Devontae Adams. Definitely would have been a tough catch, would have been a tough throw. Both are true. Neither happen incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It stops the clock. 14 seconds. You got one more play here for sure. If you're not going to get in the end zone, you got to make sure you get out of bounds here. I like going to Devontae, but just not in that scenario. I don't think Stafford read the field there well at all.
Yeah. But again, at this point, you're really not trying to do anything too crazy here. Nothing over the middle of the field, outside, just try to get to the end zone and hope for the best. Stafford, please take care of the football. 14 seconds to go. Stafford drops back, looking, throws it again, lobs it. That one's out of bounds again, just to, again, avoid anything crazy. So I doubt the Rams are going to be uber aggressive here. They'd rather go in to the half tied up. Stafford looks like he's talking to his teammates here, understanding the situation. Again, I doubt the Rams do anything crazy here. 3rd and 10.
Obscura said he liked the stream. Thank you. Thank you very much. I could see this just being another waste a couple more seconds and just throw the ball away.
Yeah.
This is what this play literally could be. Just waste 3 seconds to throw the ball away.
Might be the way the Rams go. 9 seconds to go. Stafford still at the 14-yard line. 3rd and 10. Drops back to pass. Looking. Floats it into the end zone. And it is to the back of the end zone with no chance to be intercepted. I mean, in that play, wouldn't you want to just throw it to the corner a little bit? Maybe see if Puka can make a catch, a little bit closer to you. But either way, the Rams go ahead and that's a smart thing, I think. It's exactly 3 seconds to go for this Harrison Mevis kick. You tie the game, hopefully, if he makes the kick. Tie this football game up, go into halftime, tied 10-10. You live with that.
Yes, the Rams do start with the ball, Manuel. That is correct. 32-yarder. So you like the distance here.
Do like the distance here. Harrison Mevis lined up to kick. The kick is up. The kick is really straight. Really awkward low kick, I would say. But still goes straight in through the upright. So 10-10 is your score at the half. The Rams will get the football coming out of halftime. And it's going to be a 10-10 football game. So you don't like what you saw from the defense. You don't love what you saw from the offense outside of their touchdown drive. So the Rams need to figure this out at halftime. Get creative, whether that's Puka Nacua in the run game, whether that's Devontae Adams in the pass game, whether it's the run game in general, the tight end screens. We need to see some creativity from the offense and the defense. Wake up and get to the quarterback. That's what we want to see here, Josh. What do you want to see from the Rams coming out of halftime?
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see better defense for sure. Again, the red zone defense has actually been quite good for the Rams so far. You are tied. That's the thing. TD 199 donation. Thank you. First field goal. I'll take a tie. Yeah. Hey, listen. You're fine. It's a 10-10 game. I'd actually, funny enough, with the Bears, would rather be here than up big.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the Rams typically do. As TD with the donation says first field goal, I'll take the tie. Yeah,
right now we're fine. Right now, listen, the Bears haven't had a lot of close games at halftime. I'm kind of okay with this.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
It seems like Caleb kind of plays his best when they're down and out and there's not a lot of pressure early on, and then he delivers big. I think this is a new territory for this Bears team to see how they respond. I want to see some adjustments for sure. I want to see McVay come out with no beanie in the second half from ESG. I mean, sure. I mean, if he wants to do that, that's fine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he tries to set a tone. Maybe he comes out and says he's not cold anymore.
Yeah. Well, while we're here at halftime, I do want to go ahead and give us one more shout out to Kalshi for sponsoring the channel, sponsoring our videos, and sponsoring this live stream. If you guys don't know what Kalshi is, you guys can download Kalshi using the link in our description down below. And Kalshi is actually the #1 prediction market in the entire United States. And they're our sponsor. That's kind of cool. I don't know how you feel about that, Josh, but I feel that that's pretty...
I feel like that's a great sponsor.
Pretty cool to say. If you guys don't know what it is, Kalshi, again, you can predict almost anything and everything on Kalshi. Not just sports. You could predict the weather. You could predict elections, all that good stuff. But for us sports fans, you can make predictions on all things sports, whether that's your favorite team winning, who's going to win the Super Bowl, MVP odds. I told Josh earlier I had some odds down there for who's going to win MVP. Actually cashed out early, more than double my money, because you know what? I said Stafford, he's going to win MVP. I'm only going to lose $7 if I trade on this right now and cash out early. So I did that and almost more than double my money, I should say. So if you guys don't know you can use Kalshi, download Kalshi, use partner code DIGEST NFL, and you guys can get $20 when you trade your first 100, whether you're in California, Texas, or anywhere across the country. Kalshi is live in all 50 states, and make sure you guys, use promo code Digest NFL. Anything else you want to say about that, Josh, before we move on from Kalshi?
I agree with everything you said. You can put trades on pretty much whatever you want. You can trade on who's going to you can even trade on who's winning the Golden Globes and Grammys coming up here shortly if you're interested.
Yeah. 100%.
That.
Yeah, thank you to Kalshi for sponsoring our channel and our live stream today. The Rams at halftime. You want to rattle off some stats, Josh? I'm actually going to head over and take a little bit of a restroom break real quick.
All right, I got you all with some stats here. So on the Rams side of things, Matthew Stafford, 12 for 24, 144 yards, 3 sacks, losses of 21. And Kyren Williams, 6 carries, 24 yards, and a touchdown. Blake Corum, 1 carry, 1 yard. Whittington, 2 catches for 35 yards, actually leads the team. Kyren, 4 for 30. Higbee, 1 for 27. Puka, 3 for 27. Terrence Ferguson, 1 for 19. Mumpfield, 1 for 6. Matthew Stafford does have that 1 fumble. Kyren recovered it. On the defensive side of the ball, Cam Kroll leads the team in tackles with 5. Poona Ford with a tackle for loss. Kobe Durant with an interception on the day as well. And for the Bears, Caleb Williams, 13 for 19, 155 yards, a touchdown and a pick. No sacks. For rushing, DeAndre Swift, 6 for 33. Manungai, 8 for 22 for 55 total yards. Colston Loveland leads the team in yards, 3 catches, 38 yards. DJ Moore, 3 catches, 37 and a touchdown. Roma Dunze, 1 for 27. Manungai, 2 for 21. Burden, 2 for 18. Zacchaeus, 1 for 9. And Smythe, 1 for 5. No Chicago fumbles. Jaquan Brisker leads the team in tackles with 8 with a sack and a tackle for loss. Kyle Gordon with a sack and tackle for loss. Montez Sweat with a sack as well. No interceptions and no fumbles for the Bears. So those are the stats here at halftime. See any chats? Any words on Forbes returning from Anthony? Not just yet, Anthony. I will look right now and see exactly what they're saying. This is from 6 minutes ago. He is still questionable. Oh, that is not from 6 minutes ago. Never mind. Let's see. Rams tied at half. Not from what I can see about any word on him just yet. Rams defense going to show up from Rod? I would definitely hope so. I would hope so. McVay has been outcoached by Dennis Allen. So far, I'm going to have to agree with that one, Carlos. I am going to have to agree with that one, unfortunately. Dennis Allen's a great defensive coordinator, by the way. Not a great head coach, but as a D coordinator, he's actually been quite good. Let's go Rams. We're a second-half team for Manuel. I do agree, and as Manuel pointed out earlier, that the Rams do get the ball to start the second half as we're seeing some Patriots-Texans highlights. Not a great game there for C.J. Stroud whatsoever. Had many turnovers. He threw 4 interceptions in that first half. Kind of turned it off before the fourth quarter.
I'm back in. Go ahead.
And Austin saying, y'all think the Rams will win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I'm a Pats fan. I definitely think that they can. I think that it's definitely possible for them to win the Super Bowl. It's not a guarantee. Pats are a good team here for sure as we're getting some Patriots players. Hey! Rated by Tom Grossi.
There we go. We're back with the Grossi raid. Shout out to Tom Grossi. For those who don't know, you got to check out Tom Grossi on YouTube. He obviously has been a supporter of the channel for multiple times, and he has rated our stream multiple times so far this season, regular season, now postseason. Tom Grossi. Shout out to Tom Grossi supporting us.
Yeah, shout out to Tom. By the way, Tom, if you're still in chat, I loved your Rams Panthers fan reaction video. That was a great video. I love the Bills Broncos one too. From yesterday. Shout out Tom Grossi. Over 1,000 people, 1,100 people in chat. A new record. Thank you so much once again, Tom Grossi.
And anyone who's
best YouTube channels out there. By the way, he's under 20K away from 1 million subscribers. If you haven't been subscribed to Tom Grossi, you better be over there.
Anyone who's joining us,
I don't know how you're not subscribed and you're a football fan. He makes great football analysis videos, football comedy videos.
Love his draft videos.
I'm just doing a free ad here for Tom Grossi. I'm totally okay with that.
Love his draft videos. I wanted to say, if you're here for a Tom Grossi raid, like the stream before you go. Come on in, drop a chat.
If you do go back to Tom, that's very acceptable. We won't be mad whatsoever. But somebody in chat said, do we ever get in a Josh fight?
No, we have never gotten in one Josh fight yet.
No, I mean, maybe. Potentially at some point, hopefully not, though.
Yeah, I don't see us ever getting in a Josh and Josh fight at all. And someone says, even though I despise the Rams, still want to hop in for the Tom Grossi raid. Appreciate you. And by the way, we also despise the Green Bay Packers, but love Tom Grossi and all of his supporters who come in and drop into the chat. Like to see the Packers loss versus the Bears, but we're hoping actually today, right? If you're a Packers fan, you should be big Rams fans today, right? I mean, I don't think you want to see your rival Bears after all that F Packers this, F Packers that talk. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to see the Bears move on and win the Super Bowl. So root for the Rams at least for this week. You can root for us at least for this football game. By the way,
my Packers fan friends have all been saying, beat the Bears for us, do it for us. I agree. Colin saying you need to draft an all Josh pro team for sure, an all Josh team. That would be a fun thing to do.
That would be.
I'd have to think of some names. That would be, if the Rams win, how about during halftime next stream, if the Rams win, we will so we can have some names ready, kind of have a draft board ready. Are you talking about an athlete draft or just a Josh draft?
I think maybe athlete draft, but you know what? Just a random Josh draft is kind of funny to think about as well. But let me look up right now.
There's one Josh athlete I'm taking first. I think we're both going to take him first.
Yeah, of course. Josh Allen is our quarterback for that team.
Yeah, if we're drafting a football team, whoever doesn't get Josh Allen, I feel like if you don't get Josh Allen, I think you have to take Josh McCown at that point.
Let's see here. I'm going to try to see if I can look up and ask Chat GPT if they can help us out with this. So, can you name me some Joshes in the NFL? I mean, don't forget about Josh Allen and then the other Josh Allen on defense as well.
On the Jaguars, yes, we drafted Josh Hines Allen. He changed his name. Celebrity death match: Josh F versus Josh G from Manuel. I don't know about that one, Manuel.
So Josh Allen and then Josh Dobbs can be our backup quarterback with Josh Johnson as our third string quarterback. That kind of works out as well. This is
all time quarterbacks. I'm taking Josh McCown over both of them.
Sure, that's fair. But if we're talking about current players, Josh Sweat on one side of the edge.
Oh, yeah, for the Cardinals.
We're also going to see Josh Allen, Josh Hines Allen, you talked about earlier. And then we could see at safety, Josh Metellus from the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, these are all time, actually. Josh Norman. Yeah, we're talking about some all-time stuff here.
That's my first overall defensive pick right there.
Let's go current players if possible.
Hey, Josh Norman was nice for like 3 years. Don't forget.
I was like 1 or 2. Yeah, no, I like Josh Norman in his peak.
Him versus Odell, those fights.
Here we go. Current Josh players: Josh Allen at quarterback, Josh Jacobs at running back. You got Josh Palmer at receiver. Yeah. Josh Oliver at tight end. Josh Connerly Jr. at offensive tackle for the Commanders. Josh Hines Allen, we said. Josh Metellus is still a safety for the Vikings. We have Josh Hayes, the cornerback for Tampa. Doesn't sound great. Josh Jobe is actually a solid cornerback for Seattle. He's had his moments from Alabama as well. Josh Jones, another offensive tackle, would be our offensive lineman. Josh Johnson, backup quarterback. Josh Reynolds.
Former Ram Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, Josh Reynolds as well.
I always forget he's still in the NFL. We do have some chats here, though, that I do want to see. Was hoping the Niners would win. Yeah, that was not a good game if you're a Niner fan. Going for the Bears. No Niner fan is annoying. Yes, they are.
No Niners fan is annoying? Who said that?
Andy.
No Niners fan is annoying. That's
Omar said if y'all beat the Bears, Cooper Kupp is going to torch y'all. Do agree. I do think they're definitely going to try to feed Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
I do, as we're seeing the Bad Bunny Super Bowl performance trailer, which I'm heavily looking forward to. Drop some predictions who you think Bad Bunny will bring out, because I have a couple names.
I love that little advertisement he had, by the way. It's brought some people to tears. If you saw just the bringing different people together for his advertisement, that was pretty cool to see. He's like dancing with a bunch of different, all kinds of people, all walks of life. G-Bay says Josh, and then they put Joshy with hard eyes. Could be for you, could be for me, not really sure. We'll take it. Colin says Kupp for sure going to go mad versus the Rams. We'll see. I think he's got some Rams love in his heart still. And I think it was a couple of games last time we played them. He had a couple of drops, if I remember correctly, where I thought at least at times he was looking like a Rams fan at heart, trying to let the Rams get a chance. Jose Pablo says good, better, best. Don't know what that means, but sure. Manuel says a lot of Bears and Seahawks fans in the chat. Yeah, for sure. So if you're a Rams fan in the chat, drop down whose house this is. Let them know whose house this is, because we know it's the Rams house. Drop it down below in the chat to make sure that you know the chat is flooded with Rams fans as well. Jerry says Rams to score to start the second half. Yep, that's the hope. That's the goal. That's a dream. Johnny says Caleb is a real quarterback, unlike Dak. Random Cowboys hate, but sure. Andy says, I guess random Cowboys hate is never not warranted. I meant the Niners fans are annoying. That's why I want the Seahawks to win. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think yeah, the Rams fans are probably least annoying of the fan. I guess Arizona is pretty unannoying, I guess, as a fan base as well. But they're not good, so that's probably why they're not super annoying. But Andy says Niners fans are annoying and delusional at times. They can be. And I have my least favorite fans of the Niners and Dodgers fans. Very much prevalent in my life. I got to know a couple of fans.
Oh, yeah, I hate that too. That Dodgers, by the way, great weekend if you're a Dodger fan.
Yeah, I mean, it's overkill for sure, but I'm not mad about it at all, because the Dodgers are just running the league, and it's funny. It's funny to see people hate.
The three I find most annoying from Andy, Cowboy, Niners, Eagles. I do agree. Those are the three most annoying.
Yeah, probably up there for sure. 25-yard line is a return for Ronnie Rivers and this Rams return team. So second half is started. What do we predict here for the Rams? Are there any updates for your score prediction now? We could drop that back, actually. Any updates for score predictions? Let me know in the chat down below. Let me see if I can get that back up. Here we go. What is your score prediction for this game? Has it changed? Is it the same? Drop your score prediction down below in the chat right now. I said 34-21. Looking a little bit closer than that, so maybe I could change that up. Maybe we'll go 27-21. Rams win.
Yeah, potentially, as they do start with a run here.
Yeah.
Kyren picks up almost an entire first down there.
Yeah, great.
The whole line is kind of talking to the D line. That's actually Blake Corum.
Great run on
2017 Bears. That guy is a Bears fan. Ron Sony's did say that he is a Bears fan.
Great start to the drive here for the Rams. Nice run on first down. Hey, someone in the back might have told them, right? Hey, we got to make sure we start running this football. As Stafford here on 2nd and 3. It was a gain of 7 for Corum on first down. He says, you know what, Corum, do it again. And he says, sure, I got you. First down, Rams. Blake Corum now says, give me the ball and get out of my way. And that's what the Rams want to see in the second half.
Already, we're seeing the Rams run the ball more. This is what we should have been seeing throughout this entire game. Unfortunately, we haven't. But right now, you're seeing Corum, the running lanes up the middle, getting used. Kevin Dotson, Warren McClendon, making great blocks. Steve Avila not really there, actually.
I mean, but you talked...
Overall, well, the Rams got some more energy. I had a little protein bar during halftime as my... quick game day snack here. So I got some more energy. Hopefully the Rams did the same thing here.
Stafford under center, Whittington in motion. Running back looks like it could still be Corum in the backfield. It is Corum. He hands off to Whittington out wide right, who gets absolutely drilled by Brisker. Might have even lost a yard on the play, and Brisker is hype. I do want to say, happy the Rams are trying to get more creative. Don't know if Jordan Whittington end around is what I want to see right now. I mean, we know Corum, we know Puka can do that as well, and so why not go ahead and run with Puka? But just tries to get out wide. Just 2 Rams blockers versus 4 Bears defenders. That's just not going to happen. And McVay hated the call. He was trying to call timeout. Kind of glad he didn't get it off, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I am too. But I did not like the end around there to Whittington. End around to Puka, end around to Devontae, I think would have been better.
Shotgun here. Stafford throws it over the middle of the field to his tight end, Colby Parkinson. Gets a nice gain of about 5 on the play. So the Rams are going to have a 3rd and medium here to see if they can attack and keep the ball in their hands.
Yes. Trevor says, duh, Bears. Yeah, we got a lot of Bears fans in here. We appreciate it. Solid says from St. Louis. Even though he says...
Go Bears, beat the Rams from St. Louis.
He says, go Bears. I mean, I can understand. Because, I mean, again, the team was taken away from you. But it's okay. 3rd and 4, though, for this Rams team. Yeah, you got to convert it. I don't want to see a 3rd and out to start the half.
45-yard line in Rams territory. Pressure on Stafford. He throws behind Puka Nacua, and Puka was open. He was open. I think Stafford, if he leads that pass, I think the Rams get an easy first down there, and it looks like McVay is ready to punt. Stafford's ready to punt. The Rams won't even think about it on this 4th down.
No, I agree with that here. Again,
Puka, you have him. He's open.
You have him, and you just miss. Again, I don't know what Puka looks like. He maybe slips a tiny bit there, but overall, just a weird way for that drive to end after it started off so well.
Unfortunate way when you see an open receiver. The punt is, oh my goodness, nearly perfect. They're going to say touchback. Man, that was almost a coffin corner 1 yard punt. They may challenge this play because that was really close. If that ball went out of bounds at all before it went into the end zone, we'll have to wait and see. Let's now, it's going to be a touchback.
It's still in.
Oh, it hit! It hit out of bounds.
That is definitely out of bounds.
That
is out of bounds. The Rams should challenge this play, and it looks like they are.
The ball should be at the about 4 yard line for the Bears. So great punt from Ethan Evans. If they can review that, the ball will be placed at about the 4 yard line. So great punt from Ethan Evans. I thought so. I thought it looked like it was close to the sideline. So
Johnny's saying Puka, not all that. I don't think that was a miscommunication there.
Yeah.
And Wallace says, why does McPass always pass on 3rd and short? That was like 3rd and medium. That was 3rd and medium. ESG, that's not a touchback. I agree. We crossed the 1,000 mark again. Thank you so much.
Make sure you guys like the stream.
The Tom Grassi raid. You should subscribe, like the stream, share the stream. Welcome in. Welcome in to everybody, obviously, to the second half. But welcome to all the new people, specifically TD saying great punt. I do agree with that.
No, he said great punt, like if he's Tony the Tiger out there.
Yes. Omar, Rams 37-30. It's a high score for it being 10-10 right now.
Hey, we like it.
Hey, we like it. I mean, however the Rams win, they win. Even if they win 13-10, we'll take it.
Agreed. There. As we are probably lagging just a little bit again, so apologize if the visuals are lagging. The audio should be good, but let us know if you can't hear us down below. We'll try to see if we can make things better for you. It looks like it got reloaded already and it's back, but just wanted to acknowledge that. Can't believe he's getting outplayed by Caleb. I think the Bears defense is outplaying the Rams defense. I think that's what's happening. Now, Stafford missed the throw right there on that last play, but I wouldn't say Caleb is having an incredible game. I mean, he's having some moments, but I think the Rams defense isn't playing super well. The Bears defense is playing a lot better. And that's, take that as you want. Maybe you say I'm not giving credit to Caleb, but I don't see that as trying to be an unbiased fan here. I don't see that being the case as he's outplaying him, but we'll wait and see what the end result is. Whoever outplays the other, I don't really care. Whoever wins the game, that's all I care about. Rod Smith says Matthew is way off. He's a little bit off right now. It's cold, man. It's cold. Jacob says, how has the weather been? It's been snowing. But I would say light snow. I mean, as a LA native, it's snowing for me.
It's coming down now.
It's snowing.
No longer light snow. That is coming down.
Yeah.
They do put it at the 4, by the way.
Yeah, balls at the 4. No timeouts for the Rams wasted there as the handoff is to DeAndre Swift. Swift gets a gain of about 3, and then he's stuffed and held back by Nate Lamb and company.
Yeah, there we go. Making the right call there. Referees doing their job. By the way, Jonah Jackson, former Ram, on this Bears offensive line. The Rams traded into the Bears not too long ago here. Bears pitting back deep, but the Rams can get a stop here. You're going to get pretty good field position to start your next drive.
Yeah, defense needs to step up right here. This is the drive for you to step up yet again. Can you get to the quarterback? We'll see. 11:25 to go in the third quarter. Caleb in the shotgun. Drops back. Quick pass out. Nearly caught. It is caught by DJ Moore. What a catch from DJ Moore. It's not going to be a first down. It's going to be right 1 yard short of the first down marker. But, I mean, that might have been a one-handed snag in coverage by DJ Moore.
Seeing it now. Yeah, DJ Moore barely hangs on. You see Cam Curl trying to rip that ball out. DJ Moore can extend. Not going to get the first down. Great catch, though, by DJ Moore. I mean, that is fair play. DJ Moore, kind of a down year. Didn't really lead the receiving unit, especially in production like we thought he would. But here, a key third down now for the Rams.
Yeah, 3rd and 1 here. Caleb under center. He's going to go ahead and QB sneak it. And he gets stuffed by Puka Ford. But then the second effort, I think they're going to give him the first down. Puka Ford had Caleb Williams right in his chest. And Puka Ford was not budging. But Caleb was able to just nudge himself one right off the shoulder pads of Puka Ford. And yeah, it's a clear first down from the aerial view.
Yeah, that is definitely a first down. That was a well-defended play, though, by the Rams. Not much you can do there. And then someone else on his legs too. But the second effort by Caleb, he was just able to pick up that first down. I mean, barely pick it up, but he does.
That's why that DJ Moore catch was so huge. Caleb under center now, back into motion. Snaps the ball, fakes the handoff to Swift, drops down the field, and it's caught by DJ Moore. Rams' whole coaching staff is saying, no, 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 no. He did not catch it. A Rams coach literally had the ball in his hand. So incomplete pass. It was caught for a second by DJ Moore, absolutely drilled by a safety, and it knocks the ball free.
Yeah, that's a great play there by Cam Crow. Ooh, actually, that might have been that's close.
Well, I think he has to survive the ground still, right? Regardless on the sideline. So
that is cool. That's closer than I thought, but I do agree with the no call there. I also during the next commercial break we'll get into something I just learned during the Houston Patriots game.
Yeah, makes the catch, but obviously drops it incomplete. So Braden Fisk nearly gets DeAndre Swift for a loss, misses the tackle. Braden Fisk, you got to make that tackle. Gain of 7 instead for DeAndre Swift. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Rams.
Rams need a turnover from CB. Not necessarily. I mean, they just got to score, really. The
yeah,
turnover is obviously nice, but
yeah.
At the same time, you're not trying to play for a turnover. You're trying to play for a stop here. Again, turnover would be nice. They got one early in the game, and they were able to score off of it. It's going down really the whole field, and we haven't really seen the offense be at that level ever since. So try to get the defense off the field here. 3rd down and 2, your second chance to do it.
Ball is at the 23-yard line for Caleb Williams in Bears territory. Rams have another chance here to get a stop and get off the field. 3rd and 2, handoff to Swift out wide. It's so open for him to get a gain of 6 instead of a loss. So the Rams don't get a stop here, and they gotta make something happen, especially on 2nd and longs. You can't keep allowing chunk plays. This Bears offense is just getting whatever they want, it seems like.
They are. They really are. As DeAndre Swift just sees the whole opening on the left side of the field. Jared Verse kind of slow getting over there, missing the tackle again. Josiah Stewart ends up being the one to bring him down there. So the Bears kind of moving pretty methodically here early on in this 3rd quarter.
Caleb hands off to the running back yet again. It's going to be DeAndre Swift, who tries to power through, and he does get to a gain of about 4. Maybe they'll call it 5 on the play. And by the way, I wanted to note this earlier. Cam Curl having himself a football game today, if I can say so.
He's actually playing very well.
Yeah, he's playing really well here. Obviously knocked that incomplete pass earlier to DJ Moore. Didn't mean anything, but still great to see him having himself a game in this football game. 8:05 to go. Clock is ticking for the Rams, 3rd quarter. 10-10 football game. 2nd and 6 for this Bears offense. Ball's at the 32-yard line. Caleb Williams calling out plays under center. DeAndre Swift, the running back in the backfield. Caleb fakes the pitch left. Man in his face. Caleb off kilter throw.
No.
Incomplete pass. He was running to his right off 1 foot. Colston Loveland couldn't make the catch. Caleb tried to get it to him, rolling to his right. Incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, that is Colston Loveland, a kind of a drop. Tough catch, but still kind of a drop.
Yeah, I mean, if Caleb...
Here again, just Ron Johnson, questionable coming in with an illness. Doesn't really make that play that he should have. You got to bring him down. And Colston Loveland had the ball again.
Yeah.
But he couldn't survive the ground.
That ball floated a little wide for Caleb as he was off 1 leg. 3rd and 6 for the Rams. Nearly offsides from Jared Verse. He gets back to it. Swift moves to the left of Caleb. Caleb in the shotgun. Drops back the pass. Looking to his right. Stays looking to his right. Finds a receiver, Odunze, who drops that pass. I think that was a catch that should have been on him. He drops it. That's fine for the Rams as the punting unit will be out there for the Bears.
Yeah. You finally get off the field. It should have gone off the field a lot earlier. You do now, though, as we have a big stop from TD. God saying, I'm a Packer fan. Come on, Rams, what's going on? Hey, we're trying. It's a playoff game.
It's cold, man.
Hear anything really from a Packers fan saying it's easy to beat the Bears?
It's cold, man. It's cold. It's cold weather.
Yeah, cold weather.
Here we go. Over 1,000 viewers in the chat. Make sure you guys like the stream if you haven't already. Huge punt from the Bears punting unit that It's going to be a fair cut at the 23-yard line. Drop down below who you're rooting for in this game. If you're a Rams fan, say, whose house? Rams house. If you're rooting for anyone else, drop that in the chat. Let us know. Like the stream, whether you're a hater or a fan. Make sure you guys support by dropping a like on the stream. TD says, big stop for the Rams. It was huge. Manuel says, Loveland was trying to be like Puka. Yeah, couldn't make the catch. Actually, it was a good throw from Caleb. It just kind of went a little wide. I think if Caleb kind of got that ball inside a little bit, could have been a catch. Instead, incomplete pass. CB says, forced the kick. Looks like that's what the Rams did. Can they score? Let us know down below how you guys are feeling. Rams 10-10, still in this game, man. It's a close one.
It's not the game I expected coming in. I expected this to be a lot more of a high-scoring game for both teams. We'll see if that happens. Johnny says Bears house. A defensive battle. Who knew from ESG? I agree.
Agreed 100% there, ESG. Great point there. And Salvador says, new here. Hey, Salvador, welcome to the Rams Digest. Subscribe, like the channel.
Yes, welcome, Salvador. We appreciate you coming on. Rod saying defense holding up well. Scoring-wise, yes. I mean, the Bears didn't score. As long as the Bears are punting, I'd like to get off the field in a lot shorter of a time there, but they do get off. David says, the Bears, Z-Main, can we get to pound and ground design runs? I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Puka on the end around would be nice.
Not been playing much today. He's been on the field.
Been on the field.
He's been racking up steps for his Apple Watch right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing for the Rams right now, getting Davante Adams involved, keeping Puka Nacua involved, and everything on offense. I mean, they're just not really consistent on offense right now, and that's definitely where they want to find their groove here in the second half. Haven't done so just yet. TD says yes. 9 needs to step up here. We need that quarterback to be the MVP Hall of Famer that we know he is, because right now that winter weather is definitely affecting this offense for sure. Larry, is that a whole song? You want to sing that song?
You don't want to hear me sing, chat. You want to click off.
Don't know what we need. Need another Super Bowl. Okay, sure. There you go from Larry, like the emojis there. Angel, I'm pretty sure it's the Angel from Madrid. He says, can the Rams play physical on both lines of scrimmage for the rest of the game? They need to. Right now, the D-line hasn't done a great job of it, but we'll see what that happens here. Gawad says, F the Bears. Go ahead. I agree with you on that one. As we see a nice shot of the bean in Chicago. One of my definitely bucket list things to do. Go out to Chicago and look at the bean. Stafford under center here. Looks like Kyren, the running back in the backfield. Stafford fumbled the football. He picked it up.
He got it.
He picked it up, but my goodness, no blocking on the interior. And just so easy for Robinson, the defender, number 90, to just get straight to the quarterback. Stafford had no time to even breathe. Looks up and had a defender in his face, so you can't even blame him for the fumble. Great job getting on top of it, but you got to block.
Yeah, another missed block. Just, you're missing a ton of blocks. Yes, Davante is playing. Everybody in chat, yes, they are playing.
Stafford this time hands off to Kyren. Ends up getting a lot more yards than expected there. 2nd and 18 now turns to about 3rd and 5, maybe 6 yards or so on the play. So great run there from Kyren to make this 3rd down a little bit more manageable. 3rd and 8 it's going to be, actually.
Yeah, Puka out of the game. Don't like to see that. Not
at all. Like to see the 10-yard gain from Kyren, but Puka running to the sideline on this 3rd and 8. So what will the Rams do? Maybe not be super aggressive with the weather. We'll see. Could be a run. Davante Adams, bottom of your screen. Whittington in motion at the top with Kanata Munfield right next to him. Kyren trying to get the play call here. Stafford has 4 seconds to snap this ball. Hopefully he notices. Stafford does snap it in the shotgun. Quick out route to Munfield. Munfield has an opportunity, but he's tackled by Brisker. No, not Brisker. I'm sorry. It's Gordon on the tackle. Great coverage. It looked like an opportunity for Munfield to get the clear 1st down, but a huge tackle from Gordon of the Bears defense stops the Rams short of a 1st down marker.
Yeah, just again, I like the play call to Munfield. I'm okay with it. Good block there from Whittington, actually, but just there's another guy there.
McClendon.
Gordon unblocked. Yeah. Gets right to it.
Hard to get your offensive tackle to get out there on the Oh, a muffed kick there from Duvernay. He catches it back at the 10-yard line, 15 now to the 20, 23-yard line or so for the Bears. So good coverage there, good punt from Ethan Evans, but the Bears will get the football back. 10-10 football game, 5:30 to go now in this third quarter. This game is tough, man. McVay is a joke, says Jared. That was a good play call. I mean, it's hard to get your right tackle out there to block a defensive back. They don't get the first down. I get it. It's frustrating, but I mean, I don't know. You're not going to say it's a bad call or anything. That first snap was just that put you in a bad position. When you get sacked on 1st and 10 and you end up in 2nd and 18, it's very difficult to come back from that. Jay says Tom Flash Gordon. Yeah, man. That was a great tackle from Gordon right there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Not really much you can say about that.
And he says it's like last season when the Rams versus Eagles lost to cold weather. Yeah, but the Rams were coming back in that football game, marching the ball down the fourth quarter. So we'll see if we can do some kind of reminiscence of that and hopefully finish the drive this time instead of like they did last year versus the Eagles. BS says Jawad. Let's see here. Cold from Andy. David says Steelers clowns from New York. Got his revenge today.
TJ just said Puka's hurt. Let's see. I don't want to see that right now.
He did run to the sideline. He was off on that 3rd and 8. Looking at some tweets here. Not seeing anything updating yet. So we'll wait and see if we get any updates.
No, it doesn't seem like anything currently, at least.
I'm hitting Puka right now on Twitter. Let's see. People just questioning why the Rams aren't getting Puka involved on Twitter. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about an injury. I did see him run off to the sideline. He looked like maybe it was in a little bit of pain, kind of hurled over a little bit as he walked over to the sideline. Didn't see much, but over 1,000, 1,200 people in the chat. This is career highs for Josh and I in the streams. Obviously, with the playoffs being alive here, we know there's not much else going on aside from this Rams and Bears game. But if you're new here and you guys like what you see with our stream, go ahead and like the stream. Let us know how you feel. Got over 30,000 views already on the stream. Really appreciate that. Total, yes, over 30,000 total viewers. So appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys drop a comment who you're rooting for, what your score predictions are, how you're feeling about the game. Drop something down below in the comment section, whether you're a Rams fan or not. Like the stream if you like what you see. We appreciate you guys being here with us. Caleb Williams under center. 1st and 10, ball at the 23-yard line in Bears territory. 5:30 to go, 10-10 football game. This has been a defensive battle. Caleb pitches it out to DeAndre Swift, who runs out wide to his left, gains about 5 on the play.
Phillips says, what's going on with Adams? 0 targets, 0 yards. Yeah, I wonder too. Devontae Adams is playing. And it looks like there is an update on DJ Moore after he took that big hit. So we are going to get an update on that for you, as he's saying for someone to come in for him here on this replay. So we are going to get that for you coming up. Although he is in right now on the 2nd and 6 for the Rams. Got to force a 3 and out here.
Yeah, that's ideal. 2nd and 6 here. Tight end Colston Loveland in motion to the left. Quick pitch out to DJ Moore, who gets nice blocking ahead of him, and he's brought down by Cam Curl. Nice tackle from Curl to hold it just past the 1st down marker. You wanted to see him stuff it a little bit better than that, but still, the Rams slow it down for just a gain of about 7 on the play. 1st and 10 for the Bears yet again.
Yep, they're seeing it. Thicker kicker for the win from Jacob. Maybe Harrison Evans hits a game-winning field goal. That would be awesome. All you got to do is win.
Shotgun.
All you got to do is win here.
Shotgun for Caleb. Fakes the Manungai, holding on Stewart, not called. Kobe Turner in the face of Caleb. He throws it wide around Kobe Turner's body and ends up knocking it down. Incomplete pass. So nice little pressure on Caleb there. I thought I saw some holding on Josiah Stewart. They don't call it either way. 2nd and 10 now for the Rams.
Hey, that's good. Good defense there. Your DB's held up there. I had that as a key to the game. He got some pressure. He forced Caleb out. Kobe Turner obviously trying to
pumping those arms
with him there, but the good sidearm throw from Caleb. Just unfortunately, good coverage there as Kobe ran. honestly had a chance to pick that.
Yeah, great coverage, though, because if he wasn't there, that's a catch possibly for another first down for this Bears offense. Instead, ball at the 35-yard line, Cole Kmet, tight end in motion. They're going to call false start on the Bears receivers. As Cole Kmet was in motion, one of the receivers kind of stuttered his feet a bit. So they're going to say false start for the Bears. Huge break for the Rams. It's going to be Rome Odunze on the call. So 4:10 to go, 10-10 game, second and probably, 20 now for the Bears? So that's going to be great for the Rams to really get a chance to get off of the football field in terms of the defense. Caleb Williams does have an arm. 2nd and 15. I apologize. 5-yard penalty for the false start. So ball at the 30-yard line, 2nd and 15. Caleb in the shotgun. Running back is Monungai next to him on the left. Caleb looks to his right. A little bit of pressure. Heaves the ball for interception. It's intercepted by Kobe Durant. And on the return, there is no return. He was touched down by contact. Caleb floated that ball up. Kobe Durant says, give me that. I'll take it out of the air. Ball's going to be at the 50-yard line for the Rams. The pressure was there. Caleb just floats one up and didn't see Kobe Durant in coverage. Pick for number 14, the Land Shark.
Land Shark, by the way, 3 picks now in 2 playoff games this year. Last week against the Panthers, 2 today here against the Bears. We know this game's not over. We know what the Bears are going to do. We know the fourth quarter is what it comes down to. The Rams have a shot now, Jeremy. They've always had a shot, but now they have one especially. TJ says INT number 2. Oh, yeah, undressed, big interception by Durant from Phillip. Yeah. And on offense, is it too much to ask to throw the ball to Devontae?
Yeah, right. No, he has not been involved at all. And I was going to say, Puka Nacua, people were questioning his injury. The reason why is because 3rd and 8, you don't see Puka on the field. You start questioning that. So I see Cameron De Silva, writer that we always kind of quote sometimes on Twitter. He says, it was odd for Puka to be off on 3rd down. So some people implying that maybe Puka's hurt. We'll see what it looks like here outside of the timeout, of course. The Rams get an interception. Quick change of possession. We'll see if the Rams can make something happen on offense.
TJ said I sat with his family at the Panthers game. Cool people. If we're talking about Kobe Durant, that is pretty cool. Hey, wait, did you tell him about the channel?
Yeah, I used to work for the Rams partially and did some community events at times and actually saw Blake Corum and Kobe Durant. We were actually working with some kids once. I was at the same table as them. We were doing some Christmas stuff a couple years ago. So that was
cool.
always
that's cool.
Cool guy for sure, and nice to see him playing well, especially because we wanted someone to step up in this cornerback room, right? Someone needed to step up and make a play. Kobe Durant says, I'll make a couple of them. Why not? Kobe
Durant is getting the game ball.
Yeah.
As Manuel with another donation, his second of the day. Thank you, Manuel. $1.99 Land Shark.
Yes, sir.
Saying the Bears.
Yeah, man. Well, appreciate you, Land Shark. It is, yes, for the interception. I was going to say, Land Shark having a great game, right? 2 interceptions for him. But then you look on the other side, Cam Curl as well. 2 guys. Are you really expecting those guys to be your leaders on defense? Not really, but they're stepping up in this football game when you need it most. That's what you need to win Super Bowls. Guys to step up when you least expect it. And right now, I'll say whether it's Kobe Durant or Cam Curl, both guys, give them both a game ball for this one so far in this football game. So now we know the matchup and the path to the Super Bowl goes through Seattle. The Rams, if they win this football game, will face off against Seattle next week for the NFC Championship game. But first, they got to win this one. Stafford under center, fakes the handoff, looking right, has a man in his face, floats one down to Kobe Parkinson, who's asking for a penalty. There is none. I would have rather Stafford throw that one out of bounds. It looked like he tried to still make a play, but kind of a close play and coverage on Kobe Parkinson. You see the route here from Caleb, just kind of Kobe Durant actually had a great read because he's guarding Loveland and they pass it off in the zone and he just read that ball so perfectly. You got to give Kobe Durant some credit for biting on that one, really. Ball's right at the 50-yard line for the Rams. 2nd and 10, Stafford fakes to Corum, looks over the middle of the field, throws, and nearly intercepted by yet again Kevin Byard as it was way overthrown for, I think that was Devontae Adams. And Stafford's just not there. Run the football.
Yeah, I don't know who this ball is actually being thrown to here. If we look at this replay, Devontae's kind of there. And then that ball's kind of thrown to nobody. You get an interception. You're winning the turnover battle 2-0, and now it is 3rd and 10, and you might do nothing.
Maybe that
turnover.
That wind, he floats the ball up, just getting under the ball and kind of carrying it further than he wanted to. We'll see. But Stafford in the shotgun, ball at the 50, 3rd and 10. Both sides barking out signals. 3 seconds to get the snap off. Stafford gets it off. Looks over the middle of the field. Looks to his right. Throws over the head of Puka Nacua, and the Rams don't get a yard after a huge interception from Kobe Durant. They do not even pick up one single yard. Run the football. What are we doing, man? Stafford can't throw the ball in the field in this weather right now. Throw the football. And run the football. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know what that play calling was. I don't know, Rob. Geez, I agree. It's not great play calling there whatsoever. And another great punt here. The Rams, unfortunately, not going to be able to down it. They're going to start at the 20.
CPT says, run the effing ball. You have the ball at the 50-yard line. Run the football, whether it's an end around to Puka, whether it's a run up the middle with Corum or Kyren. Run the dang ball. You have the ball at the 50. You gain 0 yards. This is ridiculous. And like Andy says, this is a defensive game. I mean, credit to the Bears defense, but also Rams play calling, man. Gotta run the ball.
Yeah, this is the one game. This is the play calling we don't really like. Run it, says Robert. I agree. Z-Main offense worse than the Eagles? No.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And
we
look,
don't have Kevin Patullo.
And the Rams right now are not looking great, but the Rams offense is good. It's just it's cold. And I'm not trying to use that as an excuse, but it's come on, it's a natural thing that we all know. When it's cold, it's hard to pass. And right now, both teams are struggling.
It is. It is very difficult to pass. Troy Aikman was saying actually earlier during the Texans game that snow can sometimes help quarterbacks. Actually, I do not think that is the case.
Well, he's a quarterback, so I'll give him that credit. But right now, like you said, so far today, not looking like that is helping either quarterback throw the football down the field. TD says, "Yep, run the dang ball. It's snowing. Run the ball. Run it. You got Kevin Dotson back, and you're deciding to not run the football. That makes zero sense." And CB says Puka slipped. Either way, that ball was not being caught. I don't think. I mean, that would have been a really tough catch.
No, that was a no. Something off from the start. Maybe, Jeremy, maybe the pass game is not working from Timothy. I agree. The pass game's not working. They're not getting Devontae involved. For the first drive, it was working. But since that first drive, nothing's really been working. The Bears and Caleb Williams are trying to give the Rams the game. They kind of are. With the interceptions, the Rams defense has been playing well. Pull Stafford. No. Do you really trust Jimmy Garoppolo, Shannon, over Matthew Stafford? Because I don't.
That's not gonna happen, and that's a ridiculous thing to even suggest to happen. So but the Rams need to figure it out for sure on offense, and they are not doing it, and it's looking ugly right now. Stafford is hot. Well, he is the MVP of the league, so it's pretty good, I think. He's just again, cold weather game. Rams, I think the play calling is more questionable than anything else. Purgatory says boring. Yeah, I mean, you love seeing high-scoring offensive games, but I don't know. As a fan of the Rams, I don't mind this game being. I mean, I'd rather it not be close. But if you're a Rams fan, I'm sure you're still thinking it's a pretty intense, entertaining game to watch. As McVay is actually having the entire offense down together, and he's hyping everybody up, talking to them, telling them what the plan needs to be moving forward for this game. Temperature 18 degrees. Fahrenheit out in Chicago. 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Caleb throws the ball out wide. Luther Burden shakes and bakes and ends up gaining about 1 yard on the play. So a whole lot of work to gain just 1 yard. It's going to be second and long here for the Bears.
And that's what I needed to see. That's what you needed to see with Luther Burden. Caleb still looking at that finger. So it's definitely impacting him so far in this game. Steve says bring in Stetson. No, thank you.
We're good on that stuff. Caleb under center. Sends a receiver in motion. DJ Moore across the formation. They say gain of nothing on that last play. So 2nd and 10. Ball is right at the 20-yard line in Bears territory. It pitches to Monangai. Monangai finds a hole. Gains about 8 on the play. Those 2nd and 10 huge gains is so frustrating for the Rams. You got to make sure you stuff that better than that for sure. It's going to be 3rd and short now for the Bears. JD says
they have
says something key here. Defense is going to have to win. I kind of agree with you. And Chris Shula might be a head coach next year. he's got to show his abilities here and his defense's abilities here in the second half, because they might have to win this game, like you said. 3rd and 3. Ball at the 27-yard line for the Bears in Bears territory. Caleb drops back to pass, looking, pressure in the middle of the field, throws to his wide right, wide open to Monungai. Monungai gets a first down and barks at his sideline, telling him, I'm that guy. Caleb gets out wide, and what do we say pregame? You got to get to the quarterback. You got to sack him, and if you don't get to the quarterback and you don't finish with a sack, he's going to get out of the pocket. He's going to run wide, and he has the arm strength to get it down the field.
Yep, and that's exactly what he did there. Monungai, your DBs didn't stay put. Monungai gets open and make a nice tackle, force him out, but just not we want to see. I mean, I really do. I am a Monungai fan. I think he's actually quite good. Good find for the Bears, but he's been torching us so far today.
Yeah, ball's at the 36-yard line now for the Bears. The clock is ticking, and that's a delay of game. They don't call it. They hand off to Monungai. Monungai gets a gain of about 5 on the play. I think the play clock was at 0. Refs think otherwise. Rams give up a few yards there, so it's 2nd and medium for the Bears. 1:22 to go in the third quarter. Jared says there hasn't been a single holding call this weekend. They're letting the line hold in the playoffs. I agree. There's a lot of the defensive line maybe not getting there, but at the same time, not a lot of flags being called at all in these playoffs and in this game especially. 1:04 to go. Caleb fakes the handoff, rolling to his left. Rolling, decides to tuck and run and gets probably a first down for the Bears. They're going to say right at that first down marker he is, and they're going to give him a first down.
Oh, no, they're not.
Oh,
they pushed him back.
That was crazy. That was not a random decision right there for the official to just say, never mind. Caleb
did not get it, though. That is the correct call.
Great call from the official. 1 inch short. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. Huge third down for the Rams. Can they get a stop? I'm not feeling like they can, but I'm hoping they can.
You got to believe.
42 seconds here. The way this Bears offense has been moving makes me nervous, but we'll see if the Rams can stuff them here. 35 seconds, the clock is ticking down. Ball's at the 47-yard line. In Bears territory still, right around the 50. Caleb sends DJ Moore in motion, hands off to Monungai. Monungai is stuffed and loss of 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. Jared Verse, one of the ones involved. They get the stop. That might be a punt for the Rams, for the Bears, I should say. And the Rams get a huge stuff on 3rd down. Maybe I got to be negative and say I don't believe that'll help the Rams make something happen. I was getting nervous there, but the Rams...
They only gave him a 1-yard loss.
Horrible there, as it should be a loss of 2 or 3. So
they might still go for this. I would not be surprised if the Bears go for this.
Third quarter...
Given where they are on the field, be ready for a trick play here. Be ready, man. Well hyped, TJ hyped.
Yeah.
I am not saying the Rams have the ball yet, because it is...
Yeah.
It is Ben Johnson. Michael saying Rams have a great run defense, shut down Seattle's run. But the pass settled the game, not to mention holding. Yeah, I mean, the Rams' run defense hasn't been great today. It's had some spots.
Yeah.
For sure. Like right there, it had some spots. But besides that, it hasn't necessarily gone the Rams' way.
Well, the Rams right now, if they stuffed as it stands right now with Monungai, it's going to be a loss of about 1, which will be 4th and 2. And like you said earlier, Josh, it's Ben Johnson, it's Caleb Williams, it's this Bears offense. They may go for it here, so we'll have to hold our breath and see. But type your 4s down below in the chat. Huge stop there for the Rams, but can they go ahead and get the stop on 4th down, or will we see a punt from the Bears? Type your 4s down below in the chat. Coming out of the third quarter break, it's going to be the start of the 4th. Bears football, 4th and 2. Unless they make a change in the timeout, we'll wait and see. But the Rams and Bears both respectively scored 0 points in that third quarter. We have ourselves a playoff football game. This is a tough battle here between the Bears and the Rams. Both teams know what's at stake.
They do. When the winner of this game goes into Seattle, we'll see what happens here on this 4th down play. Definitely something to keep an eye on. What do you think is going to happen in the chat? The defense, according to Phillip, believe it or not, has played good. Stopped the Bears 2 out of 3 on 4th down. Yeah, they have. I think the defense has been fine, especially the scoring defense. Again, you've given up some big plays. We've only given up 10 points. Mm-hmm. And that's the key. We know the Bears are a 4th quarter team. I think if the Rams can get a stop here, you can kind of throw off the Bears' 4th quarter mojo just a little bit. And I think for the Rams, scoring early in the fourth, something that a lot of teams haven't been able to do against them, would be key.
Agree with you there. And real quick, while we have this end of quarter break, I want to shout out to Kalshi for sponsoring this channel, sponsoring this live stream. If you guys have not downloaded Kalshi yet, go ahead and use the link in our description. Download Kalshi. Use code DIGESTNFL. Again, that's DIGESTNFL. So you guys get $20 when you trade your first 100. I cashed out early on Stafford MVP, more than doubled my money. Go ahead and trade on Kalshi using the link in our description. Download using promo code DIGESTNFL. You get $20 when you trade your first 100. You guys can probably live trade on this game and see who you want to pick to win, see what the odds look like. If they're in your favor for whatever team you're rooting for, you can trade using code DIGESTNFL. The punt unit is out on the field for the Bears. It's 4th and 2. Wow. The Bears decide to punt. So nice little stop there for the Rams. Xavier Smith running backwards. Very dangerous catch there in the snow. But he goes ahead and says fair catch at about the 5 or 6 yard line. So not great field position for the Rams. We'll see what they can do with it. Puka Nacua was involved early before the snow came down. Now the snow has been covered on the field. We have not seen him involved yet in this game. Not in the blocking game, not in the passing game. The Rams offense, as the snow has picked up, has definitely, drastically affected the way they've been playing, I think.
Yes. And yes, I do agree with that. By the way, we also just hit 1 million total views on this channel.
Wow.
So we just want to thank everybody for that before the Rams start off with the ball here.
Puka Nacua in motion. Kyren Williams gets a handoff, runs up the middle, looks for a hole, finds a hole, and absolutely powers through the defender to gain about 6 on the play. Great play from Kyren to go ahead and power through a defender. Just big boy bully ball there and gain more yards than we initially thought. 2nd and about medium, should be about 4. We'll see what they call. 2nd and 3, so gain of 7 for Kyren Williams.
Yeah, look at that. When you run the ball, you gain 7 yards on first down.
14 minutes and 20 seconds. The clock is ticking. Whittington in motion. Handoff again to Kyren. Powers through for yet another gain of about 5. Going to be a first down for the Rams. Got a slow.
Here we go. Look at that. Running the ball, Manuel said finally a first down run. Yeah, finally, and it works. Running up the middle has worked for the Rams today with Kevin Dotson being back. It's something we've talked about over and over again. We wanted to see them run more. And they are. Back-to-back
runs there. You like to see it. First down Rams. Can they methodically march down the field? We've seen good starts before, and the Bears respond. Can the Rams make it happen? Under center for Stafford. 2 receivers out left. It's Devontae and Puka. Puka in motion across the right. Kyren gets the ball yet again. This time gets stuffed and only gains maybe half a yard. Probably nothing. Going to be gain of 0. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Okay, you're still being aggressive. I like the attempts for the run game. I did see this coming, though. I felt like this would have been a nice time to run a little play action, have some running receivers across the middle of the field. Yes. Doesn't happen. The Bears showing crazy blitz here. Stafford drops back quick out to Colby Parkinson. Wide open, running down the field to the 40, to the 50, to the 45 in Bears territory. Colby Parkinson, nice catch and spin, and after the Bears send almost an all-out blitz, they lose their tight end, Colby Parkinson, and Rams Stafford able to take advantage.
Yeah, finally a big play. Colby Parkinson just leaks out down the left side, easily wide open, and just gets a huge gain of about 25, 30 yards there after the catch. Big plays. Puka Nacua still on the sideline, so we are going to try to find an update on that later on during the next commercial break.
Stafford hands off to Kyren. Kyren runs, gains about 4 in the play. I think Puka was out there, by the way, the last play, because I think I saw him kind of a pick play almost deep down the field, ends up blocking Brisker. That's why Colby Parkinson was so open, and Puka is back on the field. So I think he's just out for that 1 first down run there. They're giving him breaks here and there. He may be dealing with some type of issue. He looks like he's in pain at times when they have the camera pan to him, but he keeps going back on the field. You love the toughness from your number 1 receiver. 12,
yes, you do.
12 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Rams in Bears territory. Ball at the 41-yard line. Whittington in motion. Fake the handoff to Kyren. Stafford rolls to his left. Looking. Throws the football over the middle of the field. Nearly intercepted. Wow. Tipped up again. And nearly again intercepted. The linebacker was just 1 step closer. That's a pick for Stafford. He rolls to his left. Hate when Stafford rolls to his left, by the way. Throws over the middle in coverage. I don't know why he forced that football in there.
Yeah, I don't know why either. That was not a great play. Good coverage by the linebacker. Another linebacker had a chance to intercept that. Again, Parkinson was just covered there.
Yeah, that's it.
Not a good read of the field by Matthew Stafford. We've seen that a lot today. 3rd and 6 from the 41. This would be a very long field goal for Memphis that I would not feel comfortable with.
Yeah, 4 seconds on the play clock. Puka in motion. Stafford looks to his left, looks Puka's way, finds Puka on 3rd and 6. 3rd and Nacua gets a first down and a little bit more. The Rams get a first down. 10-10 game, 11:40 to go. Rams marching down the field on this drive.
Yes, they are. 3rd and Puka back at it. Runs a quick little slant there on the left side. Picks up that first down, a key play there. Yeah, almost in the red zone.
Rams want to go quick. Stafford drops back to pass, looking over the middle of the field, looks to his right, drops down, and overthrow to Terrence Ferguson, who didn't even know where the football was, throws it out of bounds. I don't think he had anybody open. 11:18 to go, 10-10 football game, 2nd and 10. Rams will have the ball in Bears territory, like Josh said, approaching that red zone.
Stafford has the gunslinger mentality at the wrong time. I don't really necessarily think so. I don't think that was the problem. That was a bad throw there, but I don't think it's a gunslinger mentality. I would have liked to seen a run there on first down, though.
Stream just crossed 40,000 views. Appreciate you all. Like the stream if you haven't already. 2nd and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. Sorry, 28-yard line for the Rams. Stafford drops back to pass, looking over the middle of the field, finds his receiver. It's Davante Adams, number 17.
Wait,
no!
Whoa. Hang on.
They say interception. The Bears say interception. The Bears are saying they have the football. We thought Davante had it. They're saying catch. The ref's about to make a call. They're convening, they're talking, they're going to discuss and see if Davante was down. They saying first down Rams, Davante Adams first down, but we just saw this happen in the Bills game. Davante catches the ball, he has it, and he has it knee down, he has it down. They rip the ball out after Davante was already kneed down. So he should be okay. It's first down Rams, but that was a close one. We just saw that happen with the Bills-Broncos game, right?
No, the Bills-Broncos game, they said he never had full possession of the ball, so they called it an interception. But I think the Bears are challenging the ruling on the field, which if you're a Bears fan, I do think you should challenge. I don't blame them for using a challenge here. Well, that is what they're doing.
Here's the difference, right? And going back to the Bills, Max says another Bills thing. I want to say this on the Bills and Broncos thing. Josh maybe feel differently. That was an interception. Why do I think it was an interception? Because if Cooks caught the ball and there was nobody next to him, or maybe the cornerback was behind him and they touched him down, but he dropped it after he rolled, it's incomplete pass, is it not? And that's why I feel that's a clear interception on that play. Here, they're saying this is a little bit of a different scenario because Davante had it, possession holding, made a football move a couple steps. We'll talk about that more in a timeout. We'll talk about
it more during a commercial break.
Puka in motion a little bit here. Now Jordan Whittington in motion. Stafford under center. Hands off to Kyren to the left. Kyren runs and gains about 5 on the play. Gets tackled. He's a little bit upset about it, but he gains 5. We'll take it.
Yeah, we will take it. We will take it. Stafford do need to run the ball. Why they not? They are.
Yeah, Philip says there was no.
Run the ball a lot more on this drive.
Philip says there was no challenge. I agree with you, Philip. Yes, there was none. We thought maybe they were going to call something there.
Like they were because there was a big pause, but they did not.
Under 10 to go. Clock is ticking. The Rams have the ball. 2nd and 6 here, threatening to score for the first time in quite a while. Ball at the 12-yard line. Stafford hands off to Kyren yet again, who powers through the middle, powers through, keeps his feet going, ends up gaining about 4 on the play. Gonna be 3rd down and 1 to go for the Rams here. Huge 3rd down coming.
Yeah, this is another good run for the Rams. Running right up the middle with Kyren, following McClendon, following Parkinson to get back going.
Rams go quick snap here. Don't find anything right away. And Stafford floats it up to Kanata Mumfield of all people. Don't like the play call. Don't like the throw. Double coverage. Incomplete pass. 4th and 1. Decision time for the Rams. You take the 3 and go up 3, or do you take the 6? We'll see what the Rams try to do to get this first down. McVay has a play sheet. He's calling a play. I think he's going to go for it. Next gen.
Have 3 timeouts. It would be okay to use 1 now. Next
gen stats says we're going to go ahead and go for it here. We recommend that. Stafford says, okay, let's do it. 9:24 to go. Huge, big for 1 yard, by the way. That's like a 1.5 yard.
This is not a half. This is a whole 1.
Stafford sends Puka in motion, does an end around to Puka. Puka has space, gets lit up a little bit, but Puka Nacua powers through Kevin Byard and gets the first down. He's dealing with some pain, but he's getting up. Toughness of Puka Nacua. He says, I'm going to power through whoever's in front of me to get this first down.
I love the play design. I loved the play design. We talked about it at halftime, some end arounds with Puka. The one with Winnington didn't go well. Love it. Get the first down. First and goal here from the 5.
Puka's on the field still in motion here. Kyren gets the ball. Puka blocking for him. Kyren bouncing outside. Touchdown Rams. Kyren Williams bounces it outside. A little bit of blocking from Puka, but Kyren just beats everybody to the corner. Touchdown Rams. And the Rams on a 14-play drive go 91 yards for a touchdown to go up 7.
Yes, they do. Kyren running outside. Almost a face-off on Jalen Johnson, but gets his hands off in time. Beats Tremaine Edmonds. Great blocking from Puka, as you said, but Jalen Johnson's got to bring him down there. Rams take the lead, 16-10, pending the extra point. And like I said, the Bears haven't really had this happen to them before. They got their mouth punched here by the Rams in the fourth quarter. They gave up some points. Now, how do the Bears respond to this?
Yeah.
Still a lot of game left. 8:50 left. This game is far from over. We're celebrating having a lead right now. This game's not over, though. The Rams got to play a full 8 minutes and 50 seconds to win this game. Z-Main, that drive gave me a heart attack. It almost gave me one, too. Almost gave me one, too. But for the Rams, get the lead for the first time since the first quarter.
Yeah, and to your credit, Josh, you were saying, like, the Rams in general, right, in this situation with the Bears are never really, it's hard to say. I know it sounds crazy, but being down 20 is different from being down 7, right, in a fourth quarter. Like, it's a different type of pressure, I think. And obviously Caleb has done it before. You get to a point where you're down, 7, but when you're down 17 and you think you don't have a chance or you just need to make plays, you're going to be a little looser with the football. When you're down 7 in a close game and you need to make plays, it's a different type of pressure. And another donation from TD, he says, second TD LFG, whose house? Rams house. Yeah, drop the
Bears do need a TD, Andy. You are right about that. I think we can see Ben Johnson get too aggressive here. We saw the Lions do this in the NFC Championship game a couple years ago. I think we can potentially force Ben Johnson into making some bad decisions here.
Yeah, I agree with you there. As I was trying to go to Twitter to get some tweets going and maybe retweet some things of some highlights, and I see a highlight of John Morant. He doesn't pull out the gun anymore. He doesn't want to shoot anybody. Actually, he still does want to shoot someone. He just decides to shoot a bazooka instead. He brought the bazooka out. John Morant does.
I can go on a whole rant to the downfall of John Morant. But,
man, I'm trying to get him off my fantasy team right now as we speak.
Why did you draft him?
I mean, he's your best player available, in fantasy. I mean,
if this is like the 8th round, I'd be like, yeah, that's a steal. What round was he picked in?
Must have been like, I don't know, top 4 rounds, I would say.
Oh, yeah, that's too high at this point for him.
I didn't know he was going to miss so many games, and yeah, I'm trading him, no worries. But yes, back to this. I just unexpectedly saw John Morant with a bazooka. By the way, look it up if you haven't seen it. But the Rams, great drive there, and it just looked methodical. It looked balanced, right? It looked like how they normally look on offense, and now we're seeing that come back. We'll see if they can make it continue to happen, that the defense can continue to play the way they've been playing. That's the key here, I think.
Yeah, that is the key. That is the key. Ben cost Chicago this game. The game is not over by any means for either team. Let's get another pick from Rod. Hey, I wouldn't mind another interception. Wouldn't mind it whatsoever. The
Rams could be up by 15 here, and I still wouldn't feel they're in the best position here as the running back is back to the 20, 25, 30, 35, almost up to the 40 by Devin Duvernay with a return. It's going to be about the 36-yard line. So great return there for the special teams unit of Chicago.
That was a great return. That was needed.
Yeah.
They needed that. You responded well there. 14 lead changes so far in the 2025 postseason fourth quarters. 5 teams have won after trailing in the final 3 minutes so far this postseason. If you look at this trailing in the second half stats for Caleb, almost 1,800 yards and 14 touchdowns. $1.99 donation from Manuel. Thank you very much. Just want to point out that 23 has no sleeves.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Manuel. Yeah, he's a dog, man. He's a dog, just like Nate Landman out there, just like Puka Nacua out there. No
Yes.
sleeve team. Caleb drops back to pass. 2 sleeves on him. He's looking, has all the time in the world. Tipped up and nearly intercepted by Darius Williams. He actually threw that ball, Caleb did, to an offensive lineman. And that's exactly why you don't want to run those plays too often, as the offensive lineman just couldn't make the catch. Tips the ball up too high and nearly intercepted. But instead, 8:36 to go, incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 for the Bears offense. Rams up 17-10. Can they maintain the lead? Can this defense step up in this half? Caleb Williams has been 2 for 8 in the passing game, 15 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. DeAndre Swift is the running back in the backfield next to Caleb in the shotgun. Caleb Williams drops back, pressure, avoids it. The Rams shimmy shake from Caleb. He stays on his feet, goes past to the first down to the 50, to the 40, to the 36-yard line. Caleb Williams goes from being sacked to gaining about 20 on the play.
Okay.
That's exactly what we didn't want to see. And Nate Landman gets shook out of his boots, I should say, as Caleb just gives him a little shimmy shake. And that's what I said. He's like Mahomes, but he just has a little more shiftiness to him. And once you can't get him, if you can't get him down, he's going to gain some plays. And there I go, Chris Collinsworth on him, bringing up Mahomes. And
yeah, why did we do that? We're sorry, chat. Chat, we apologize for that.
My bad, chat. My bad, chat. Caleb Williams, though, ball is now at the 37-yard line in Rams territory. Pitches it to DeAndre Swift. Swift makes a move and gains about 5 on the play. This Bears offense now starting to roll.
They are. We don't want to see this. The Rams defense has been so good this half. Now is not the time to ease up. Again, this game is far from over. You still got half of the fourth quarter left. To Stafford preparing on the Surface Pro there for some plays on his next drive. As look like we have someone tying their shoes there. Steve saying Bears are going to be a Super Bowl team in the near future. They definitely could be. You know, they're going in the right direction, but not today though, unfortunately.
2nd and 6 now. Ball at the 32-yard line. DeAndre Swift fights his way through for a gain of about 4 on the play. Gonna be 3rd and 2, maybe 1.5 yards. We'll see what they call here. 7:04. The clock continues to roll. Under 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The winner of this game goes to Seattle to face off against the Seahawks to see who can battle for the Super Bowl. This is a huge game for both these teams, obviously. Both teams want this win desperately. We'll see who comes out on top. 6:45. Kyle Monangai, the running back in the backfield with Caleb Williams. 3rd and 1 is the call. Caleb in the shotgun, hands off to Monangai. Monangai fights his way and powers through, maybe just short. Might be right at that first down marker. One official says maybe.
Close.
The other official says yes. And I think they're saying first down Bears.
Let's see. Oh, that is a generous spot. I don't know about that spot. I kind of want to see a replay of this. This might be a good use of your challenge if you're Sean McVay here.
Yeah, might not be worth.
I'd like to see a replay. We are going to get a replay. Let's see how close this is. The guy runs.
Might not be worth the risk there. The Rams don't challenge.
He did get it. I think he got it. It was close though.
Under 6 to go. Receiver in motion, Luther Burden. He faked the handoff to him. Caleb looking, rolling to his left. Fakes. Guy in his face. Fires into Colston Loveland, who can't make the catch. Omar Spates. Great job breaking that pass up in coverage.
And that's one Johnson did get hurt on that play. He was grabbing his face mask. He may have been poked in the eye there.
Not what you want to see. Should be illegal hands to the face from the offense. No call there. No flags on the play. By the way, not too many flags called in this game at all. Very clean game.
I like to see that. I do like to see.
Let them battle.
We kind of saw in the end of the Bills game, the second pass interference was a clear pass interference, but the first one I don't really think was.
We also saw a missed one maybe on Brandon Cooks as well earlier, right? So that's kind of iffy there too.
There was definitely some missed calls in that game.
Caleb in the shotgun, no running back in the backfield. Rams have a chance to put some pressure. Caleb throws deep down the middle of the field, way over the head of Zacchaeus, the receiver. Nowhere near his receiver. It's 3rd and 10 now for the Bears.
Okay.
5:43 to go. This clock is worrisome if you're a Bears fan, because if you kick a 3, that's nice and all, but you're still down a possession, down by 4. Doesn't help you much. The Rams at this point need to be ready because the Bears could be in 4-down territory regardless of how many yards they get here. 3 timeouts?
I don't know. If it's still 4th and 10, I think you're just going to kick. I think you're just going to kick here and trust your defense. I think if you're the Bears, somehow, some way, you have to score. But if you're the Rams, you want to hold
Caleb.
them.
Drops down, throws deep down the field, and finds Rome Odunze. What a catch from Rome Odunze. What a throw from Caleb Williams.
Hang on.
There is a flag on the play.
Please don't be on us.
Officials are convening. Roughing the passer on defense, Jared Verse is the call. So I think that's going to be yards even after the catch. Would have been nice to see a offensive penalty there, but there is none. Caleb drops back, looking, finds Odunze, and Jared Verse.
They don't even show it. They got out of it.
Jared Verse hit him a good maybe 1-2 steps too late after the throw was out of Caleb's hand. You see Caleb.
Let's see it.
Let's go, and boom. Yeah, just a little too late. One step too late.
Head, though. That was where you're supposed to do it.
But it's too late. That's the problem. You can't hit the quarterback if the ball is out of his hand. Very close for sure. Jared Verse doesn't like it. He's on the sideline for this one. Caleb under center. The ball is at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for Caleb Williams and this offense. Nate Landman is actually set up on the edge now for this play. Caleb Williams snaps the ball, does hand it off to DeAndre Swift. A little bit of a pitch. Gains about 2 on the play. Going to be 2nd and goal here at about the 3-yard line for the Bears. Clock is about a tick under 5 minutes to go. We are entering crunch time.
Yes, you are pretty much in crunch time here. Right now, this could come down to a Harrison Memphis field goal. There is a real chance of that. There's a real chance that Harrison Memphis has a chance to send the Rams to a conference championship game. It looks like there is a real shot of that for the Rams here. This is definitely 4-down territory for the Bears. We know that. You got 3 more plays to stop him here. 2nd
and goal, ball's at the 3-yard line. Caleb sends a tight end in motion. Hands off to DeAndre Swift. Swift breaks out to the right, does get stuffed and stopped for a gain of 1, one official says. So it's going to be about the 2-yard line, 3rd and goal for the Bears. 2 more chances here, more likely than not. Rams defense can still get a stop here. We'll see what happens. 4:10 to go. Clock is about a tick under 4 minutes. If you're watching the stream, you like what you see, like the stream now before you move on to anywhere else and drop down below in the comments. 3rd down for the Bears. Caleb Williams in the shotgun. 3rd and goal, ball at the 2-yard line. Caleb looking, has DeAndre Swift in the backfield with him. Hands off to Swift. Verse misses the tackle. Oh my goodness, a hurdle attempt from Swift has failed. And Quentin Lake comes over and knocks him out of the air. Are you kidding me?
That was a great... First off, DeAndre Swift, that was a really good hurdle attempt. Jared Verse, kind of lazy effort there. Darius Williams tries to hurdle, kind of because he hits Darius Williams, doesn't really get all the airtime. If he doesn't hit Darius Williams there, I actually think he does get in. But 4th and goal, we'll see what the Bears do. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears milk this and then call a timeout to really see what they're going to do. But if they go for this one more play, one more stop here,
4th and goal,
is all you need to do.
3:08 to go. Caleb sends a running back in motion. He snaps the ball, looking left of the middle of the field, and incomplete. Incomplete pass. Omar Spates with the pass breakup. No flags on the play. 3:03 to go, and Nate Landman celebrating with his teammates. A huge play from the Rams. Caleb looks over the middle, tries to find, looks like Luther Burden over the middle, and Omar Spates reads the eyes of the quarterback, jumps in front, and knocks the play incomplete.
Oh.
Huge stop from the Rams defense.
TJ, I don't know what Verse is doing today. I don't know either, honestly.
Looked a little lazy on the edge there. Doesn't get to Swift, but does push him out wide. Ends up letting Darius Williams and, oh my goodness, Quentin Lake with a tackle of his life to go ahead and knock DeAndre Swift, trying to make a hurdle over the defender, knock him out of the air. The Rams get a stop. Omar Spates pass breakup on Luther Burden. Let us know down in the comments. Turnover on downs. TO, drop it down in the chat if you're new. If you haven't liked the stream yet, like the stream now before we continue with the Rams getting the ball back with 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, again, Rams need a couple first downs here. Need a couple first downs. No sacks, no safeties, no turnovers. You need first downs.
Definitely need some first downs here. We got some chats going. Andres says, whose house? Rams house.
Rams house.
Z-Main says, so where are we at on the field? The Rams will get the ball at about the 2-yard line. So they still got some work to do when they get the football. 3 minutes to go. The Bears have all 3 timeouts. Not out of the woods yet. Still got some work to do. Jacob says, typical USC quarterback. My brother, UCLA alum, likes to hate on the USC side of things here.
I don't want to hear a UCLA grad talking about football. I'm sorry.
Johnny.
I mean, come on. The last great quarterback you've had, but I mean, credit to Josh Rosen. He was great at UCLA, but outside of that, I honestly can't really name many other UCLA quarterbacks.
Johnny says, why can't Caleb just run it? Yeah, you see him with his legs kind of make something happen earlier. You want to see him maybe get more involved with his legs there if you're a Bears fan. Norman says, are the Bears close to score? The Bears just turned the ball over on downs, just so you know, Norman. So turnover on downs, the Rams get the football. You saw Caleb Williams drop back to pass over the middle of the field, try to get to Luther Burden, and Omar Spates jumped in front of it. And Jacob says Troy Aikman, and just like a Cowboys fan, thinking about the 90s. Kind of crazy.
Oh, that was a good one. that was a good one. Joseph saying, hey, goodbye. Not yet, Joseph. Still got 3 minutes left.
Hold on to that song. Hold on to that song because it's not over yet. CB says it's not over. Rams run game has to go. Agree with you there. As Stafford's under center, Puka Nacua in motion. Stafford hands off the football, gets a gain of about 2 for Kyren Williams. So the Rams got some work to do here. Expecting a Bears timeout. Clock is stopped. I think that's what's happening.
Yes.
2:50.
Rams need to get a couple first downs here if they want to put this game away. This game is not over. I really do not want the Bears to get the ball again. I do not.
Yeah, Rams got to just kind of hold this one out so they can end this game the way it stands now. We'll see what happens as we're watching some of the highlights from earlier throughout this game. Let us know how you're feeling about this. TD says, whose house? I say Rams house. Rod says, nervous. Yeah, a little nervous still. The game's not over yet.
No, not over at all just yet.
Matthew Stafford under center. Ball is now at the 4-yard line. A little more room now for the Rams. 2:59 to go after a Bears timeout. 2nd and 8. Stafford hands off to Kyren. Kyren tries to bounce it outside. He does bounce outside. Kyren Williams gets a first down, lowers his shoulder, and knocks out Kevin Byard for the first down. Kyren Williams says, give me that. Eats the tackle from Kevin Byard, gets the first down, 1st and 10 Rams. 2:52 to go, 2 timeouts for Chicago still not over yet.
No, and Josh, you did cut out there for a little bit, just to let you know, Mike-wise.
Thank you. Appreciate you for letting me know. Hope you guys heard me. If you didn't, it was a first down run from Kyren Williams. 2:52 to go. Puka Nacua in motion. 1st and 10 for the Rams. 2 timeouts remain with a 2-minute warning for Chicago. Stafford hands the ball off yet again. Kevin Byard says, this time I got you, Kyren. Loss of about 3 on the play.
The Bears are not yet calling a timeout, which I find kind of, I know they just got a loss of yards here, but the Rams do have to snap one more time before the 2-minute warning.
I think if you're them, you're expecting maybe a pass here, hoping for an incomplete. Hold on to your timeout in case there's a first down after this play. I don't hate it, but if you're a Bears fan, you're definitely scared right now.
Yes.
Stafford under center, 2:20 to go, ball at the 12-yard line in the Rams territory. Rams trying to run this game out. Stafford hands the ball to Kyren again, left side. Kyren gains about 4 on the play. It was a loss of 2 last possession, so it's going to be 3rd and about 10 or so for the Rams. 2:07 to go.
I understand why they ran the ball. I understand you're trying to run out more clock, but I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I mean, you're going to have to pass here, and if you get an incompletion, the Bears may have already punted before the 2-minute warning. If that is what happens, which I do not like.
This is why it was smart.
I do agree.
This is why it was smart for the Bears to hold on to their timeout. They knew the Rams had to snap one more time. Now, if the Rams go for it on 3rd and 10 and pass it, if it's an incomplete pass, you're kind of chilling. If it's not, and the Rams somehow get a first down, obviously that'll end the game. So if you're the Bears, this is huge for you. 3rd and 10. Will the Rams pass or will they run and just punt the ball away? We'll have to wait and see what Sean McVay decides to do. Stafford under center here. He's going to be in the shotgun. Cameras on Devontae Adams, who has not been involved much in this football game. Tight end Colby Parkinson in motion with Kyren Williams in the backfield. They hand off to Kyren. Kyren gets a gain of 3, and that's it. So the Rams will go into the 2-minute warning, ready to punt this football away to the Bears. The Bears will have 2 minutes to go, 1 timeout. Comeback kids will have a chance to come back. Very scary
Oh.
for us Rams fans here.
Oh.
Not ideal for the Rams. Not ideal for the Bears. This is an intense way to end this football game.
It is. I think I would have passed there. I would have tried to go for the first down just because we've seen the Bears do this time and time again. The Bears are getting it back with more than 130, Shadow. With more than 130. They're going to get it with like 150. I mean, they only have one timeout, but they're not going to be too deep in their own territory. They'll be probably around the 35, somewhere around there most likely, from where the Rams are punting. That's the hope. So it's definitely not over. Shadow, the Bears have one timeout. The Rams have 3.
Over 1,300 people in the chat, maybe over 14 even in the chat.
Yes.
So if you guys are brand new, never seen us before, like what you hear, or just here to have a good time, let us know. Like the stream right now down below in the comment section. Like the stream. Let us know who you're rooting for in this game. Let us know if you think the comeback kids, Kyren Williams, could go ahead and knock our Rams out, or if you think the Rams can go ahead and finish this game strong.
One more ask, come on, D, from TD. I agree. Yes,
and
one more time.
We've asked a lot.
I thought he would hit Puka. I agree. I thought they were going to go to Puka or Devontae there. Shadow, why not pass? I think you were hoping to run the ball into the 2-minute warning.
Well, yeah, and then if you pass, think about this. Pass, incomplete pass, right? With second and, bless you, Josh. With 2:05 to go, incomplete pass. Now, all of a sudden, you have to punt ahead of the 2-minute warning, and now the Bears still get the football back either way. I mean, either way, it's the same thing. So I think, yeah, I would maybe try, but then what if you throw an interception, right? And then that's always an issue too.
Yeah, that is also, that would have been very bad if they threw an interception. CBE says, need to spy on Caleb, go Rams D. I agree, CB. I said this in my video on Friday that I think they should have had a QB spy the entire game, and it doesn't look like they've really been doing that much at all. So I do agree with you there. Andy saying, let's go Bears. Deuce saying the Rams win. Here comes the great special teams. Hopefully it actually is great. This Ethan Evans needs to have a great punt here. I have the Bears plus 10 from Bold. I mean, for now, you are covering that. Krim saying, do we need another interception? My blood pressure is spiking. Well, I mean, an interception would end the game.
I'll live with it. I'll live with that for sure.
Yeah, an interception would end the game for us. That would win us the game. That could happen. Caleb has thrown some picks so far in this playoffs. Very well could happen. I'm a Giants fan, but want the Rams to win the Super Bowl. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah.
Hey,
appreciate
Nick, it's
you.
looking up. He got Harbaugh. It's looking up.
Appreciate you. As 2-minute warning is over, the Rams have Ethan Evans out there ready to punt from about the 17-yard line. 2 minutes to go. 4th and 7. The Rams punt this football away. The Bears have one timeout, down by 7. This punt is pretty short-ish. It's at the 49-yard line in Rams territory, but the Bears have the football at about the 50. Ethan Evans with probably one of his shorter punts that we've seen in quite some time.
Almost 1,600 people in chat right now. So before this final drive here, most likely final drive of the game here, make sure to like the stream, subscribe, and this is what I talked about in my video. 7 wins for the Bears when trailing in the final 2 minutes. This is why I did not want the Bears to have the ball last.
Exactly.
I mean, I think we could turn Caleb over again. We've done it twice, but this is stressful. This is probably the most stressed I've been watching the Rams all year.
The comeback kids have their chance here. Ball at the 50-yard line. Caleb Williams in the shotgun with no running back in the backfield. Sends DJ Moore in motion. Caleb Williams drops back to pass. Looking, not too much pressure, then gets pressure in the middle. Oh, the middle of the field, nearly intercepted, nearly caught by Luther Burden. Somehow, some way, nearly caught and also nearly intercepted. Burden had it on his fingertips, and once he lost it, Durant nearly came up with it. Ends up being an incomplete pass over the middle of the field. As you see, Burden has it, drops it, and then Durant nearly had it, and he drops it.
Oh, if Kobe Durant had a hat trick of interceptions, that would have just iced the game for them. Yeah, bad punt. I do agree that was a very short and not great punt. 2nd and 10. 3 more plays for the Rams to win this game.
1:45 to go. DJ Moore in motion yet again. Verse trying to get to Caleb. Caleb throws over the middle of the field, wide open to Colston Loveland for a huge gain here for the Bears. 1:35 to go. Remember, the Bears going for a field goal means nothing. Colston Loveland going to head to the sideline for this next play. 1:28 to go. 4 receptions, 56 yards for Colston Loveland. Cole Kmet now out there at tight end. Caleb in the shotgun. Hands off to DeAndre Swift. Swift sees a hole, breaks off for a hole. Oh my goodness, Quentin Lake cannot make a tackle. It's a first down and more for DeAndre Swift. Ball going to be at the 19-yard line for the Bears. In Rams territory in the red zone.
Oh my God. Okay.
1 minute to go.
Another minute.
Caleb Williams already back up. 56 seconds, the clock is ticking. One timeout for the Bears, they don't use it. Caleb drops back, looking, finds Burden. Great tackle there from Quentin Lake to drop him immediately. It's going to be a gain of about 6, though. 44 seconds.
God, okay.
2nd and 4. The Bears are about the 14-yard line. Shotgun for Caleb, drops back, looking to his right. Overthrow over the outstretched hands of Luther Burden. Incomplete pass, 31 seconds to go. Rams up 7.
Yes. Bad play there from Caleb. Bad play there. Bad throw. That was a huge miss there for the Bears. 3rd and 4. 2 plays for the Rams. You got 2 plays. 2 plays here to win the game. We had this earlier. Didn't happen. They went down the field. 2 more stops, says TD. 2 more stops.
If the Bears get a touchdown,
let them get 1st and goal. End the game here.
They could tie it. 17-10. 31 seconds. Play clock at 5 seconds. Caleb drops back after the snap. Looks over the middle of the field. Fires into the end zone. Way over the head of his receiver, DJ Moore. 4th and 4. 27 seconds remain. Rams up 7.
1 play. This is it. Eminem said, 1 shot, 1 opportunity. This is it.
This is for the game. Comeback kids. Can they do it yet again? 4th and 4. Rams fans hoping they can't. Ben Johnson thinking, looking over the play call. 17-10.
Rams, do you consider calling a timeout here?
I just make something happen. It looks like Caleb's expecting it, and he is expecting a timeout. It is going to be a timeout we'll see the Rams use their first timeout. Why?
I like that call.
They want to settle their defense down, let them know really what they got going on out there.
I like that call. I think that was good. Give your defense a chance. Give them a chance to regroup.
Manuel says, let's go chat. Everybody, defense in the chat if you're a Rams fan. Defense in the chat. Over 1,500 viewers, a career high for me and Josh here at the Rams Digest. Can the Rams win the game? Randy says, come on, Rams, you got this. D up in the chat. Defense in the chat.
As well. Subscribe right now if you want the Rams to get a stop.
Like the stream. Subscribe to the channel for the Rams to stop. 27 seconds left. 4th and 4. Carla says defense. Here we go. Caleb in the shotgun. DeAndre Swift to the right. This is for the game here. Can the Rams get a stop? Caleb drops back to pass. Looking. Jared Verse puts some pressure. Caleb is running wild. He has 2 guys in his face. Throws it deep down the field. Touchdown! Touchdown, Bears! Caleb Williams, are you kidding me?
There is no possible way.
Caleb Williams fading away 25 yards down the field, throws the football into the corner. Cole Kmet is wide open for a touchdown.
How do we not bring him down? They're going for 2. Oh, come on. I'm going to stop.
The Bears can go for 2 and win the football game. Potentially. 18 seconds to go.
How?
They're not. They're kicking the extra point. They're kicking the extra point. Can the Bears do Bear things and miss this kick? Cairo Santos, 100% in the playoffs in his career, 8-year career. Cairo Santos, kick is up. The kick is good. And the Rams.
Almost missed. That was closer than you wanted to admit. He almost missed that.
The Rams and Bears tied 17-17. Caleb Williams is going to get sacked. He's there. Jared Verse is there. He has him. And Durant had such a good game. Kobe Durant, you had such a great game. Everybody stay in coverage. Stay in coverage. And instead, Caleb runs back 20 yards, does some Madden stuff at the 40-yard line, fading away.
How was he wide open?
Fading away in the end zone. 40 yards. He's at the 40-yard line. Caleb Williams fading away with two Rams defenders in his face, in his lap, and he still somehow, some way gets the football to Cole Kmet. He has one of the strongest arms I've ever seen in my life. Fading away, getting hit by Jared Verse and Josiah Stewart. And Durant wants a push, and he should have got one.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that.
He should have got one, but instead, Cole Kmet catches the ball for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? 1,500 people in the chat watching us possibly lose this game off of a ridiculous play from Caleb Williams. You got to give the man some credit.
I mean, gotta give him some credit here, I guess. As Jordan Whittington runs into his own teammate. Oh, the ball is out, actually. Hang on.
No, the Rams got it. The Rams have 13 seconds to go, 17-17. They have 2 timeouts. This game could go to overtime. Robert says, who blew the coverage? Well, Kobe Durant was there. A little bit of fist fighting, a little bit of push off from Cole Kmet. If I'm a just football fan, I say that's a no call. Rams fans may disagree. I understand. Carla says, insane, by the way. Shout out to Carla. That's my girlfriend, by the way. Shout out to Carla in the chat. I give her a little shout out. And they're gonna go ahead and kneel this down. The Rams say,
honestly, with what the Bears do in the fourth quarter, I'm okay with that. Just let the game go. No, just guarantee overtime.
The Rams say, let's go to OT. And 19EHF says, all because you played conservative. Rams could have been a little bit aggressive with the ball. 2-minute warning. Could have thrown it on a 3rd and 10, trying to go for it, but they did not. And you remember, new playoff overtime rules, right? So both teams get a chance to possess the football. So it does really change the way you approach this, right? Why even try to throw an interception here? Let's just go ahead and go into OT. We have a chance to score. They have a chance to score. And let's see what we can do. Andy says, Bears, you have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, if you're in the Bears huddle, you're telling them this is our chance, guys.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't even going to try to kick a field goal. We had 13 seconds, Crib. I don't think we were going to get down the field. Yeah, our NFL chat's going off. That was unbelievable. Our work chat's going off. I was ready. I had my phone ready to text my Bears fan friend. I thought there was no way they're scoring a touchdown here.
You want to see this? Want to see this picture, Josh, real quick? My family group chat sent this. I don't know if you can see it. Let me make sure I get my OBS ready so I can see. Okay, there's my little picture of us.
Blur out names though if you want to. This is his family, but
I don't know if you can see it. No, you probably. That's a camera. I don't know why it's a camera now. Okay, it's a picture of us reacting, and my head is just like my hands are on my head. So the Rams, I think it looks like the Rams are getting the football.
Honestly, I want us to.
Well, yeah, the defense off the field. Give him a break.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, the only reason why I'm okay with this is because the defense was just on the field.
Wow. I mean,
hey, I didn't see it.
That's all right. It's all right. I couldn't show you clear enough. I'll send it to you in our chat. But yeah, man, the Rams. I mean, and it's almost like, again, I want to be upset. By the way, we just crossed 50,000 total views on the stream. Appreciate all of you guys in the chat, by the way, who've joined us at all. Go, Jawad, is that how you say your name? It says Iceman, SMH. As much as you want to be upset as a Rams fan, that is one of the most clutch, incredible throws I've ever seen from any quarterback in the history of the NFL.
It is. There's nothing you can say about that except
I mean,
that.
I need this to pause for a second to acknowledge that is the rooting for the Rams to win. If the Bears somehow pull this off, even if they don't, we just witnessed one of the most clutch throws, and like Manuel says, the most incredibly legendary throw by Caleb Williams. One of the most clutch throws in Bears history. One of the most clutch throws in NFL history. I mean, just pause for a second as a football fan to say, holy. What did we just witness?
I don't know. Well, we witnessed a choke. How do you not sack him? That was the game. When he was running to the 40, I was like, yeah, we got it. And even when he threw the ball, I was like, all right, this is going to be probably in the vicinity of someone, but it's going to be out of bounds. And no chance.
What did we
somehow Colston Loveland gets wide? I mean,
what did we say over and over and over and over again? Caleb Williams, if you don't finish the sack, is going to do something ridiculous, and he's going to make a play happen. And the Rams, in the most pressure they had on him all game long, don't get the sack. Pressure's nice. Doesn't mean anything when you're talking about Iceman Caleb Williams. And he just iced you. He just iced you,
Yeah,
man.
he did, and we're seeing the 4th and 8 throw that he had against the Packers. I thought that was the best throw we were going to see from him all playoffs, but he may have just beaten it. That throw may have been even better.
I mean, nothing else we can say. Nothing else we can say.
No,
We're witnessing.
I don't even want to see it again. How do you not sack? You're at the 40. Sack him.
Fading away at the 40-yard line. 40. By the way, not even just 40 yards downfield. Cole Kmet was in the back of the end zone. That was about a 45-yard throw, fading away for a catch.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep, it was.
And the Rams will receive this kickoff. It's going to be returned past the 10, 15, 20, 25. Ronnie Rivers fighting to about the 28-yard line. Decent field position for the Rams. Can they take advantage? They need to. You cannot give the Bears a football without you having the lead.
No.
Point blank, period.
I want a 7-point lead. I don't want a 3-point lead.
I just sent you over that photo of our reaction right when Caleb made that throw.
I'm looking real quick. I'm going
to try to post this stream again so people can join us for overtime. But 14:50 to go in OT. Rams have the football to start. 17-7 football game after a ridiculous throw from Kyren Williams. Stafford under center hands the ball off outside to the left of Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams fights his way for a gain of about 8 on first down. Going to be second and short for the Rams. Great run.
You know what's kind of crazy? If we did this the whole game, I don't think we're in overtime. If we ran the ball the whole game, I don't think we're in overtime. I really don't.
You might be making a good point here, Josh.
Why couldn't we have done that on first down like 25% more of the time? Here we go, MVP from Manuel. I hope we get MVP Stafford here in this overtime.
Stafford under center, barking out calls. 2nd and 3, they say. It's going to be a 2nd and short 3. Like 2.5. Stafford sends Puka in motion. Stafford hands off to Kyren. Kyren sees a little bit of an opening, gains 2 on the play. Going to be 3rd and 1. The Rams cannot go into and punt this football away. They just can't.
No, you can't. No. And if they do, the Bears would only need a field goal because the Rams will have already had the ball. You need to get I honestly think this is 4-down territory. I really do.
I'm not sure if the Rams would agree with you, unfortunately, Josh. We'll see what happens here. Let's just say they don't even go for the 4th down. Let's just get the 1st down. Stafford under center here. Kyren, the running back in the backfield. I don't see Devontae Adams out there, but I do see Puka and Whittington. Stafford fakes to Puka. Pitches to Corum. Corum shimmy shakes and almost gets a 1st down, but he doesn't. What was that play call? And the Rams lose a couple. 4th down.
Anyway, it's not even worth going for it on 4th down.
Not worth the risk. Corum instead of Kyron's out there, and they decide to pitch, and Avila just missed your block.
He's running. Where is Steve Avila? Where are you running to?
Missed his block. Missed his block completely.
We have to punt now. And we know what happened the last time we punted.
Rams went into OT and scored in OT and still lost the game. This time they're punting the ball away and not scoring. And you see Devin Duvernay going to do fair catch here at about the 15-yard line, maybe the 16. The Rams need to stop here. Next score wins. Whether it's 3 points or 7, the next score wins. The Rams defense, we ask of you one more time. As Cookie says, GG's, fellas. I am definitely a little bit afraid of that reality here.
I'm not. I believe. You got to believe.
Josh says we got to believe.
Third down, we don't pass the ball there. You ran the ball twice. Mix it up with a pass. I love your faces. Thank you, Jeremy. Man, this play calling from TJ. I agree. The play calling was not good on that drive.
Caleb Williams, 1st and 10. The ball's at the 16-yard line for the Bears. Caleb fakes the pitch, rolls to his left. Looking. Just throws to Kmet for a quick gain of 5. He makes it 10. 1st down, Bears. Rams need a stop.
Did he get this? Let's look. Yes, he did. Yes, he did get it.
1st down.
We got to believe, Brandon. I agree, Brandon. We got to believe.
And the Rams defense come alive, as I was just trying to share the stream for people to join us on overtime. If you're joining us here, chat down below. Caleb hands it off to DeAndre Swift, who's brought down by Jared Verse for a loss of about 4.
There we go.
Jared Verse.
That's what we needed.
Great job to break through the line and slow down the run game. Should be a loss of 3. It is a loss of 3. 2nd and 13. 11:45 to go in OT. 17-17 game. Rams defense, if it's a pass, need to get Caleb Williams on the ground. Caleb in the shotgun. DeAndre Swift to his left. Caleb drops back, looking, finds DJ Moore for a catch. He gains a solid about half, maybe a little more than half. It's going to be 3rd and medium. Huge third down for the Rams. Type your 3s in the chat right now. Let's go defense.
Yes, 3s in chat, defense in chat. Good open field tackle here too, by the way, to prevent a first down. Again, one stop. One stop, and all you need is a field goal. If they don't gain any more yards, I highly doubt they go for it. If they gain 3, I do think they could go for it here on 4th down. But you got to stop with no gain, they're definitely punting.
10:50 to go. The clock is ticking. Caleb Williams drops back to pass. 3rd and 4. He has pressure by Stewart. He gets out of it, rolls to his right. He's going to run for the first down. He gets it, gets cracked at the end by Nate Landman, but he does get the first down. Again, if he can keep him in the pocket. Stewart, stay outside. Why are we even trying to push the inside? Stay on the outside. Caleb Williams, if he gets out to the right, he's going to... What are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. It's first down, and it's 1st and 10. They still got time. They got time, as long as they don't score.
Ball is at the 38-yard line now for the Bears, still in Bears territory. Caleb Williams drops back, fakes the handoff to Monungai. Caleb looks back to Monungai, catches it, no one in the screen. Then the Rams defenders show up after a gain of about 5 for Monungai. 9:54 to go. Ball past the 40 now, still in Bears territory. Rams got to stop allowing these big chunk plays.
They do. They do. Second, again, the first down on the last first down they had, that was a nice start. You get a loss, and then you give up 3rd and 4. First down run. Not good. Not good. Still early. Still 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 here. The Rams need a stop, or else if the Bears score, they will win. Caleb pitches it to DeAndre Swift, and the Rams might have get him stopped for a loss of 3. If you're the Bears, you're questioning, why are we throwing pitches here?
Hey, you learn from us. Why are you doing what we did that didn't work?
The Bears have been able to move the football when they're throwing down the field, and yet again, they still say, you know what, let's just pitch with Swift. Caleb's kind of on fire, and they're doing the Rams a favor by saying, sure, give it to Swift, give it to Monungai, do not give it to Caleb Williams. And it's kind of helping the Rams out.
7 here.
3rd and 6 it is, ends up being. 17-7 game, huge third down. They're in Bears territory at the 42-yard line. 3rd and 6. Caleb Williams sends a tight end in motion, snaps the ball, looking to his right, snaps the ball into Komet short. He did not get the first down. He's going to be 1 yard short. Not sure why he didn't outreach his hands, but he didn't. And now Ben Johnson is thinking.
If you're the Bears, if you're the Bears, a punt's going to put them deep in their own territory.
If you're the Bears, you punt. They may try to get the Rams offside here, but it's 4th and 1.
No one move.
Ben Johnson says, you know what, let's go for it. And Caleb says, you know what, let's do it. 8:10 to go. 4th and inches. Could be a QB sneak coming here. Ball's at about the 50-yard line. It is a QB sneak. And Caleb, he bounces it out wide and gets it for a first down. And he's looking at the crowd saying, yep, I'm like that. If he didn't get that, the Rams get the ball and could win the game. Instead, Caleb, he pulls out from the QB sneak, jumps left, and what a smart play. Heads up play from the quarterback.
That was a smart play. That was a great play. Actually bumps into Cole Kmet there for a second. It looked like the Rams might have had a shot to bring him down, but unfortunately, Caleb does get the first down here.
1st and 10 again for the Bears at a 49-yard line. Make it the 50. Caleb under center here. Monungai in the backfield. They pitch it to Monungai. Monungai gets a gain of about 3 on the play.
That was a good stop on first down. Give him 2nd and long.
Yep, 2nd and long here. The Rams need to get a stop. If the Bears even just score 3, they win this football game. And Bears fans, every single Bears fan is on their feet. Well, there's one sitting down on the screen. Nearly.
There's one.
Nearly.
It's actually only going to be 2nd and 8. Helps out the Rams, makes it 2nd and even longer here.
Caleb Williams in the shotgun. No running back in the backfield this time. Anunga is set in the slot. Caleb drops back to pass, drops back, looking all the time in the world, throws deep down the field. It's intercepted! It's intercepted by Cameron Curl. Oh. Cameron Curl, play of the game, dives and intercepts the football. Caleb Williams, what are you throwing to? Caleb Williams, what is that? Interception, Rams. Mateo says no way. And it is the 3rd interception for the Rams on the day. And Cam Curl, give yourself the play of the game.
Yes, huge play from Cam Curl. Caleb has all the time in the world here in the pocket, but not really flustered at all. Just completely throws that ball to nobody. DJ Moore is not near it. Luther Burden is not near it. Just completely misreads the field there. And Cam Curl able to hang on to that ball with a late bobble, but he is able to come up with it. A huge play for the Rams. And now, Sean McVay, please win us the game.
Whittington in motion. Stafford under center. The Rams will have the football at the 22-yard line in their own territory. They got to score, though. A lot of ways to go. End around to Puka. Puka has to shimmy shake around the linebacker. Gets a gain of 5. Could have been a loss of 1. So great play from Puka to get his way outside of the linebacker's grasp for a gain of about 5.
Big here for the Rams. The Rams' time does not matter.
Time doesn't matter. 2nd and 6 here for the Rams. Stafford in the shotgun, drops back to pass. Looks to his right, wide open. Kobe Parkinson gets a gain, a 1st down gain, and much more as the Rams are now marching down the field. We said you don't want the ball in Caleb Williams' hand in this situation. Guess what? The Rams do want Matthew Stafford with the ball in his hands in this situation. MVP Stafford, can he be an MVP right now for the Rams? One more time. Stafford in the shotgun. Davante Adams to his left. Puka Nacua is off on this play. Stafford drops back, looks over to Davante, finds Davante Adams with a nice catch to the sideline, and Davante says, 1st down. The coaching staff of the Bears say no. The refs say yes, and so does Davante.
Yeah, that's a clear catch.
Davante Adams doing Davante Adams things. Tippy toe, left toe dragging. Bears might challenge that, and they will.
They can't challenge. No challenge is allowed in overtime.
Or they're going to call a timeout or something, because I think they definitely want to look at that play. You got to see if the toe is dragging. It's an official review, so no challenges. It'll be a review from the NFL as the right foot is down, left foot drag. I think it's there. I think it's a catch.
Yeah, they're both there. That's a clear catch.
I think it's a catch. I think his left foot was getting close to not dragging. That's why they want to see that. But he makes the catch. Left foot's dragging, and we're good. But it's kind of floating. You see how you don't see the dirt kind of kicking up? That's a little nerve-wracking for me there. But I don't think it's enough.
Not 2 feet down, though.
I don't think it's enough for you to overturn. Like, it's definitely close.
That's a catch.
Yeah, I think that is a catch as well. Let's go back to some chats while we have some time, Josh. You want to rattle some off as there's 1,500 people in the chat. Like the stream if you haven't already.
Stafford to Adams. Robert says yes. Replay? No, that's a catch. TDE says catch. Nobody knows better than Davante from Max. Yeah, that's a catch.
Great way to say that.
That is a clear catch. What a catch from Truth Be Told. Y'all have no idea how exhausted the Bears are concerning how much energy it takes to make it to the divisional round. No surprise the Bears made a few last-minute mistakes.
Every team.
The Rams exhaustion.
Though. That's every team.
What about that?
Yeah, that's every team.
Yeah, that's every team. Let's see what they say. It is 1st and 10. They say it is a catch.
The Rams are threatening to approach that field goal range, but remember, Harrison Mevis is no kicker who can make past 50 yards consistently. That'll make us be confident in it at least. So the Rams got to get a lot more yards.
20 more. I want 20 more yards here.
Agreed there. 5:30 to go. The clock is ticking. Stafford under center with looks like Blake Corum in the backfield. Puka Nacua tight to the line. Jordan Whittington in motion. Stafford snaps the ball, hands off to Blake Corum. Blake Corum pushes forward for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. They keep pushing. They're going to call it dead there after a gain of 4, maybe 5. 2nd and medium for the Rams. Neko says incoming fumble or interception. Disagree there. Randy says let's effing go Rams. Agree with you there. GST says let's go Rams. Stafford drops back, looking over the middle of the field, tipped down at the line of scrimmage. Oh my goodness. That was scary.
Oh.
That was scary. Clutch Adams says, TJ, agree there. Jeremy says it's a tie. It is a tie, but the Rams have a chance to win here. JB.
Yeah, this is going to come down to Harrison Mevis. Seeing if Harrison Mevis can make a field goal time does not matter. Even if the Rams still have the ball when this is 0, they do go into a second overtime period since there are no ties in the playoffs.
3rd and 6, by the way, after that incomplete pass. This is huge for the Rams. You got to get some yards here. And they're going to call a timeout before they snap the ball. You need to actually maybe get a first down. I mean, if the Rams don't get a first down.
Yeah, you don't want to go 4th down and give the Bears great field position if you don't get it.
Okay, so
yeah, this is key.
Let me ask you guys this. It's 3rd and 6. If the Rams go incomplete pass here and it's 4th down, do you like Krim says right now, I'm asking the same question, Krim. Do you let Harrison Mevis kick a 55-plus yard field goal?
I mean, the thing is that if he misses it, they start from that spot.
I agree, but it's like you rather take the chance on your kicker than go 4th down and punt or something. I mean,
a punt there I actually don't really hate because they would have to go pretty much the entire length of the field.
Or this play, you count it like it's 4 down territory. You go for a gain of 3 or 4, and then maybe
you got to go for the first down. I don't want to. You go for the first down here.
Bears showing
to go for the first down.
Bears showing almost all-out pressure here. Stafford in the shotgun. Corum in the backfield. Devontae to his left. Stafford snaps. Quick pass to Puka. Puka 3rd, and Nacua gets a first down and more to the 30-yard line. 33, 34. Even more yards for him. Sorry, it's going to be the flip. It's going to be 26-yard line for Puka. Either way, the Rams are now in field goal range, Truth says.
Yes, I think 2 more runs, get a couple more yards, and then I think he kicked this.
Rams, Stafford felt the pressure from everybody, says, you know what, we're going to go quick little hitch route to Puka. Almost tipped down by a linebacker. Stafford gets it just over the outstretched hands and ends up getting the first down. Rams probably going to run it here, and they do run it up the middle to Kyren Williams, maybe Corum. Either way, it's a gain of 3.
I think 1 more run, and I think you're okay with kicking this from wherever you are.
Yeah, Corum, nice gain of 3. I mean, yeah, don't want to risk a fumble here. If you get a first down, you'll keep running it, I guess. But you want to make sure.
I mean, if it gets to 1st and goal, I don't think it's worth trying to score a touchdown. I think you just kick.
It's cold, it's snowy, and Harrison Mevis has not been in this situation before. The Rams sticker kicker has never been in this situation before, so every inch really matters for the Rams. Stafford in the shotgun, Corum to his left. Puka is the receiver out wide with Jordan Whittington. Devontae out to the right by himself as Parkinson is in the motion. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
I thought they almost fumbled the ball.
Why did we call a timeout?
It was like timeout from someone. Could be the Bears. We'll wait and see. As it's 2nd and 7, going to be called dead. It's a timeout from the Rams. I mean, look, if McVay didn't like what he saw and the defensive line kind of broke through pretty quick, maybe McVay didn't like what he saw. It's fine with me. It's fine with me. The Rams.
Sure, I guess you're right.
Harrison Mevis.
We're trying to see where Harrison Mevis wants the ball at this point.
Harrison Mevis is out here next to the heater stretching, but he's not kicking. I don't know why. So that's scary.
Why is he not starting to warm up?
Yeah, Harrison Mevis.
Are they just going to bring him out now?
Harrison Mevis was not kicking, and I don't know what he's doing there. So I'm worried about Harrison Mevis.
They're going to get him kicking now. I think that was the signal for him to start to get warmed up.
We'll see. 1,600 of you in the chat. Like the stream if you haven't already, especially if you like what you see. And you're a Rams fan, drop it in the chat. Let's go Rams. Stafford in the shotgun. Probably Corum to his right in the backfield with him. Couple receivers out wide left. Stafford looks to his left, fakes, goes to his right to Colby Parkinson, and it was the same play that got them the touchdown last week versus Carolina. Colby Parkinson just a little bit outstretch of his hands. Stafford incomplete pass. 3rd and 7 now. I say run the ball. What do you say, Josh?
Yeah, I say run it, pick up a couple more yards, and then kick.
I like Kyren with the ball in his hands, too, in this situation. Not that Corum can't do it either, but it is Corum out there on the field, so we'll see what they decide to do.
That's okay. Yeah, just pick up a couple more, and just kick for the win.
Stafford in the shotgun, Corum to his right, 3 receivers out left, 1 receiver, Devontae Adams out right, top of the screen. Stafford goes to the end zone to Terrence Ferguson, who nearly makes the catch and doesn't. So the Rams were trying to go for the kill shot. Don't really understand why, but I don't mind it, I guess. Now there's no interception or anything.
I know, but I would have just run the ball.
Might have been a PI. I don't know.
That's close. That is close.
Here we go. The thicker
run
kicker. 4th and 7. Harrison Mevis for the win. He's never been in this situation before. The Rams in 4th down. They're going to see a timeout here from Chicago to ice the kicker, of course. 42-yard attempt. Mevis gets lined up, waiting for the timeout to be called. Ball snapped. The kick is up. The kick is good. No timeout. That's it. The game's over. The Rams won the football game. The Rams are going to the NFC Championship. Caleb Williams doesn't like it after he threw an overtime interception. The Rams have won. And we can breathe just a little bit.
Yes, we can. Oh, oh my God. That was too close.
The Rams win the football game. Manuel says it's good. Jennifer says woohoo. TJ says night night. Goat says yes. Carla, my girlfriend, says let's go. She could probably hear me cheering from the living room there. Let's go. California says NE. Robert says win. Andy says this loss is on Caleb Williams with his interception. Horrific throw from Caleb Williams.
Yeah, that was a terrible throw.
And I agree.
How great that throw was to force overtime.
On his shoulders.
The worst throw of the playoffs so far.
Manuel says quiet stadium. Randy says close one. Carlos says W. Crim says let's go. Peter says hell yeah. Andres says Seattle, we coming. And yes, we will be in Seattle.
We'll be ready.
1 week away, and I really do feel like the Rams can take that win and go to the Super Bowl. We'll wait and see. SG says, OMG, my blood pressure. Yeah, don't check it. Don't even check it right now. And David says, Rams house, let's go. Yes, sir. Whose house? Rams house.
Yes. You know, in the words of in the words of Chief Keef, there's some things he doesn't like. You know, Bears fans right now, that's something I do like. Bears fans in the fourth quarter, that was something I don't like. I'm going to be listening to some Chief Keef tonight to rub it into the Bears. So that's one great thing about Chicago is Chief Keef's music. If you don't listen to Chief Keef while you're in the gym, you are missing out because it gets you motivated every single time. But we got to get into some final game stats here for both teams. For Stafford, 20 for 42, not great. 258 yards, 4 sacks, loss of 29. Kyren Williams, 21 carries, 87 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Blake Corum, only 6 carries for 19 yards. Puka, 2 for 6. Winnington, 1 for 0. Stafford, 1 for -1. Receiving, Colby Parkinson and Puka Nacua led the team, each with 56 yards. Parkinson, 3 catches. Puka, 5. Winnington, 2 for 35. Kyren, 4 for 30. Higbee, 1 for 27. Devontae, 2 for 24. T. Ferrig, 1 for 19. Kanata Mupfield, 2 for 11. Stafford had 2 fumbles in this game, recovering one of them. Cam Curl, 13 tackles and an interception today. Nate Landman, 10 tackles and a tackle for loss. Omar Spates, 8 tackles and a pass deflection. Cam Kitchen, 7 tackles. Puna Ford, a tackle for loss with 4 tackles. Jared Verse had 2 tackles for loss, key on big downs. Quentin Lake had a key tackle as well. 2 picks for the Land Shark, 1 for Cam Curl. Harrison Mevis, obviously 2 for 2. On extra points and field goal attempts today. And for the Bears, Caleb Williams, 23 for 42, 257 yards, 2 TDs, 3 picks. The Rams got pressure but couldn't get home with no sacks. DeAndre Swift, 19 carries for 76 yards. Caleb Williams, 5 carries for 40. Kyle Monangai, 13 for 36. DJ Moore, 1 for 8. Luther Burden, 1 for 0 for 160 yards. The Rams had 111, but the Rams got 2 rushing touchdowns. Colston Loveland led the team, 4 catches, 56 yards. DJ Moore, 5 for 52 and a touchdown. Roma Dunze, 2 for 44. Kyle Monangai, 4 for 36. Cole Kmet, 3 for 31. And obviously the big touchdown. Luther Burden, 3 for 24. Olamide Zacchaeus, 1 for 9. Dermot Smythe, 1 for 5. And Theo Benedict with 0, the own lineman who had to be targeted. Yeah. Devin Duvernay fumbled once but recovered. Jaquan Brisker, by the way, for the Bears, 14 tackles, a sack, and a tackle for loss. An amazing game for Jaquan Brisker. Yeah. Kyle Gordon with 6 tackles and a sack. Tremaine Edmonds with 7 tackles. Kevin Byard, 2 tackles for loss. A couple pass deflections. Montez Sweat got a sack in on the day as well. Dominique Robinson. Luther Burden with 2 defensive tackles because of the interceptions as well. So definitely, I don't know, good overall game for both defenses.
The defenses play well.
A new donation. Thank you, TD. Hell yeah, Seattle, see you next. Be scared. Thank you, TD, for your donation. We greatly appreciate it.
Real quick, Jeremy earlier said no icing the kicker. Thought that was weird. Yeah, I agree with you, Jeremy. I think that was a weird situation. I thought a young kicker who hasn't been in the situation before, ice him. Even if you think it means nothing, why not ice him in that situation? Bears don't do it. It is what it is. The Rams win the football game. Ford says, holy, how did Caleb hit that fourth down play into regulation? We do not know, but ultimately didn't really mean much for the Rams as they won the football game. So, the interception from Caleb obviously was huge for the Rams, and the Rams still need to play better football. The good news is they still can improve. Defensively, they did a pretty good job for the most part. I know there was a lot of times we were shaky in this game, but you turned the ball over 3 times, turned the offense over 3 times, and that's a good game for you. But also, talking about the offense, right? I mean, Devontae Adams can be a lot more involved in a football game than that. And so we'll see what the weather's like in Seattle. It's nowhere near what East Coast weather's like, luckily. But if it's raining out in Seattle, that could definitely affect things. The Rams will much rather play there, though, than anywhere else. No more snow games for the Rams.
Well, it would be nice to play at home against the Niners. Would have been nice. But
yeah, but we'll take it.
Know what? We will take it. We will take it. Paul said Collins were rooting for the Bears the whole game. Not surprised.
Jacob says, needed a Puka TD on Kalshi. He failed me. Could have been $94. Yeah, unfortunate there. But if you guys want to trade on Kalshi, don't forget to make sure you guys use our promo code Digest NFL on Kalshi. Link in the description so you can download that. But yeah, if you're talking about the Rams, they can still play better, but they won this football game. And we talk about this all season long. Just win the game, just win the game, just win the game. Doesn't matter how you play. And the Rams today, and the playoffs especially, I do not care how you play as long as you end the game with us smiling here on the stream and no haters in the chat, really. And that's really what we want to see. So appreciate you, Rams, for doing what you had to do and winning the football game. And we're moving on to Seattle. And I think, Josh, I think the Rams got a shot to go to the Super Bowl, man. We could be hosting a Super Bowl stream. I think the Rams can beat...
Maybe we see a Super Bowl stream.
I think the Rams can beat this team, man.
By the way, we could have a ton of Super Bowl rematches on the horizon. Seattle Patriots, Seattle Denver, Rams Patriots. 3 potential rematches on the table heading into this conference championship weekend. TD with another donation. Thank you. Hey, Seattle fans, be honest, you wanted the Bears. Oh, yeah, they did. They totally did. They totally did. As Statone is saying, Rams defense did what they were supposed to do. I fully agree. As we got the post-game interview, Puka hyping up Matthew Stafford. I will say, Matthew Stafford not his best. Made the clutch throws when they mattered, but not his best game overall, though, today.
Yeah, and we've been saying that a lot with the Rams lately, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And
$1 donation from Deuce. Thank you, Deuce. Job's not done. No,
job's not done. That's what I was about to say.
Done. No, got to win 2 more games. You got to win 2 more, but overall, for the Rams, this is where you expected to be a few weeks ago.
You fight to win and to play another down, right? You fight to battle another game, and so for the Rams to just fight and survive in this game and obviously move on. Does he have an accent? Does Harrison?
What?
I don't know if Harrison Mevis had an accent because they said he's from Warsaw or somewhere. But anyways, the Rams ultimately fought to live another day, and they do live another day. You have a whole week of preparation. You're going to prepare against a team you've already faced before. One of the receivers, Cooper Kupp, you know very well. You know how to slow this team down. You know you can turn the ball over in terms of what Sam Darnold does out there. You know that if your special teams unit just kind of hones in and focuses on the game, they can obviously stop the Seattle Seahawks from doing anything crazy in the special teams game. So those are all factors, I think, for the Rams. I'm excited that you're getting a chance to go play Seattle in Seattle. But on the flip side of that, the negative part as a Rams fan is the Seattle Seahawks have an opportunity that from their perspective can say, we beat the Niners and we beat the Rams on our way to the Super Bowl. And if we win, Niners, Rams fans, you can never say anything about us or this Super Bowl victory. So that is what we're also fighting for. Yes, I want the Rams to just win, but as a Seattle Seahawk hater, I definitely don't want to let Seattle have an opportunity to say that. But the Rams, you got to face 2 USC quarterbacks back to back. First is Caleb Williams. Now it is Sam Darnold. Can you make it happen? We'll see what the Rams can do next week.
Maybe. Gotta try to make it happen. Going to be a tough game. Sam Darnold only threw 17 passes last week. Something to note. I do think Seattle's trying to keep the ball out of his hands so it doesn't lose him the game. But we will have to wait and see how that game is going to go. Obviously, Cam Curl and Kobe Durant probably should get a co-game ball. Both of those two guys were players of the game today.
Yeah, we're already seeing this play right here, actually on TV. NFC, the AB. What am I saying? Why can't I say their channel? What is their channel? NBC. NBC is showing this right now. Cam Curl with that last interception. He was all over the field. Actually, Roma Dunze was wide open in the middle of the field, but Caleb, just because of that unorthodox like slinging of the arm that he does, kind of slung it a little too far wide right. And man, Cam Curl had to dive and twist to make sure there was no question that he caught that interception. He does, and he was all over the football field. We gave him a shout out early in the first half for how well he was playing, and ends up with a huge interception. And man, Cam Curl, give him the game ball. Harrison Mevis, game ball. Kyren Williams probably deserves low recognition as well. Puka Nacua, the whole team, everybody gets a game ball.
Yeah, maybe not Devontae Adams.
Hey, that was a huge clutch catch.
I don't think that was his fault.
That was a clutch catch at the end.
He did. He had the clutch catch at the end, but I think it was also more coaching. Stafford got to win in the freezing cold. Now what? From 2 win? I agree. Now what? Was it perfect? No. But he got to win in the freezing cold, which people said the Rams could not do.
Yeah. They said it was going to be too cold in Chicago. They said the Rams couldn't go to Chicago and win. The Rams do come out with a victory, and it was ugly, whatever you want to say. Kyren Williams had a crazy way to end that game, but ultimately the Rams come out on top. Either way, the Rams are in the NFC Championship game once again, and I think this is now reality sets in even more for Davante Adams, for Matthew Stafford. This could be your last hurrah in this situation. We hope not, but it could be. So the Rams and this team is going to really fight. I think every inch is going to matter, and I don't want to say it yet again because I've said this the last 2 weeks, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams win by more than 10 versus Seattle.
Why are you saying?
I think they can. I think they can have a solid game, and obviously kind of make it not even a close one versus Seattle. But like Josh said, they look pretty good versus San Fran. Give them credit.
It's the playoffs.
I
never predict blowouts in a playoff game. Yeah. I never predict it.
Well, how about Patriots and Broncos? You're not gonna predict a little bit of a blowout there?
I'm predicting it to be over 7 points. I still think it's gonna be within 10.
Well, we know the Rams' path to the Super Bowl is through Seattle, and if they get to the Super Bowl, you're talking about playing a nice weather game in San Fran. And
winning the Super Bowl in the Niners Stadium would be so good.
And
it would feel so good.
You're talking about either facing Jarrett Stidham or Drake May. Now, credit to Drake May, MVP candidate. Could still win, technically speaking, right? Could be MVP versus MVP, but the Rams have the more experience. They have the more experienced quarterback, and the Rams are in a good position right now. That path to the Lombardi has never been more clean, I think, and that's where the Rams got to get excited.
I will say, random. Why do I feel better going against Drake May than I do Jared Stidham? Why do I weirdly feel like Jared Stidham would somehow find a way to dice us up?
I mean, if he dices up New England, we're definitely going to be concerned there.
That'd be so funny. That'd be like, no way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he could have his moment. He could have his Nick Foles moment. We'll have to wait and see.
But well, in chat saying, great job, Josh. And Josh, thank you, Manuel. Appreciate it. Manuel also said, Thicker Kicker got his big playoff pressure kick.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he showed us.
And that was a big kick for him. Now going into Seattle, we know he can make those pressure kicks. I still don't want to be beyond 50 yards, but inside 50 yards, I think we could trust Harrison Memphis going forward throughout this playoff run.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's confident. He looks good. I'm sure he's confident in himself. And so Seattle Seahawks versus the Rams, number 3 matchup on the year. We'll wait and see. I'm watching a little bit of celebration there from Mike Vrabel with his team. But overall, great game. Appreciate all of you guys. See you guys tuning out now. I'm ready to go take a little bit of a break here and relax a bit after a stressful game had me nervous here. So appreciate you guys all for your support. Thank you all for chatting, all your donations. Really appreciate all of it. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you guys subscribed. Hopefully you guys like the channel and you guys like the stream. For sure.
And also before we go, thank you once again to Tom Grossi for the raid.
Yeah.
I know he's probably not in chat anymore, but we do really appreciate it. I believe it's the 4th time now that he has rated our stream. So thank you so much to Tom once again and everyone from the Grossi posse who came in to chat. We really do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who's obviously for watching. Even Bears fans, if you're a Bears fan right now, you had a great season.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way you ended it with the bad throw from Caleb is not a way you wanted to end your season. No one wants to end their season that way, but you're in the right direction. You know you have a quarterback that can win a playoff game. You have a coach. You're still building. You're not going anywhere. If you're a Bears fan, the future's looking up. Deuce with another $20 right before we go. Thank you, Deuce. All the Rams have to do is beat Seattle one more time. They win the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's I don't want to undersell what the Patriots do or what the Broncos do with Stidham, but that is kind of how I feel. Rams just got to beat Seattle once, and you're in the Super Bowl, and you have a really good shot at beating either New England or Denver in that scenario. So that's how I feel as well.
TD with $1 donation. Thank you, TD. How about the special teams? The special teams almost lost us the game with a bad punt there from Ethan Evans, but Harrison Davis coming in clutch. Old Rams and NFC North chokes again. I mean, kinda. Love and respect from Shad. Love and respect to you too, Shad.
Yeah, appreciate you guys all for that. And I have it on screen. I wanted to get the full ad read up one time for us because I always forget little details. Do you remember it off the top of your head, Josh?
Well, you know, if you download them, thank you once again to Kalshi for, you know, sponsoring this video and this live stream. Make sure to use code DIGESTNFL when you download Kalshi using the link in our description. Get $20 when you trade your first 100.
Yeah.
And did you know, Josh, that Kalshi is the biggest prediction market in the United States?
I did know that. I did know that just because they sponsor us, but thank you for reminding me of that.
Yeah, reminding all of you. And on Kalshi, you can trade, you know, yes or no on real life events, including sports, elections, so much more. And it is live in all 50 states, regardless of where you live in the U.S. If you are around the world, unfortunately, I do not know the answer to that. If you are around the world, make sure to check to see if it is available in your country. But also, you can cash out at any time, and all trades are made on a regulated market. As you can already tell if you were here earlier, Josh cashed out already one of his trades. Unfortunately, I did not win my trade, unfortunately. So,
yeah, I did.
But it's okay, though. It's okay. It's okay. And you can trade on everything from game odds, player props, point spreads, over-unders, award odds, futures, everything that you want as a sports fan. Remember, use the link down below and enter code DIGESTNFL to get $20 when you trade your first 100 when you download Kalshi or download the Kalshi app.
Yes,
and put the code as well.
Thank you for that, Josh. Digest NFL is your promo code. $20 when you trade your first 100. Appreciate you for that ad read, Josh. Another donation from TD says, Seattle, we coming. And yes, we are indeed. And someone asked in the chat, Manuel says, Broncos or Patriots? Okay, obviously we want the Rams to win versus Seattle, but personally, let's bring on the Broncos, baby. Jarrett Stidham.
You want to play Jarrett Stidham.
But who am I predicting?
It's probably going to be the Patriots.
Yeah. And in all honesty, let's go back and I encourage you guys to look at who the Patriots have played this year. That's why I'm kind of excited to face off against the Patriots. They have not faced many great teams.
Overall, we're a decent team.
3 points. I mean, you know, they haven't been challenged. And I think that's where it's exciting for the Rams. If they get an opportunity to face the Patriots, that'd be exciting as well. But obviously facing Jarrett Stidham, the worst quarterback, would be ideal. My prediction would be Patriots, Rams. If you're asking, it's an early prediction for me, but yes.
Yeah, mine would too right now. Yeah, mine would probably too. Becca says another fantastic stream, gentlemen. Ramley for life. Thank you, Becca. Thank you for being part of the Ramley. I agree, Ramley for life. Nick says it's LA year. Super Bowl champs. I agree.
Man,
Stafford out here slaying demons from Mod. Yeah, Matthew Stafford coming into today. I forgot to mention it. He actually has his most interceptions against the Bears of any team that he has played. Nick says LA, New England in the bowl. I agree. Shane says I want the Broncos too. We all do, but it does not seem likely it's going to happen. Unfortunately for them. Unfortunately, Bo Nix got hurt there at the end of that game. Wishing him a speedy recovery. Looking ahead, the Rams' next game would be at 3:30 next Sunday on the 25th. So, same time. We're going to be live, 3:25 next week. Great reaction, fellas. I subscribed. Thank you, Obscura. We really appreciate it. Cam Newton might play for the Broncos. Maybe they need him. In the frigid cold, the Rams got it done from Nathan. Yes, they did. Manuel says, I want revenge for the Rams' past Super Bowl loss to the Patriots. I do, too.
Yeah.
I do, too.
Yeah, that was an ugly one for sure. And shout out to Jared Goff. And that one obviously ended up getting you Matthew Stafford. So that definitely helps. But the Rams, if they can do it, LA would be on top, right? LA going to be on top of Oh, here's a quick quote from Nick Foles, by the way. He says, "Note for the Broncos and their fans. I know it's been an emotional 24 hours. I feel for Bo, and I'm sending prayers." I'm assuming he gave him some hype after that. They changed the.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Foles is the guy to talk to if you're Jared Stidham. He is the guy to talk to.
As TD again, he says, "Just stole Chicago's hearts. Appreciate you for yet another donation, TD. Really appreciate you
we appreciate
for your
every
support."
donation.
Yes, and just your chats in general, always appreciate it. But TD, always appreciate you get support on both sides. You're always chatting and you're always donating. Really appreciate that. But that's going to do it for us on this live stream. Rams, Bears. The Rams go into Chicago and come out with a victory. So now they'll face off against Seattle for a third time. We'll see who ends up coming out on top to go to the Super Bowl in Santa Clara. Make sure you guys are here throughout the week. Try to watch the videos as we talk about the matchup. We've been definitely seeing a little bit of a dip in terms of those views. Support our videos throughout the week. And then next week, make sure you guys are here for another great live stream. Rams versus Seahawks. Going to be a really, really fun NFC Championship game stream, I think.
Yes, thank you everyone for tuning in. Subscribe, like the stream, and share the channel as well. Do all that. We'll be back with another video tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Obviously, stay tuned next week for our live stream. Same time, around 3:25 p.m. Pacific time.
As Jacob says, Foles said they don't do well against backups. Stidham hasn't thrown the ball all season, so you have no idea what he's gonna like, what the offense will look like. If you're the Patriots, it's hard to prepare. You're gonna be watching old Jared Stidham games, and the Patriots had him on their roster, so
yeah, they did.
They know what he likes to do a little bit, but he's a new guy now, right? New player, so we'll have to wait and see if that affects things for sure. We'll see what happens in that game, but we'll definitely be live for our game. Definitely make sure you guys tune in for that. Excited to be back for next week. Gimli says, "Sorry I'm late, boys. Oil field work is long and tough, but I made it, sort of. I appreciate your support for coming in. We missed you during the stream. If you didn't see it, we're over 60,000 views on this stream, by the way. So our most viewed anything we've ever done here on the channel. So really appreciate all of your support. And Gimli, you're actually adding to it now. So appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, Gimli. Hopefully you've had a good, productive day at work. The Rams got the win.
Yeah, watch
17 in case you missed the game. He says, "Peace out, Ramley."
Yeah.
Thank you, TD, for coming in as always. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
And Gimli, you could always scroll back a little bit, watch our especially our fourth quarter reaction. We had some definitely funny reactions to Kyren Williams throwing some incredible passes. Gimli, you missed something. You got to go on social media. You got to YouTube, whatever it is. Watch that play. Kyren Williams throw to end the game was insane. End of regulation. But appreciate all of you guys for your support. Coming up on 4 hours here, so we're going to go ahead and call it for the night. We'll see you guys throughout the week and next week.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, like the stream, share the channel. See you all tomorrow for a new video.